Buenas noches, amigos.
Hello. Welcome to Revival.
Mine says it's upcoming, waiting for revival motoring.
Oh, no.
No revival here.
Superman no home.
Superman not here.
Is this going to notify me when it comes on?
I just got the note.
Here we are live.
It says we happening.
Oh, there's me. Well, welcome to the podcast. Revival Motoring Podcast, that is.
Gonna hear us? No, we're
Tim
good.
Connors, what's going on?
It's muted.
Good to see you. Say hi to your mother for me.
Is that a little dark? Does that look dark? Or is that just my screen? Might just be
I think
my
it's
screen.
just your screen.
It
Let me
looks-
look at you.
It looks pretty
No, I think it looks
colorful
moody.
over here.
It looks
Okay.
moody. I'm really into that.
Really like the microphone stands, honestly.
Really?
These?
Big
Yeah.
upgrade, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, really changing the game.
Sometimes I come up with good ideas.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
this whole room is filled with great ideas.
Mm-hmm. Trey in the house. Rick V up in the house.
that your
Scott Neal in the
water or
house.
mine?
DJ in
No.
the house.
Is this my water? Whose water?
Oh,
is
we need
that?
waters.
There's somebody
There
left
was
a
one
water.
there, but I chugged mine. There was already
This
This
one
is
I
mine.
believe is mine because I'm sitting next
That
to
might be mine,
Sure, can you grab me one?
but I'm going to be honest. I
I
don't.
got it.
so.
I got
I
a
don't know.
That'd be amazing.
seltzer. I got a seltzer in there. I would take.
Oh, Shook's knee's going.
Oh, boy.
On time, low, cool from Scott Iverone. He gets us.
Yeah, see, he gets it.
What's up? We're just hanging out, getting ready to get this thing going. You can see we backed out the camera a little bit to show you more of our glamorous studio.
Hang me, bang me.
Every thanks, buddy. Every single episode, we're gonna back out another 1/4 inch,
Thank you, sir.
and eventually you'll see our feet
Did this?
on OnlyFans.
Hey,
You had one. You want another one?
no, I asked if I could get my seltzer.
Wow, that was wow.
Josh, could you take these like down a smidge?
What? In the fridge.
1, 2, 1,
The
2.
polar. Yeah.
How you doing?
Is that better?
Hey, how you
Right
doing?
there? Okay.
It was hot before.
I was wondering how that made its way into the water bag.
Hey, man.
Come on, man.
Bunch of bad dudes.
Bad hombres.
Oh, excuse me, sir.
They said you sing in the front bottoms. Hey man, I love you, but no fucking way.
I don't even know what that is.
You never
Yep.
heard the front bottoms?
No, I think you're just speaking a different language to me.
He's speaking
Okay,
of
I just
speaker.
heard of the front bottoms. Somebody in the chat definitely knows who the front bottoms are. Thank you.
Throw it up there.
Under the
I had a
stairs,
question.
knew it was so way crazy. That's what I heard. What's your question?
Because we're going to throw the chat up there in a second.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Would it be beneficial to save a new desktop with the
Yes.
Revival logo scooched
Yes.
over?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been bothering me for
Oh, just left
weeks,
left the
maybe
hair.
months.
Yeah, like left.
Center it with what's up there.
So
Just, like,
what I
over
would
here.
love to do,
Touch it some more.
there,
Put more fingerprints on
Yeah.
the screen.
What would you like to do, Shuck?
there's a way that you can actually stream. Well, for us to see it, that's the issue. There's a way to stream the chat like
Pubes all
so
over
that we
the thing.
see it where
Jesus.
there's like no background, like a PNG file.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be super
I
helpful.
have to figure out how to do it.
We got about 3 hours of talking for you to
Yeah, I suppose I could do that today.
So
Don't be alarmed if you start seeing random things pop up on your screen.
Yeah.
I would love for
That
the
would be great. That would be even
revival
better.
background to move like the TV, and no one's actually paying attention to who's watching.
No,
They're
no,
all
no, no,
watching
no.
for the
Just
corner
waiting
bump.
for it to.
I think
Yeah,
that's a good idea actually.
Yeah, we have the attention span of like a fly.
It'll be like
know-
The
yeah.
Office.
That just will not.
yeah.
Josh is like, yeah, new BMW just came out, and all of us are like, oh, nice. Just hit the corner.
So close.
Just cheering it on. I was gonna say if you need more angle there, that's the angle one. The other one can give you a little spinny poo.
Jesus, you just
I'm
tighten
good.
that thing with the might of Grayskull.
Well, like it needs to be tighter, or else it
Yeah.
moves.
You don't want it to dangle and hang.
Yeah.
Flopping all over the place over
Yeah,
here.
jeez, man.
Do you want a floppy swinger?
The angle of the dangle.
Yeah.
Make sure this
Grumpy.
is okay. That's
soft
good.
meat.
We got our shit there.
New episode
Good.
of Topics Under the Stairs was crazy.
I got to get into that.
Actual. Corey, there's a little Maverick tip for you up from Timmy.
XLT 4-door, 33,000 dealerships. So it's one we're getting recalled. In.
Maverick for 33. Huh?
Yeah.
That's
it- that must
10,000
have-
more than what?
I must have every single thing checked off on
Yeah.
it. For $33,000 as an XLT.
Well,
It's not even a Lariat.
maybe that's the adjusted price. Though might not be.
Well, he was telling me, Tim Carnes last week, he was saying this particular dealership doesn't put markups on their vehicles, which I visited their
Oh.
website, and in
Doesn't,
fact, they don't. But it seems as if they select every possible option.
You go up there and wheel and deal with this guy.
Yeah,
Deal and wheel.
deal and wheel. But an XLT is like the mid tier, so it must have the tow pack, the off road pack, the FX4 pack, the technology pack.
Pack.
Yeah. It's
Floor
just
mats.
every single. Yeah. It's got the weel locks,
It's got
truck
the-
bed liner. It's got everything.
It's got the Simonize.
Ceramic Simonized now.
They Simonized it.
Hello, Dylan.
Dylan.
Dylan,
Hola.
you son of a bitch.
What's going on in there?
Big shouts. Best movie ever.
Do you spit hot fire?
No. Well, I do. Dylan. But I was talking about Predator.
Oh.
Come on, man.
They sold 7 of those trucks this week, Corey.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean that.
There's a
makes
market.
sense.
There's
Yeah,
a market out there.
Everybody loves
definitely
him.
a market for sure.
You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. Yep.
Yeah, real super entertaining pre-show going on today.
It's just really
I
brilliant.
think we
that's it.
expelled all energy.
On the sim.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
we got a
sim.
sim now.
And
It's a sim rig.
We just might
Having-
stop doing the podcast.
having
Yeah, we might
pizza.
just- we might just
go
rig.
full.
I just rig now.
4 mics in a sim rig.
It would be cool to do that. Like stream the game and then have all of us just have mics and talk shit. while
That's
one
what we're
person's
going to have to
listening.
do, come Christmas time when we do a 24-hour episode.
Yeah.
Got a lot
I
of,
gotta wait till Christmas.
No topic.
we
just
figured do it
sim rig
for,
ripping.
do it for a good cause, if you will.
Doing it for the kids.
Yep. Something.
Let's see. What else do I have? Oh, those B4B numbers.
Oh, good call.
Yeah, let's get those firing off, and then once we have that, we should be good.
Why
Get it
is
back on
NASA swag like a
Listen.
big deal now?
Is it?
All these people with NASA shirts and sweatshirts.
It's
Really?
been like that for a while.
Because
I have-
astronauts
I
are
have a
cool as
couple
fuck.
NASA
I hope
things
NASA's
myself.
actually getting the money
No, they definitely
It's probably public domain because they weren't all about that. Winnie the Pooh just became public domain.
because
Yeah,
he's
did
so
you
old.
see the horror movie that's coming out, the Winnie the Pooh?
No.
Yeah, I saw like a whole thing. It's like a guy wearing a Winnie the Pooh mask, but he's like holding a sledgehammer.
I'm into it.
Public domain, baby. You just do what you want.
Fuck around and find out. Let me add these
Public
up
domain skate video.
real quick.
What kind of
Let's
video?
go.
Public domain. Powell Peralta skate video. You probably weren't even alive yet.
No, I've never seen that one.
Exactly.
Shook's technically older than me.
How old are you?
32.
Oh, you were alive.
I was alive. I've just never seen that one. I think the oldest skate video that I've seen that I could recall. Yeah, right?
Really?
The look on Scott's face when he said, "Yeah, right."
There's like 3 generations of
Yeah, that
movies
was-
before
Yeah, the
that.
zero.
Like
one,
Ardo
I-
Sari was in that. That was the way late. That
Corey
was
here.
killer.
No,
Sorry
Ardo
video?
Sari was
Sorry video.
and
Cheese
did
and
Flip
Crackers.
sorry.
Oh, the
Okay.
flip sorry.
Cheese and crackers was great. Yeah.
That was a good
And
one.
they didn't
On
get
the
PJ Ladd apart in that, so we had the wonderful, horrible life. Remember that PJ Ladd video?
Yes.
That was so sick.
Yeah,
It's,
remember
his part in that video is like every Northeast person.
Yeah, it's just remarkable. Yeah.
with the what's the guy? Owen Wilson was in. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
What was the DC shoe one with Rob Dyrdek and Big?
I don't know. That's
I mean, that's
cool.
like
Too
mid
new.
to late 2000s.
Yeah, I don't remember what the DC shoe one. It wasn't very good.
No idea. Yeah, right is amazing. Don't get me wrong. I'm just laughing because there's
So
so
many.
many videos
Yeah.
before that from them, from Girl.
Yeah, I don't
stuff.
remember. I don't remember any of the ones before that. I know I watched like the Sorry one with, or no, Ardo Sorry.
It's
Flip
Flip
Sorry.
It's-
Sorry video.
Flip.
That was a
Sorry.
killer video too.
SORRY. Sorry.
Yeah,
Whoa,
That's an
that,
amazing video. That
Jeff Raleigh like
Changed
skating in like
That's
the
the one
French
with-
countryside.
no,
Was it-
that's it's not Jeff Raleigh.
Oh no, it's what's
Tom
that guy's-
Penny.
Tom Penny, yeah.
that is the one with Ardo Sorry though, right? Where he runs up the staircase with the board upside down and throws
Yes.
it and it hits the ground and flips.
Yes.
That's insane.
there's some hippie dude in like the past 2 years or so. that
Reggie
I've seen.
Jackson.
Is that the dude? Like straight up hippie, and he does
All crazy.
How into
obscure,
skating are you?
Wait, who
ridiculous
is he?
stuff.
I'm thinking about starting my own little page where I think I can do 365 different tricks.
So do
And
one a day.
I'm going to put one a day.
One a day.
365 different tricks. That's a lot.
But a trick would consider
Ollie.
you leaving the board or
The board leaving you. That happened to me
something
all
like
the time.
that. Like
Ass hitting
yeah.
the pavement.
Every
Yeah,
time
but
I three flip.
board
the
entering
board
you.
leaving the ground or you leaving the board.
Okay.
Board leaving the ground, or you? Okay.
Would you start simple, go hard? But
Yeah, but I would never throw in like a crazy one every once in a while just
Who's
to
the
maybe
hippie
keep
guy?
people.
What's a hippie guy?
like day
Attention.
365 is a 3-flip sex change.
I started thinking about it. 365 is a
You see
lot of
these guys-
tricks, but I might have to take it to like a quarter pipe or a box or something. Even
You see-
though I'm
That's
not that
crazy.
good at box stuff, but like mini ramp,
Mini
mini
ramp.
ramp champ right here.
Right,
Metro
you
skate is a good.
You see
Why
these
don't
guys
you
doing
own a mini ramp?
540 flips now?
Because my friend does.
Okay. Fair
and
enough,
I don't know.
I'll come break my knees on a mini ramp. You
Yes,
just let
that's
me
what he
know.
wants.
It's tiny. It's in my friend's garage, a couple minutes from my house.
Will I hit my head on anything?
It's like 2.5 feet. No.
Maybe
The ground.
It's a 2.5 footer.
Yeah, it's small.
Oh, that's the jam.
It's really fun, and it's in his garage.
terrible at that.
Yeah, these guys doing 540 flips and doubles and shit now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Not a big deal for you, a 540 flip.
Well, if I started
Damn.
skating again,
Shook's almost
There you
old
go.
enough to act like an adult.
They're being brutal in the chat
tough.
today.
They are.
That's tough.
And where was Simrig Mario Kart?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be sick.
It would be really fun.
You can funny
Use an
enough,
emulator.
there is no. You can drift Rainbow. What's the name?
Oh,
of it?
in
Rainbow
Assetto?
Road. Yeah, Rainbow Road. Me and my friends drift it in Seto.
I'd like to give that a try.
It's incredible.
Does it
I
move?
just
In fact,
like,
try.
I
It does
just
exactly
quit
what the
video
old
games right
school
when Mario
64
Kart
does.
came out. Like,
Ah,
just done.
Done with video games?
Pretty much. I actually used to work at an arcade. You know what an arcade is? And spent a
crazy.
lot of
Of course I
time
know what an
there.
arcade
And then
That's crazy.
big
you,
shouts.
you don't want to go home and play on a console if you're working at an arcade.
Which arcade?
Noah's Arcade.
Connecticut?
Smiles in Milford.
Smiles in Milford. Dude,
I
I
was
had a
a tech.
birthday there.
Oh, sick. I fixed the pinball machine when you smashed it or you broke the joystick on Mortal Kombat.
I played a lot of Time Crisis. That was my favorite game.
Okay.
Oh, and Marvel vs. Capcom is a slammer, yeah.
The ball pit in the basement, the whole thing. Like I built half
Oh
that
my
thing.
God. Did you ever see
Oh my
the?
god.
Everything.
I don't know if it was MythBusters or somebody. They like cleaned a ball pit,
Yeah,
Disgusting.
disgusting.
and it's the
Pooping
worst shit I've ever seen.
There's nothing more disgusting than this, though, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, your
Y'all-
phone.
Everybody needs to be wiping them shits down.
Yeah.
I do wipe my phone like once a week. I know you should do it more, but yeah.
During
you
Rona, peak
fucking
Rona, and
poop
I
on
was
your phone and all
working
that.
12 hours a day, 15 hours a day. I had this thing and I was wiping them every day.
I mean, it probably gets clean every time I slide it in and out of my pocket.
No.
No.
You guys,
No, your pocket just gets dirtier.
You guys. That's like if the soap hit the floor, does the soap get dirty? or
Larry,
Does the floor
Ammo
get clean?
NYC Larry did tests too, and he's like, your belt and your phone are the most disgusting things.
My
you do.
belt?
I can see
The
your
front
You know
belt.
how
of your
long I've
belt.
had my belt?
yeah, you guys are wimps.
How long? All right,
That's
so it's
bullshit.
2022. I got my belt in 2006.
That's a solid belt.
Holy shit!
16 years.
It's probably
Wow.
made of straight
I've-
disease right now.
I have a leather studded belt that I got.
Triple row? Sick,
Triple row.
Josh.
Triple row.
OG.
Sick.
like,
row.
This is a proper OG one.
Sick.
yeah, you're gonna wear that next time.
Scratch so many fucking fenders with that.
Oh my
thing.
God, destroyed so many things. And I wore it while I rode, so like the back of it, or the all around it's so fucked up from falling,
Yeah.
landing on my ass
it's
and
cool.
scraping
It's probably
across.
kind of cool then, actually.
Yeah.
It is.
It's
I don't
patina.
know where it is now.
Patina,
actually.
yeah.
But actually, no, I do know where it is.
You
But
go
yeah,
grab
it
that thing.
was one of those things because like you used to be able to get the ones from Hot Topic, which weren't real actual leather.
Yeah.
This is a fucking.
Had to kill a man for it.
This is like Angry Young and Poor leather studded belt.
Wow.
Got to break that
Used to
thing
be
in.
that guy.
Takes a while.
Well,
Ready to roll?
who is that?
Earl.
That hippie skater again.
Richie Jackson.
Richie Jackson. I want to look up. We'll watch one of his videos later. It's fucking.
I watch a lot of like
unreal.
skate stuff. I have no idea who he is.
Who do you think the best skater is now?
Currently,
What?
Who do you think the best skater is now?
Oh,
That right
Matter
there,
of opinion.
no, homeboy from New
Park
York.
skater,
What's
park
his name?
skater. What's in your opinion? Who do
Oh
you
my
think is the
god,
best
what's his
park skater?
name?
I feel like everybody says Nija.
This dude out here is straight
No.
looking like Charles
Not
Manson.
Nija.
Yeah.
Who's the guy that run Skater of the Year 2 years ago? Oh, what's that guy's name?
Mason Silvio.
No,
was
he won this
one.
year.
Yeah,
Ice?
this Mark Succi.
Yeah, Mark
Mark has a style
killer,
people
dude.
like for sure.
I used to
It's
be.
a matter of opinion. Like I'm a little bit old school.
Jamie
so
Foy's pretty
Yeah.
ridiculous.
You see certain things, but I see other stuff, and I'm like, ugh, gross.
Wow,
Yeah.
this Richie Jackson video has 11 million
Even your
views
boy
on it.
Mark
because it's
Suchu?
like absurd what he
good style.
does.
I like him, but like I watched him on a podcast and not like 3 hours, and then I was like, It kind of seems like I don't know.
Oh, the guy sucks?
You met your
No,
hero.
it's just no.
No,
I've
that's
met
fair.
my hero, Rodney Mullen, and I got to skate with him for a while.
Rod the God.
Was
You a
that
big
cool
Andy
though?
Anderson?
It didn't ruin it.
What?
It didn't ruin it.
No, he's super shy, antisocial, but he still like said stuff. I did a couple tricks. He's like, yeah, I got some dap and stuff. Like,
Woo!
fucking,
That's crazy.
trust me. Yes, it was, and I was on a high for probably
met-
a year after that.
Hey, you know what? I saw Rodney Mullen yesterday. That was like that. You got to work. You're like, hey, the printer's not working. I don't care. I saw Rodney Mullen yesterday. So.
You big Andy Anderson guy now?
No, but I dig him because he does front foot ollie impossibles, which I used to do all the time, and nobody could do them.
In and out of stuff.
right, and
It's
like
fucking crazy.
exactly.
Ollie
He did some
a front foot
something-
Ollie
something-
impossible out of a 50-50.
Right,
It's like,
off
how's
a
that-
rail.
How?
What?
Yeah, he's badass.
Yes.
Wears a helmet though, gets a lot of flack.
I like guys who do lines. If you're only going to do just one trick, or you're going to do,
I know what
you're
you're
just
talking
going to do a
about.
huge rail. I want to see a guy
Yeah,
do
it's
like
fun.
a couple flip tricks and then
Right.
end her down a big rail.
Yeah,
or
you
something.
like a
yeah.
what's the word?
line.
Yeah, a line, but technical.
Yes.
I
Oh,
followed Day One.
my nickname at the skate park.
was
So
rough.
I had to skip a whole generation. My generation basically quit skateboarding, but I kept skateboarding. So I go to the skate park now. There's actually skate parks when previous generation there wasn't. So I start going to the skate parks and there's kids already. So you start talking, hanging out, and they nickname me TFG, technical fat guy. 'Cause I could do all these tech tricks, but I was old and I was fat.
That's
I respect that a lot. I haven't been to the park in Bristol yet.
The one that's been there for 1,000 years, CT Skate.
No, it's by the park.
Oh, the actual outside one?
Yeah, by the
Oh,
baseball
yeah,
park.
Yeah, I've been there all the time.
It's
That's a pretty good
packed.
one. Yeah,
Packed
yeah.
every fucking day.
Yeah,
I need to go.
I just know you're really good at skateboarding.
I'm off my game, but that's the funniest part, okay? Because I'm old, I'm fat, and I'll stick it on my board. I'm telling you, I can kickflip and heel flip in a few tries. How does that muscle memory work when it could go like 5 months without skateboarding?
You just
It's like riding
you
a
can
bike.
just do like
Because I'm the same way. Like, I don't skate, but look at my shoe. Because if I see a skateboard, I'm like, yo, let me get a kickflip.
yeah, but
These are my
it's
work
just
shoes.
wild.
I don't even care.
And it's funny now
This
that
guy
you're
doesn't
older
care.
and you're out of shape.
This guy over there doesn't care.
Doesn't
don't
even
care.
care.
I don't care, bro. Bang out a kickflip whenever I see.
Let me get a kickflip real
Kick
quick.
flip, nollie flip, heel flip, like it board flips, whatever.
This guy's nollie flipping.
I don't
you
know if
try
I
and
can hit a
do
nollie
you
flip
try and
today.
do a
I know you
360
can't.
flip, and you realize how much energy it takes.
A lot.
And you're like, you squat down, and you got to put your feet kind of stupid because you're older to get it to flip all the way around. It's hilarious.
So I could scoop them good.
You can scoop them.
Like
Scoop 'em.
I can three flip, no effort. The issue is I can't land on it. The
If you
landing
do
on
an
it takes
ollie
effort.
and you kick your front foot off of the board and stick it out, what's that called?
Ollie North.
Ollie North.
No, it's not. It's an ollie 1 foot, you idiots. Look up a guy named Frankie Hill. Nothing better than a big
No.
fat ollie 1 foot.
You want
Ollie
to do it
North.
now?
Get the fuck out of
It's
here.
Ollie
Because
North.
you're too old. It's
What?
Ollie North. Everybody knows. After Oliver
Respect your
North.
elders.
After your boy Oliver North, famous from the Vietnam War.
I
Peter.
could never no comply, but that was like one of my favorite tricks.
Really?
Yeah, where you just like 1 foot off and let it fucking pop up shit. I think that's so cool. What? You have a different name for that?
No, I can do 10 different variations of that.
I know. All my friends could. I couldn't do it.
Some would take a while to get back, but take
I
a
had a
while, but
friend
they're
who could
fun.
no comply 3 flip. No comply hard flip.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know how
that's
they were
like
doing it.
Yeah, that's BS though.
yeah, that's like a
This is-
gimmicky trick
this is
in my
fucking
opinion.
It's
German.
gimmicky, but it
I'm
looks
just a 180.
I
You
will
do a
like
no comply
break
180
down
is the
like a
best.
no comply off a parking block and show you how all the kids are doing it wrong because once you smack it, you got to jump up in the air and put your foot on it, not smack it, wait for it to hit the ground, and
And
you
then
put your
hop on
foot
it.
back on.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
freaking
no, yeah, no, they were
weak
like,
sauce. It's terrible.
You fucking tell them. You tell them.
Yeah, I'm crabby old man. I'll show up at a skate park and just start wrecking kids. Like, what
nice
the
trick,
fuck was
you
that?
loser.
Yeah.
You
Do
did a
it
poop
better.
slide.
Do it better.
Landed bolts, bitch.
Once is luck, twice is skill. Get the fuck out of here.
I like this idea.
This is good. This is good. All right.
I think we need to film this. I think we're ready to go.
Yeah.
Shirk, you ready?
Oh, the mouse is upside down.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, I'm ready.
Now you ready?
See.
Oh, we. All right, let's roll. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Josh Garcia, and this is the Revival Motoring Podcast. As always, I'm joined by a Chuck Who
Hello.
and Corey.si.
Hello, hello.
Manning the ivories today, Shooky over there.
Hello. Do I sound older now?
Yeah.
Is that
great.
right? So you need to sound like an adult now. And in the big chair, our friend Mr. Scott Norton coming to hang out. We have a particular topic to discuss today. And that's going to be some of the biggest automotive blunders, maybe a bit of a gate, perhaps some gasoline, maybe some explosions, things like that. We also asked you for your input, so we will cover those answers as well. Before we get rolling, this episode is brought to you by you, all you out there listening with your nice little peachy eardrums. This is because of you that we can help do this without any advertisements right up here at the front of the show. All the B4B subs, you play a gigantic role in helping me sleep at night and, you know, keeping this thing a-moving. We have some lights. Our rent's paid. You know, we're okay right now. I think we're moving in the right direction. So Chuck will talk about that later on in this episode to get you cued in. We'll have some input from you guys that sent us some reviews, mentions, and messages and things like that. Another big thing is, again, huge shouts to Mystic Scenic for this lovely redesign of said studio. We're still working the cameras and the angles. We got to get the MySpace angles a little bit better. But huge shouts to them for giving us a place to grow into, to call home. Nice comfort. And big shouts to our landlord for getting the AC all squared away, because it's nice to have a nice little nest temperature I can control from home.
Our boy Warren knocked us out of the park here.
Big shouts, big shouts. It's honestly pretty cool because I set it at home yesterday, and I'm like, oh, cool. Nobody's there, so we can pump
Nobody's
it up.
there.
Pump it down.
60
It's
degrees.
55.
It was a concern of mine. I was like, oh, is it going to be boiling hot in there?
No, we think it was
Not
last
anymore,
week.
people.
I think we fixed it.
Yeah.
Well, we'll know by the end of this
it
one.
is
Yeah, yeah.
comfortable in here. Very
Yeah, and that's what we just want comfort.
I can already
That's
tell
it.
it's not good.
No, I can
Yeah,
feel
sure.
the air.
It's probably 30 degrees colder than last week. I had a
Yeah.
spatula my ass out of this leather chair. I'm like, all right, I'll see you guys.
Somehow the chair
Love to
was
see it.
inside of you. And it was cool because in our garage space, there used to be a bunch of HVAC
Octopus.
ducting. Right, the big old octopussy. And that is gone now, so we have a lot more room to grow, literally and figuratively. So big shouts to everybody. Again, B4B subs, Mystic Scenic, Landlord, all that good stuff. Heading in the right direction. So let's get rolling and jump right into
If you'd like to leave a callback number,
Les
press 2.
Callbacks.
I haven't been charged for those improvements yet, so we'll see how good it actually worked.
Could be great.
Or if that building
Yeah,
come in.
he spent a lot of time here. A concerning amount of time here.
There's some negotiating on talking time as well.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out.
What do you got, Josh?
I get something immediately. This
Fire it
this
off.
fires back to last week's episode. Obviously, it's a callback. My God.
Oh my God.
This comes from Russ Newman.
Russ Newman.
He just says, yo, call back to
Yo.
yesterday's episode about the most likely vehicle accidents and drunk drivers. And he just writes, shouts to the drunk asshole in a Dodge Ram pickup that totaled my JZX 100 Chaser.
Oh.
And he provided some photos.
Oh, that's not cool.
Not good at all. It did
Fucking
work out
Rams,
for
dude.
him. For him, I don't have the rest of it, but I basically, provided a response of what the fuck. Like, that sucks.
And Revival bought him a brand new car.
No, he has another nicer one, thankfully.
God bless.
Moved on and got that sorted. So it's not like that took him out of the game entirely, but it is still, a
I mean,
shitty
Chase
sucks.
is
thing.
cool.
Yeah.
That's not, but Chases are cool.
As long as he's okay,
That's even
big
cooler.
win.
Right, big
That's a
thing.
big win.
Matter of fact, another big win.
Don't have to grant any T's and P's.
Big, glad you're okay to our friend and circle jerk, main jerk there,
T's and P's.
showrunner of the jerks. Kyle, he got into a bit of a tank slapper.
Yeah, a wheel exploder.
Two of them.
Yeah.
Could have gone much, much worse.
Mm-hmm.
He unfortunately suffered a pretty hefty concussion. He's still feeling the the ramifications from that. Thankfully, no other broken bones or anything of that nature. I think he spent a night and a half in the hospital. Finally get released, went home, and he's just kind of working through whatever comes with pretty hefty concussion moving forward. So big shouts to him. Glad he made it. Again, shouts to all the circle jerks. They went to Pocono this weekend as well. So I'm sure there's some video stuff, photo stuff coming from them soon enough. I have a vlog I'm kind of sitting on from the New Hampshire race.
Yeah.
I just didn't feel
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, let me get this all sorted while Kyle's laid up in the hospital.
I'll tell you
and
what,
put this thing out.
a big for that Tacoma.
That Tacoma, yeah.
I just seen him like the week before and was just like, man, that's such a good looking Tacoma. And wow,
it's
I mean, it performed well.
it's not gonna make it. It's not gonna make
Man's alive. That Tacoma
Yeah.
ain't making it.
it. Yeah. So again, truly, it honestly was like a, kind of a scare.
Yeah, dude.
Unsure of what was happening. Like there's a handful of stuff, and that's for Kyle to explain and things like that. But we were being updated. I forgot. It was like afternoon or nighttime. Oh no, it was at night after on Thursday. I think it was. We started to find more and more out, and Kyle will explain that, I'm sure, when he's back on the show. He obviously wasn't there this week. I think he'll be back next week, but we'll hear more about that. He'll tell a story and how that all went. Big shouts to him for being okay. So I think I have more callbacks, but somebody else want to chime in?
We got some Mark IIs for sale.
Mark IIs.
I told the boys I shouted out. Scott's days perked up.
Uh-oh.
I don't know
What?
if these are for you.
We got the number one Mark II buyer in the house.
Yeah, so Katie Designs, they got 2 Mark IIs for sale right now. One is mainly just good for its drivetrain, so it's an ABA. There's some other cool parts on it, but the car itself may be too far gone, but if you're looking for some good parts and a good deal. Another one, it's got a 180, a car, some HRE wheels, a wiring harness, it's ready to go.
So
Just have to-
that one.
Some assembly required.
So on that project for Bobby,
yeah.
hey,
Uh,
sometimes
but-
you got to move them.
118, never lose.
118 never lose. So if you're interested in a nice little project or 2 projects or some good drivetrain stuff, hit me up and I can get you in touch.
Get
Oh,
you
how's your
sorted.
boy?
Yeah. Well, someone out there is always looking to dabble.
Yeah, for
One
sure.
has the really cool wing, correct?
What?
This one right over here
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
has a really
Yeah, I was
neat
like-
wing.
It's definitely neat. I don't know if it's cool.
I want to go.
Also,
Different.
it's
It's
different.
interesting.
Different.
It's an
Horrific.
interesting
Yeah,
way.
it's a horrific
I
way.
Mark
bet you could
II?
find something to
Yeah.
put it on though. After
Mark
you
II.
buy it.
What?
Jetta.
The Jetta.
Oh,
Yeah.
You could stick anything on that.
this person did. That's the one with the good drivetrain.
When you say Mark II, I just think of 2-door golf only. I guess you
There he is.
Yeah.
forget.
There's
There's,
a guy.
other
There's
models.
other stuff, right?
If you are
There's
interested,
no other models in my mind.
hit me up and I can put you in touch with the boys. And I just got signed out of Google. Fuck you, Google.
Oh, what a
Yeah, Google.
Fuck
Okay,
it.
Google.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. You hear me? Loud and clear.
I have a quick throwback to last week's show.
throwback. I like that.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
throwback, callback. I once got busy in a Burger King bathroom. No, that whole story is crazy because A, I do enjoy some Burger King,
Yeah.
but B,
That's crazy.
a KFC right by my house,
Yep.
crazy murder type shit happened, and they of course leveled the place, turned into a Krispy Kreme donut.
Hell yeah.
Someone
Then
got
that
murdered.
That's a
place-
there.
victory.
Then that place didn't make it, and now it's the Bella Subs. But
What the fucking
like
what the
what a
Dubella?
crazy murdering, multiple murders in a place. And like, just remember being younger, and I'm like, yo, that's like right down the street from my house.
Yeah.
That's 25 houses away. Holy crap!
It's just that kind of energy.
Which reminds me, if you're listening right now, you should go murder our like, comment, and subscribe buttons. Execution style, like the Murder King, right now.
Oh my god! What a transition!
Great tie-in.
Three KFC employees accused of murder.
Jesus, it's like a thing. Like
Terrible. It's
dare
terrible.
I say, working in a fast food environment is high stress, and perhaps makes people.
Now these people are robbing the joint
Oh, okay.
This says
KFC.
here they were killing the manager. They were
in Milford.
yeah.
Yeah.
Connecticut?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Hey, listen. Hard times.
Yeah.
You got to kill a KFC employee.
99 was rough.
You know, I
99.
1999.
I mean, I think they were just planning on the world Y2K.
Let me think. 99. How old?
Yeah, they were.
This is April 5th,
No,
99.
I'd quit McDonald's by then. I was at the arcade, but I worked
Yep.
at McDonald's my first job.
as soon as you left, stringer murders. Serious stringer murders never solved. As soon as you left the arcade, more murders.
So after this, that's this one guy. I mean, it's only one guy got murdered.
Really?
That's what it says. It's one
Wait,
dude.
Okay.
there were a
They
bunch.
leveled the place?
There were a bunch of murders, and after those murders, there was only one murder.
No, it's just the only murder that came
Oh,
up for
single
the
murder.
KFC. It was a single murder. I don't think that's caused to level the place.
Oh, well, they did.
I mean, what kind of business doesn't have a murder every now and then?
We used to have GTGs in the Krispy Kreme parking lot. Anybody know what a GTG is?
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Wasn't a Cars and Coffee. It was just a GTG.
Yeah, it was-
G2Gs.
Wasn't
GTGs were typically
not early enough for cars with coffee.
evening.
Correct.
Yeah.
For years, I thought it meant good to go. But
It does, but it also
can
means
The
mean
same
that
with
too.
together.
same as NBD with skateboarders. Doesn't mean no big deal.
Never
It's
been
never
done.
been done.
Same as NBHNC.
No butthole, no care. What was that? Is anyone up? Do you
Yeah,
remember
is
that?
anyone
Oh
up?
my God. I remember our buddy Frank from Connecticut got NBHNC as his license plate.
Wow.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Big shouts to the buttholes.
Incredible shots to the
Hey,
buttholes.
Shook, how's the build going?
Yeah, Shook Bill.
Hey, how is that going? It's going.
Oh yeah, don't
Nowhere.
sound it. Yeah, there
It's
we
going
go.
nowhere. Okay, so let me ask you a question.
I ordered.
No, hold on a second.
Yeah,
Go
don't
ahead.
say anything.
So I saw you this past week, and we'll get to where. Did that give you any motivation to kind of get cracking on it?
No.
It did.
Okay. I was hoping so.
You know what I did since then?
What'd you do?
Nothing.
What did you order?
Subframe reinforcements for the front.
What do you need subframe reinforcements for?
So
Is this a
Show
while you're
cars
in
don't
there?
need reinforcement.
the apparently the motor mounts, because they're mounted through the front subframe, they sell reinforcements for them, and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna buy that. It's unnecessary. I've never heard of a singular person having an issue with it. So when my friend pulled his S50 swap out, he noticed that his subframe was bent and cracking, and so he ordered the reinforcements. I'm like, that's crazy. I have a 302. Mine never did that. Then when I took my subframe apart to scuff it up and paint it to throw it back together, the car on the ground, I noticed that my subframe was bent real bad and about to have the motor mount ripped through it. So I ordered
One step forward, two steps back.
Garagistic reinforcement plates that should be here today.
You gotta weld
when
those
you're
in or
listening
what?
to- Yeah, I'm gonna weld them in Friday. So
Well, that's at least a,
something.
it didn't rip out right
No.
after you finished the car.
It looked like a little hill. And I was like, ooh, that's bad. So I hammered it back down with a mallet. And now going to weld that plate in. But the car will be on the ground this weekend, so I'm doing something.
There you go. All right, well, we'll talk next week.
Yeah.
It
I
seems like-
had to do SI preventative maintenance, which for anybody listening, now I'm not talking shit about a company, but just get the OEM brand. Don't get another one
Sounds like he's talking
that
shit.
starts with G and ends with 8s. Just get the OEM Honda stuff.
I don't even know what that means, but okay.
Yeah. For what part?
So I needed to do a tensioner.
Okay.
So I bought the whole tensioner and serpentine belt kit. So I'm like,
Yeah.
hell yeah, it's going to be easy as hell. I'm just going to unbolt the stock shit, throw the shit on. So I take all the stock shit off, throw the gates stuff on, turn it on. I noticed that the belt's like walking to the inside of the tensioner. I'm like, this is going to fly off.
Yeah.
So I tried like a couple things trying to fix it, readjust it. Nothing's working. I know I have the belt on correctly. So then I'm like, well, these bearings are brand new. The old bearings are toast. So I pressed all the bearings out of the pulleys that Gates sent me, put them in the OEM pulleys, and it's still out of alignment. I'm like, okay, well, that wasn't it. So then I take the Gates pulley tensioner off and put the OEM Honda tensioner back on. Everything lines up perfectly.
Oh, shoot.
So I spent $80 for a whole kit for a tensioner, and the only thing that I got to use was 2 bearings and a belt. So I could have just ordered bearings and a belt.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, just buy the OEM shit, man. It was like if
Was
there
the
was an
OEM
FCP,
stuff more expensive?
yeah, but
By how
not-
much?
I honestly didn't even look.
Save $3.
You
I was gonna say, how much time did you put in?
probably like an hour, and it was miserable. And like, if I had to guess, yeah, it's probably like maybe
3.
twice as expensive. But like, there's no FCP for Honda stuff. So FCP, if
FCP
you're listening-
Asia.
Not yet.
Let me get
When
some
are they gonna
Honda
start
stuff,
dipping
man.
their toe in that? You
I
know?
don't know.
All right.
Well, all right, cool. We got a solid Shook update.
Yep.
I look forward to next week.
Yes.
Yeah, gonna be a great one.
I also put my
Exhaust on
my
the Civ.
firm exhaust on,
You're a
How'd that
firm.
work?
and so far it's cost me $40.
I was gonna say. I was gonna say.
You
have
really
have
did.
you made your first
I
payment?
really did it.
You affirmed an exhaust?
I
Yeah.
affirmed an exhaust.
this
and
guy
you know
lives.
what?
This guy lives the lyrics.
I'm only gonna pay $37 in interest. I know you're jealous. I know.
I am. I'm extremely jealous of the content you're providing the show because
You're right. Hey, listen, somebody had to do it. We had a whole episode about it, and I
What-
dipped my toe in.
When are you gonna pay it off?
Next year,
2027.
That's next year.
Okay.
I'll probably be paying for the exhaust when the car's completely totaled at that point.
So I was wondering.
You remember
3
we did a
cars
whole
from now,
episode
you're gonna-
built around a firm, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it was so much fun.
Yeah, but yeah,
We should do it again.
you
I know,
should.
we
But
should.
listen,
Mod payments.
after
A
a
lot's
year,
changed.
the only interest I'm paying is I think $36, $37.
What do you
I'll
mean?
take it.
We got to do that episode.
If you don't
again.
hit, is it 0% or no?
It's really low.
Don't
percent.
miss
I
a
don't know.
single payment. Don't
Yeah.
actually set up auto pay because ruin your credit for $37 is all I had to pay in
I
interest.
have it on auto pay.
Okay, good.
There you go. All right.
Yep. Moving right along. Any other callbacks?
Do we ever?
Okay. Oh yeah, there's a lot.
Weekend events. I got all sorts of stuff broke. But weekend events.
We can do. Let me. Before that's a big one. Let's.
Oh, you want to do some other stuff? All
Yeah.
right, you guys ready for this?
I'm ready.
I think I talked about last time how I wiggled the top of the glass out of my GTR
Oh,
Si, senor.
and how it was didn't feel safe to drive around.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out it wasn't safe to pull it out, boys. They went to pull that thing out,
Yeah.
and it exploded.
Hasta llama ding dong.
Is it glue in or is it a gasket?
Glue in with the gasket. Round 1 and round 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it's well, not anymore. Now it's just pieces.
Jesus.
So exploded in the
So
whole
long,
car.
sweet prince.
Yeah, bunch of
You
glass
just
dust on
gonna
that
go,
thing. I'm about to blow it off, I think. I don't even know how you get it off.
Are you gonna go full Lexan now?
No, Lexan sucks. So I'm not doing Lexan. So if anybody's holding an R32 coupe rear glass, holla at your boy.
Is it GTR specific?
No, just coupe.
Well, that's good. That's good. Right? Right? You know?
I mean, yeah, it could be worse.
It's not like they sold the coupes here, anyways.
No, but it's not like there's a lot more
True, yeah.
coupes.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a lead. We're chasing it down.
Good luck.
So that exploded. So now, yeah, I need a windshield and I need a gasket. And it's nice because the gaskets are plentiful, so it's only $500 for the gasket. So I have that
And I
coming.
bet you the gasket doesn't do anything. It only probably
probably
makes
just
the edge of the
aesthetics.
glass look good. Aesthetics.
Yeah,
Exactly. It's like an aesthetic
It
gasket
doesn't
for
actually
sure.
do anything.
Right.
So I got
Dressing.
Did you look into? I don't even want to say it. You're just gonna get all mad.
Let me hear.
Did you look into Lexan?
Yeah.
You're gonna do
No.
Lexan window?
Lexan's terrible.
Like
I-
you go to clean it once and it's totally
I
scratched.
quickly ran by
looks like a
Jesse.
cloud.
Like I was like, hey, GTR windshield killed itself. What do you think about Lexan?
Oh yeah, transport from Perth, Australia for a glass is
Yeah, it's gonna be power glass, buddy. I wish Jack Adams saying he's got a buddy with one, but yeah, I wish, man. I don't think it's gonna get here. It's gonna just be a pile of glass. So yeah, that sucks. So and I got a bunch of stuff coming in for have a big to do coming for that car, and it's showing up tomorrow, and I got to figure this out first, obviously. So
Yeah.
I mean that baby's probably off the road for the rest of the season. if I'm
Where
honest.
is the glass? Is it on like the trunk and shit?
It's on the rear fenders, all the entire cab of the car.
I'm just like cab is one thing. Like
Vacuum the glass off of the body.
that's what I mean.
You
It's
think
just
vacuum
like,
off?
Yeah.
Yes, because I had the tornado come through and it blew out a window in my garage all over my rally golf, and I vacuumed it off very slowly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like almost like, delicate pulled straight up versus
And then do with a full foam bath, whatever. Don't let
Yeah.
anything touch the car, probably for because the minuscule things will scratch the paint.
Oh yeah. In the medium performance, you get a windshield. There's a rear windshield, which sucks because they don't like blow up a lot. So
It's
Yeah.
not the most common thing. You know?
yeah, I should vacuum that off. I mean, right now it's just sitting there doing nothing. In
Where
the back
is the
room.
car?
It's in the back room.
Okay.
When the guy, you were taking out yourself or
No,
a
no,
professional?
glass guy. Yeah,
When he was like, "Whoops!" Like, what did he do?
I wasn't even here when it happened.
Ah,
So
did he
Better
finish?
off.
Did he cut out the rest though, or he's like, "Oh, my job is done here. I'm leaving."
yeah, I think it was more of a my job. He got most of it out. Most of it is.
Okay.
There's not like any big pieces of glass left in the car.
Okay. Yeah, but I'm saying the
But
glass.
there's a
stuck
bunch
to
of
the
glue down to the bottom that has to come off.
Okay.
And he didn't. I mean, he fixed the windshield of my M3, which is no cinch.
Yeah.
So I know he kind of knows what he's doing. But he
He did a better job than Safe Light did on my car.
had no idea. I don't think he had any idea that the car just doesn't exist here. Because he was like, yeah, no, let me check. I can get one for it. And it was like, there's no fucking way you're going to be able to get this.
Right.
Oh yeah, if
Right.
someone told him ahead of time, he might have just taken that much
Extra
This is
more
an
time.
time.
Altima,
Yeah.
right? This is an Altima.
Yeah, it was a Nissan. Noah was there, and the guy's like, "So what is it?" And he's like, "It's a Nissan from Japan." Because I think Noah was telling him it was from Japan, and the guy just thought it was like a Japanese car,
Yeah.
as opposed to from Japan. Like that glass doesn't exist here. It's
As in
like
from
half
the
the
island?
thickness of normal glass. It's pretty wild. So anyway, that sucks.
Yeah.
And I can't see with all the rest of the stuff that's going on with it. I just don't. I don't know.
You got other cars to drive. It's okay.
Sure do. I'll probably
Patch
put that
on the
glass
back.
back in. If I can get one, I'll pop it in right away. I bought the gasket today, so
Yeah.
that fucking blows. So yeah, that happened. What else is going on here? Oh, go ahead.
I saw a new level of speed test, and I don't know if anyone else saw this on Instagram.
What'd you see?
But
Was it us in the driving sim?
no, but John Volk, aka Tesla Bima,
Yep.
on his Instagram posted he's been doing like those launch videos.
Yep.
The like the real-time telemetry, everything.
Draggy. He's using a
Yeah.
draggy.
His new level of speed is putting a banana on the back of a seat and accelerating, and the banana stays put.
Yeah, I love that.
That's cool.
And some
The
kid was
gravity
like,
test.
"You
And
don't
it's-
change gears?" I said, "Nah, he just changed his axles."
Yeah, it's interesting because like how you use a banana for reference.
Yeah.
He's still using a banana for reference.
Love it.
It just like puts the banana on the back of the seat, takes off, and the banana is just planted there.
The guy's a genius. I mean, we know that.
I mean, he's quite literally. I feel like I'm an ape when
When
he talks to
when
me.
talking to
How do
him.
you think I feel?
But like,
Dude opens his mouth. I'm like, how am I even sitting here right now?
What's going
but
on?
like the thing about John too, though, like this whole electric car thing is like a new second thing for him. He's a master metal fabricator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before he even got into anything electronic and coding and programming.
Yeah.
He could cut, weld, whatever crazy
He's
stuff.
like speaking a fourth language at this point.
Right. Like,
yeah, guys.
He's
Exactly.
what we like to call in the industry a gigabrain. A universe
Anyway.
brain.
Shook, I just sent you the link to John Volk's.
Still banana for
Instagram,
reference.
banana.
It's so first time I saw it, I was like, "What's this guy doing over here?" And then I saw the banana. I'm like,
this guy
"Holy
doing?
shit, that's
Banana
a fucking
banana test by popular request.
Yeah,
God
I have.
dang
That's Instagram. It's playable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but where did you send it to me? In Discord?
In the
right?
Discord link.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Fire off.
Going further down Chuck's rabbit hole, spending money this week.
Ooh, fire away.
I had a little crack on my dash on my Z3M.
Oh yeah.
I was driving with my old man today. I went to put the AC on, hit it, blast it right through the dash or the lower shift area. So I also have one of those in the mail now, which cost about as much as that gasket for the GTR. So that sucks. But I just pulled out the defroster and put the AC button where the defroster was. So we're good for now.
Buddy, you gotta.
Check engine lights on too. Yeah,
On the Z3?
I checked it. It's still there.
Yeah, it's still there.
I'm
No.
sure those donuts we
I
did in
know-
the
I
parking
know-
lot
I was
were
gonna
great.
say, yeah.
No, I know what it is, but
Oh,
it's chipped, and when you it's flashed, and when you have the AC on and it's pulling more fuel than it should be able to,
Yeah.
yeah.
so it just gets mad at you. We're looking at the donut test.
The banana test.
Oh my god, that's so funny, dude.
Oh, wow.
so happy I
Yeah,
can
I
use the
mean,
mouse right
just
now.
jump over to Tesla Beamer's Instagram page and you'll check it out. It's up there. It's
Yeah,
funny.
it's awesome.
It's worth taking a look at.
So I broke that. What else did I break?
he has the rest of the groceries in the back too. That's
Oh, yeah.
That's
also
awesome.
good.
He just casually reaches back and grabs the banana. My question is, did he buy a banana or did he buy a banana specifically for this?
Nah, he's buying bananas.
Yeah, he looks like a
He's
banana,
guy.
He's a
Big
fit guy.
Big banana
he
guy.
enjoys the
Definitely in shape,
bananas.
yeah.
The,
Well, hold
the
on.
real
Huge banana
question
guy.
is,
You guys don't eat bananas?
No.
No.
I do.
Okay.
I like bananas. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I don't
That's
eat bananas.
Alright,
No.
good
I
for
eat
you
banana
guys.
bread.
Real question is, how big of
No.
a fruit or vegetable can you do that with?
Cantaloupe.
That's what I mean. Like,
I
are
think you
we,
need a lot of power to hold up a cantaloupe.
are we talking
That's what I'm going for.
a couple melons here?
No, I
Maybe
think
an
A
eggplant?
cucumber can be similar to a banana, so probably a cucumber.
I think the
Definitely
surface
cucumber.
area that the banana covers and
How
the
about a
flatness
pickle?
of it allows that to
There's
do that.
some sort of math.
I don't think you could do it with an
Are you
apple.
saying-
I don't
Yeah.
know if you can do it with a peach.
It's a contact patch.
We got to put this out there.
Right.
See what
The
you can
more
do. What's the biggest
surface
thing you do?
area, the
Watermelon.
easier it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
the biggest fruit or vegetable?
A vegetable?
Tomato.
I mean, throw a celery stalk up. I can hold it up to Civic.
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck? Yeah, I'll throw a baby carrot up there.
Let's
Like,
see
what
what
do
we
you
can.
want?
Let's see
one
what we
thing
can put
of
on the
asparagus.
seats.
One
Asparagus.
Yeah.
Put a whole fucking vegetable roast on my seat and see what happens.
Yeah, cornucopia.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't think it would
horn
be
of
possible
plenty.
with a round.
You know what?
Item.
We could.
I mean, I think you're gonna need like twin turbo Viper power.
Does anybody got a glizzy? We could do it in the RS6 right
Yeah,
now.
you got a glizzy?
Right now, a raw dog glizzy.
Does anybody keep
It'll
that
stick.
thing on him?
We could probably
Throw
get
a
one.
wet dog on your
Oh,
Yes, yes.
We can
I
do a
bet you.
six
I bet
pack.
you the gas station up top has
Oh, it
like
definitely
Oscar
does.
Mayer 6-pack on
the
deck.
Kayams, I saw them.
Yeah.
Ooh, those are good ones.
Those
Yeah,
are the
they
nice ones.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure Andrea Milanakis got some.
That girl Andrea, she wasn't there today. New person.
No, yeah.
New person.
New person over
New
there.
person. Yeah, we hate to
I-
see it.
We want to see a glizzy do it. Let's go.
Let's get it
Revival
going.
motoring. We want to
with the
see
works?
glizzy pull.
With the works.
With the
No,
works.
raw
Yeah.
dog glizzy. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you want to do it with bun, without bun.
Nah, I'm talking with.
No,
you know,
but
the
with
more
bun,
the more mess
bun,
you
Coney
make on
Island
your
sauce, and
passenger
onion.
seat, the
Yeah.
better.
It's gonna have chili. It's gonna be
There's-
chili
yeah,
dogs.
yeah.
There's
Yeah.
mustard all over the seat.
This could be vertical or potentially if you want to help save yourself horizontal. That's fine.
Sure.
Tacoma Build.
Where we at?
Got the soft topper came in today.
Ooh.
Gonna plop that on this weekend.
What's the deal? Is the thing gonna make its way up to Vermont? What do we think?
That's my next story. Probably.
What do you mean a
also,
soft top? A soft top for the bed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the ones that fold down so you can actually use it.
Oh, I thought you were hoping you were going to drill in buttons all along the edge of the bed.
No, I'm
so
gonna do
it would
that as
snap
well.
out.
Just rivet.
Also, I ordered headlights for it because that's the worst headlights on earth.
Terrible.
I'll get them in 16 weeks.
Are they worse than Corey's rental?
Like by candlelight.
I don't believe that they are.
No, I don't think they're worse than
Unless
that.
you have two old women holding whale fat powered lanterns for headlights.
Dude,
Blubber powered lid.
the Kia Soul.
Yeah.
Scott, I had a Kia Soul for like a month and a half.
Look like two big lighters in a glass housing.
My eyesight's just progressively gotten worse as I've gotten older.
I think the car was responsible for, some
All that
degradation.
squinting.
I had to
Yeah.
refrain from driving at night because
I just wouldn't do it.
I just couldn't see.
You had the high beams on and nobody flashed you?
Yeah.
That's when you know you're winning.
Yeah.
It
it's
looked like
supposed to be
somebody duct taped two iPhones with the screens on the lowest brightness setting to the front of the car.
We were driving home last night. My wife was like, "Is it only the running lights?" I'm like, "No. That's
That's all she got, baby.
all she got." I turned just the running lights. No, she's like, "Turn them on." I'm like, okay. There you go. It might not even have running lights, as far as I can tell. But yeah, so 16 weeks. So a little bit of a supply chain issue there.
4 months. You'll have them in time for,
I have for like maybe my birthday ish.
or maybe a few
12 to 16.
Whoa. What do you mean your birthday?
My birthday.
You mean our birthday?
our
Our collective
birthdays.
birthdays.
Yeah.
I'll have them for our birthdays.
Yeah.
Boys, we're
Birthday
gonna install
month.
them.
birthday month.
Birthday brains.
Which brings me to Wolf's Carts next week.
Yep.
Yep.
Which brings me to what car to bring. And I'm going
car
to
to
leave it
bring?
up to the listeners. Nope, just kidding. Gonna bring my Mira because I think that's a great idea. My little K car.
Yep.
I get some nice little accoutrement for it.
Yep.
And the only option is, do I just put it on a trailer and bring it up there with a Tacoma and bring two cars? That'd be hilarious.
Would it? You even need a trailer? Can't you just park it in the bed?
I could.
How do you get it out?
I could park in the bed. How do you get it out?
Ramps.
That's shadier than I'm
I'm
willing
not
to
into
go.
ramps.
Yeah, that's shadier than I'm willing to go.
Especially since you're on the Larry Birds.
Yeah, I'm on the birds.
If it was
Lot of-
lowrider style, that's a
Yeah,
lot
there's
less ramp.
there's a lot of suspension going on.
That's ramp.
A lot of
You
suspension.
need lawnmower ramps. It's steel ones, you know.
So I don't. It would be funny to drive it up there on the back of the Tacoma on a trailer,
Yeah.
but it might suck.
I don't think it would suck.
How fast is it goes 70? No
The
problem.
Mirror goes 90.
Okay. All right. So
Yeah, the mirror rips.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's definitely
28
highway
miles.
speed, easily achievable.
Yeah, I think that might be. It's got AC. It's got a big stereo. Pretty much the same stereo that's
It
in
goes
the Tacoma.
90 with the AC on? No, that's impressive.
Yeah, so it gets there
That's all right, would it?
slower. Yeah, I think I might just bring that thing. I'm very excited. I turned the rear suspension, both sides of the suspension down. I was like driving around like, this is horrific. Like, holy
Yeah.
shit, I put new suspension in this car. Turn it down. It's a Cadillac now.
Tim Connors, yes, we discussed the loading dock, but there's no way to get it out.
Another
Yeah.
loading
We can
dock.
get it.
Yeah, we can get it
On.
in here.
Yeah, I got
Using
loading
loading
docks.
We need
galore
somebody
here.
in Burlington to set
Yeah.
you up with the loading dock.
Yeah, I could put it in with a forklift here. It's
What's
getting it
up?
out.
Bag Rider's got a loading dock?
Maybe.
They must.
I haven't gone to the new. They have to. Yeah.
They have to.
Yeah.
We're going to have to do some measurements.
Or it's just a matter of if.
I don't.
Once you drive it in the building, though, from the loading dock, can you drive it?
Right.
out?
Can you get?
Correct.
Get out.
Is it, or is this like just driving through
If-
the office?
If I'm honest, I don't know if it fit in the bed.
It'd be
Weight
cool.
wise,
It's
it
not
would fit.
fitting. I don't
It
think it's fitting in a Tacoma bed. If it was a full size Americano
Oh, it'd
bed,
fit in the back of my
If you had the
Ram.
2500,
Oh, I can
you
fit
could
two
drive
of
it
them.
around in the back of
I
the
can
bed.
fit two of them sideways.
And you just drink as much whiskey as you want.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
the
think.
whole time.
I honestly, it might fit, but it might
maybe
be.
have
I
an
think
at-fault accident on
it's
your
gonna
way.
be.
Don't claim it, though.
It's gonna be too long. I think.
Oh my
It's gonna be a problem.
Speaking of that, there's a video. It's going around. It's only like 2 days old, maybe. Some life partners, let's call it, a man and a woman, apparently had a road rage incident.
Yeah.
The woman got out of a Dodge Ram and just started firing her gun at people.
Well,
Yeah. I just, but it didn't
I
come
mean,
out of a Cadillac.
it's a
Came-
Ram.
Came out of a
It's a
Ram.
Ram.
of course.
What state was it?
I'm pretty sure it's Middle America somewhere.
If
I'm
can't-
thinking Florida.
If you can't afford it, ram
Texas.
it. Everybody knows.
Yeah,
It's a ram.
it's
It's,
somewhere
a
in the
lady
middle.
with a gun.
Yeah.
Texas.
Nah, Florida or Texas.
Yeah,
Floridians.
just rip and shot. Like not really
Yeah,
aiming.
what? Just generally?
Just general. Like I think the road rage victim, the other person, I'm gonna call him victim,
That's a victim. He was fired at.
because they were like,
Participant?
within 30 yards away, and she's just
Oh, just chucking him in the air.
Wile E.
was
Coyote.
the
in it.
victim driving an Altima?
Little, hey, how you doing?
I didn't see.
I think this is good because, we got a free cane. So if we have another incident where this woman's doing the same thing as he was, we'll be all right.
There you go.
Free cane. Just free cane.
The Altima thing is hilarious. Go back 60 days. I never saw anything, but as soon as the one meme I saw, like all I see now are just people in
Ultima's
Altima.
going nuts.
Yes, like I
we
was
get
like, are
tagged.
people responding to these memes that like I just saw?
No,
I'm like,
no, it's been real.
there's a
keep,
big parking lot at work and there's a lot of cars. There's 2 Altimas in there that are literally the spitting image of what you would think. And
we keep getting sent big Ultima energy, and
It's amazing.
and it's a bunch of people listeners who just see these things out and about, and we're talking trunks and the whole rear of a car held on with bungee cords.
Dude, I see him passing in the breakdown lane once a week.
Yeah, and at 90,
But
for sure.
Yeah.
the thing, okay, everybody,
Left lane totally open.
Yeah.
okay, a BMW, they never use your signal. Haha, so funny. No, this Altima is 100%.
Yeah.
Like you will
is
see
true.
one passing in the right lane. You will see one with a donut spare on the front
Yeah.
and no trunk lid or rear quarter.
Yeah,
go
93
by you
miles
like
an
you're
hour.
standing still.
10
It's-
tenths.
Yeah.
Right. Like cutting. Oh my
The
God.
They're
crazy
just
thing,
they're
wild.
too capable.
The crazy thing to me is if you got one and actually maintained it as a vehicle, imagine how long it would last.
Yeah, it
if
probably
they last
lasts
that
forever.
long, beat to shit like that.
Yes. Every
I
other
think
one.
you run up at the ragged edge and it just keeps them alive.
Every other one has faded tints that
fear
are
of
like
God.
purple.
It's just like that. The adrenaline
It's
just
like-
keeps it going.
Like that old timey, union employee that just needs to keep working because if they don't, they're gonna die.
Yeah,
It's
that's
that
exactly
same
what it is.
thing.
It's
yeah.
like Mr. Burns.
The
Right,
reason
right.
why they're so fast though is because they're pretty much a GTR.
It's basically old. It's basically
the
old.
same
When they were
car.
designing the
Yeah.
GTR, the
Think we could
R35.
cut down the rear window and fit
Oh
it in?
my
Yeah,
God.
well, it's
GTR?
actually better than GTR because it's 4 doors.
Yeah.
Where was that, Shuck? Where did you see that?
No, it's when they were designing the GTR. They were actually the engineers were looking at the Ultima.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Share a lot
I
of
think
parts.
the Ultima is actually based off. No, vice versa. Sorry, the GTR is actually
Based on the
off
Ultima, but the Ultima's way better. 4
Yeah,
doors.
it's pretty much. It's got the same motor too, right? 'Cause it's
basically the
Godzilla.
same motor. And the GTR has too many wheels powered, so it wastes a lot of power.
Yeah, that's right. So all the wheels go on, power front wheels.
These are all things someone wrote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, no, but just it's so true though. Like I can't think of another automotive meme or joke
Ram.
thing that is as true.
The
as
Ram stuff's pretty accurate.
true, but I mean, right now I go to the parking lot at work. There's 2, if not 3, that fit.
Yeah.
They have the biggest turds, and they
You don't have a normal Ultima.
yeah.
You have one that's surviving by adrenaline alone.
And you know what's crazy? It used to be that old body style Maxima.
Oh my God.
The
yeah.
Maxi, the 4-door sports car, 4DSC.
But Maximus became too expensive.
Well,
Yes.
no, they made it bigger, more luxurious. So like,
Yeah.
we need to come out with a cheaper one called an Altima.
You need something more lightweight to do that kind of maneuvering.
Right.
And then
That's
the
where the
Maxima
Ultima
fell
came
off.
in.
Whenever you're going from the low speed lane all the way to the high speed lane at 90 miles an hour,
Immediately-
That's 4 lanes,
Yeah,
Josh, at
yeah.
least.
Yeah.
All 4 lanes.
just it's
I didn't know
lit-
if people turned right or left on the highway.
it li- literally is teetering on the verge of uncontrolled all the time.
Yeah. I'll put
Actually,
you there,
they're
man.
sick on the track. They just got lots of experience.
You can't even
Right.
put them on. They can't be contained by a track. They're not
Very-
wide enough.
very
They need 3
agile.
lanes.
Very
3 lanes
agile.
at least to drive an Ultima.
Full of traffic too.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be
That's when they
cars.
come alive.
Yeah, that's when they really shine.
My buddy who works at a Nissan dealership, he's like, "You think those Altimas are slow? No, you put it to the floor, but the carpets are real thick, so you smash it into the
Just
carpet.
keep
you get
moving
a
it.
little more
Get
out
the
of
extra.
It. Yeah.
It's that shift down button down there. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone knows about it.
Put it in overdrive.
I got one before we jump into this past weekend's
Yeah.
adventures.
Sure.
And it comes from a listener, Levi Luxow.
Levi lucks out.
And he hit us with a bit of a roundtable question.
Oh wow.
He says, hey, Corey, mentioned something to Josh a week or so back. I think the message just got buried. Of
Oh
course,
shit!
no
Josh
biggie.
blew him off.
Oh, he's calling you out.
There's a lot of stuff that comes in, so he hit me up directly. We chat once in a while. So he says, fuck it, maybe Corey will get it done.
Yep.
I've been itching to own a wagon ever since Pete from Ranson posted up those stages he had.
Do it.
Still got them. Go buy it.
My biggest issue is I don't know enough about the makes I'm looking at to commit to one. I like the aesthetics of wagons from the 80s and 90s, and I'm mostly looking at Japanese and German wagons. So Honda Accord wagons, Toyota Camry wagons, Stagias, E30, E36s, Mercedes wagons, and early Gen Passat. Definitely not that. B3 maybe.
Honda Accord wagon slap.
No.
I have zero experience with German vehicles, so I'm hesitant to step into that realm.
Exactly.
I'm most familiar with Toyotas, but like the look of the Accords and Stagias. What I'm wondering is, what do you and the rest of the guys think? From a maintenance and miles per miles perspective, what would you choose?
Oh, it's real easy, guys. It's an RS6 Avant. It's really easy.
I'll tell you what. Also, V8, bit easier to work on. Maybe a little bit more in his wheelhouse.
Yeah.
It's obviously the Buick Roadmaster. The
That's
94
true.
to 95 with the LT1.
Oh, get some
You
wood
just
grain.
cut the exhausts out. Doesn't matter what it does after that.
What we did find out is it's not easy to work on at all.
Terrible to work on.
Very
Terrible
hard to work on.
Terrible for an American car. It's about
yeah.
the same as a German car.
That's true. That's true.
It's just like it's a little tight in there, despite the fact that you can stand in the bay.
Sounds great.
It does have rear-facing seats, so it's an 8-man wagon.
Yeah.
Well, the obvious answer here is the Accord wagon. Let's be honest.
No, that's the worst.
Accord
Oh,
wagon.
that's enough out of you. Okay.
I'm Buick, the Buick
Roadmaster.
Roadmaster. My brother's got one. It's just the best ever. And then when that motor blows up, which it never will,
yeah.
you can put an LS in it.
You can put any one of the 20 million sitting in junkyards currently.
You just
directly
if you
in the
wanna-
junkyard.
slap it right in.
If you want to join a fraternity of wagon nerds, any Mercedes, old Mercedes wagon.
Yeah.
Any old
If you want to
Mercedes
get
wagon.
real stupid, get a diesel one.
I mean, I know the unpopular opinion is that early Gen Passat wagon. I love the B3s. They're all going to be shit boxes.
What does
Unfortunately,
Paul have? What's McGrath have?
B3, right?
B4.
B4.
Or B3 point. I don't know. It's just barely different than a B3. B3 is the
Yeah.
hotness.
Does it have the
Okay.
flat nose?
No, it has
Okay.
a grill and stuff.
Dude, Roadmaster's going to be the cheapest by a mile.
Yeah, Roadmaster's certainly going to be
Probably
the
good.
cheapest.
Yeah,
for sure.
certainly the cheapest.
And
E30
it's rear
wagons keep
drive.
popping
Just hit
up.
both pedals. Everybody knows.
I've seen a bunch of E30 wagons, but some are
E36 wagons are
some are up there. E36 wagon would be cool.
They're legal now.
That would be cool.
Muy legal.
E36 wagon?
Did
Yeah.
Vinny sell his when he brought?
Yeah, he
was
actually
in-
brought it here, sold it to
Right.
someone real close by.
Oh no, kidding.
Wasn't it
up here in
E30?
the Northeast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
He brought it. He actually sold it. I think he met the kid at either FCP or in Connecticut, and sold it to the kid here. When they came over and did their little escapades over here.
Mhm.
Yeah, wagons are the best. E34
So-
wagon, nice wagon. Terrible
I
pain in
think
the ass.
round table discussion was pretty easy. Roadmaster it is.
Yeah.
Buick Roadmaster.
Uh,
Stamp that.
Old Mercedes wagon, I definitely think that's rad.
Not
I
for
wouldn't
me.
go diesel though.
No, I'm just
It's cool,
saying.
but
it's
there's
there's a following. There's a group.
it's a
there's
nightmare.
I was going to say there's a can of worms, potential can of worms.
Yeah. So, shouts
like
to Levi.
that. Yeah,
Thanks for the
Levi's.
question.
Big shouts. Sorry, I missed you.
That's all right. That's all right.
Jerk.
blowing the guy off.
Yeah, right.
Let's
What do
call
we
you
got
out.
for this past weekend's events? Because I know you and I were both there.
This past weekend's events? We were both at. Ending up over there. just me and Corey were there. And I wish more people. I wish more people came out. It's just Corey and I.
If only there was a third guy there who may or may not have gotten truck and monster.
Oh.
Hey,
Oh.
I got you back in Arnold Palmer right there. Little on deck. I might owe you another one.
I know. If only I was there, though. I don't know.
I know. There was a guy that got me a
There's
monster.
just a
that
guy
was
who's
great.
memorably there who also gave you chicken strips and fries. I just.
Whoa. First off, I only had fries.
You keeping a tab now?
Second off, I wasn't.
It's just crazy how he's just gonna be like, yeah, if only Shook was there, you know.
Second off, I wasn't the guy that said you weren't there.
I was going to see how long we could let that ride for because you didn't say it at all.
I know. I was rather excited that
No,
Shook
you
might
were
have been
guilty
there.
by association. You looked over here with two eyes, both of your eyes, and then looked at me, and then looked back straight and went, "Yeah, it was great. If only, you know."
Looked over.
Shook was really manning that merch table. I tried to get him over there. It took him a while to get to the track.
You were shooting some film over at the Lock City
Big
Drift.
fest.
I shot a lot of film.
A lot
Did
of
you?
film.
What are you doing? You gonna make a video?
I was gonna do.
He had a big rig on him.
Big rig.
Big
Huge.
rig.
Yeah, I was slinging around my big old rig. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. If I want to do like a artsy type thing, I didn't really get much
Let me,
B-roll.
let me help you get started. Just do something with it.
I did. I clipped all of it's all clipped up.
Oh,
but
okay,
now
okay.
I have 9.5 minutes from Saturday, and I don't know if I want to
Saturday.
use all that.
Make a bunch of reels or something.
Yeah,
I don't
there you
know.
go.
Yeah, I guess
I thought you wanted to be a YouTube superstar. 9.5 minutes is pretty good for the tubes.
That's a lot.
9.5 minutes is a
Nine-
champion
I was
level
gonna
shit.
say 9.5
Dude, it's
minutes.
just
I'll take that
Pound
any day.
I started doing
Exactly.
that stuff, and it became not a good time because I was like, "Oh, I'm moving now." But yeah, I want to edit something. I just don't know what I
Alright.
want to do with it. Also, starting like you need a song, and I don't know what song to use either, because YouTube will take it down.
Yeah.
Go get
That's
one
why
of
if
the
you're making
free
reels-
songs from the internet.
Yeah,
Oh, that's true. Yeah, reels can
You
be
can
long
make
now.
right. I made reels with no sound because I knew what song I wanted to use.
Oh yeah, I could do that and then just use the Instagram song.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
And
if it
it's
doesn't sync
Hotel
up right,
California.
I'm gonna have like a.
Well, you can always listen to the song while you're making the reel.
That's true.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but when I post it, I
It's
mean,
a lot of
maybe it
reel.
might not sync up perfectly how I want it, and then I gotta
It
take
can.
it down.
It gives you the adjustability.
All right.
That's
All right,
enough.
anyway, so we
Moving
went to Lock
on.
City Drift.
Moving on.
Yeah.
It was a grassroots throwdown on Sunday. I didn't make it out Friday.
Throw down. Listen, I didn't make it out
I
Friday
heard Friday
either.
was crazy.
I did.
Did anybody make it out Friday at all?
Listen,
If only I did.
Jock and Jake B made it out.
Yeah, what did
He
Jake
waited
say?
on me. He said it was lit.
Friday night was insane.
Who told you?
The most I don't know.
Okay.
It's a guy.
Some guy.
So many people. I've never seen so many people. I walked in there. I
So
said,
many
"Look at all
people."
I've seen a lot of people. Never
a
seen
lot
so
of
many beautiful
Best
people.
Lock City I've ever
Some of the
seen.
best people I've ever seen.
So many. I looked around. I said, "Look at all these drifters." There was a lot.
A lot of good drifters out there.
Is that the real Michael Lynch?
I sat in traffic for an hour and 15 minutes. Didn't move at all, and then rage quit and went home. So
But this was in
However-
Providence, right?
in Providence. However, I sat in traffic for an hour and 15 minutes in the Civic with the AC bumping in 95-degree weather, and it was
Slamming. Love to
great
hear it.
the whole time.
Nice.
Ice cold.
So Sunday when we actually went was a competition. It
Yeah.
was a grassroots throwdown.
True.
What a fun way to watch drifting. The competition
I loved it.
format was a lot of fun.
I loved it.
Mike Lynch and Landers were commenting, which I thought was hilarious. I liked that there was a little bit of play between them and the judges.
Yeah.
There-
Little tiff.
There's some petitioning to the judges, which is hilarious.
There was some petitioning.
I
It
love
was
the
a
petitioning.
ton of fun.
I like how Landers immediately posted on the Facebook and said, "Let's get rid of the single drift runs because it was like watching paint dry.
Yeah, the single drift runs was
It was slow.
it took
What
a
were
little
those
time.
for? What was that? Qualifying?
Qualifying,
Qualifying.
pole
Okay.
position.
Okay.
Just for pole.
Pole. All right.
Yeah, I think a random number generator to just match people up against. Listen, you're gonna have to race them anyways, so
Absolutely. But
right. Draws a draw. Whatever.
I
Is,
mean, you might not get knocked out first round, but then you get a bye.
as it dialed down too, as we went up and up in the rankings,
It
it
heated
got
up.
crazy.
It
heated
did
up.
get real crazy.
I mean, it was extremely hot there.
It was hot.
Competition got real toasty.
Hot stuff, yeah, dude. It was something. It was
Speaking of
so
getting
much
toasted,
fun.
the AC turn off in here?
hot stuff coming through. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
me
it seems like it may be
I can do
AC
that
may
from
be
my
off.
handy dandy app.
Yeah, there you go.
maybe just force it to leave the fan on because the outside's probably cool and we're hot in here.
Yeah.
That's true.
So hot in here.
So hot.
But nonetheless, I mean, piece of Jordan from Street Heat, the king of aggression,
Yeah.
who really laid it down hard.
Yeah, good looking car, too.
that
good-looking car.
sounded like demons releasing from somewhere evil.
Yeah.
Yeah,
not hell.
definitely
Just
an evil
somewhere else
place.
evil.
I was appreciative there was only like one terrible sounding car there. Usually there's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of bad
Loud
sounding cars. There's really only one. It was
How about
obviously
that,
a 350 or 370Z.
Oh
but
yeah, that one was loud.
overall, I mean,
How about that BRZ though?
what
or
about it?
FRS?
The
They're
new
the-
one? The brand new one?
The red one
brand new one.
It was
didn't even make a noise.
2
It went
years
by,
old.
It was
yeah.
like
Magnificent.
it was
Yeah.
the best sounding car there.
Miata Rob's.
Miata Rob.
I think it might be electric.
Silent but deadly.
Miata Rob, the favorite, had to give it up. He was outpowered.
Outpower is an understatement.
Yeah.
It's like a 2-to-1.
Miata Rob,
Who did he?
total nut. He lost to Jordan.
Okay. Okay.
Miata Rob, total animal in a Miata. I've seen him run the old doubles there with Turek a couple times. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, well, this guy fucks.
Yeah.
Probably one of my favorites. Also a pole lock, so I had to be behind him. And he did nice out there. But man, that Jordan,
Yeah,
I
he had a
enjoyed,
lot
I
of
enjoyed the
traction.
comp a lot.
I enjoyed the comp. When it started going doubles, I was like, whoa, yeah, this is
Yeah.
this. I'll stay here all
I
day.
enjoyed the comp. Yeah, it was a
Really
good
a lot
time.
of fun.
It was fun to watch. It was fun to spectate. I know you know what I like the most?
What do you like the most?
Those Night Style boys. They ride for each other so hard.
They
Yep.
really do.
Oh my god.
Really do.
Big shouts. to
They're a
those
good time.
boys.
They invited
Just-
me to the Discord. I feel like I am one of the Night Style members now.
You're
Oh,
one.
I wouldn't- listen, don't push it, okay?
Yeah, come on.
At heart,
Yeah.
They just kicked you out right now.
Yeah.
yeah,
Because you
yeah.
said that. You
I
talked
don't
about
even
it.
know them, but I know they just kicked you out.
Honestly, they're like just some young kids into drifting, and they're just like
Young go-hards.
homies, and like it just reminds me like they're full of like piss and vinegar.
Yeah.
Yep.
That
Like,
room
they're
for
just
the
out
boys.
there to get it.
Love it.
Room for each other,
Yeah, love
supporting
to
each
see it.
other.
They will drift with you anytime, anywhere.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. They'll throw down.
Yeah, good people.
Good people over there.
They've yet to start adulting.
Yeah.
Probably.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean they're figuring it out.
Yep.
They're getting
doing
there.
that.
Yeah.
I will tell you though, if you want to see people drift, you just put some money on the line, and it's just a whole different.
That was a
ballgame.
big
Yeah.
purse. Big purse.
lot of bumpers.
Mike was
touching.
like, "Yeah, first place, like, well, how was it, $3,000 or
Yeah.
whatever?" I
Oh,
was like,
Jesus.
what the fuck is
Yeah.
going on here?
A lot of purse
two
out there.
grand pot, I think, for first.
Oh,
No?
$2,000.
I thought
okay.
it was was it
Or-
three
or
overall?
maybe 1,000. Yeah, I think it's 3,000 overall. Maybe
Oh,
it was
okay.
1,000 first, 800 second, 600 third.
Yeah, maybe that. But anyway, it was a
Nonetheless,
combined.
Yeah.
lot of purse.
That's
Some
still a lot of
dinero
money.
on the line.
Still a good bump.
That's a set of tires right there.
Yeah.
A
well,
set
the
of tires.
tire rule was cool.
Tire rule was cool.
Evened out the playing ground.
Yeah.
But it didn't. I think it was just rear tire only, so you could run bigger than 235 up front. But I think 235 all around, Mike said, might be more interesting.
Rear tire.
I think power brackets would be really interesting.
Yeah, they were saying a couple people posted how they would do like a 300 and over and 300 under.
Yes, exactly.
They could have just done a Miata class in the everybody else class.
That's what somebody else commented. They said so a Miata class and everybody.
Well, you got
else.
like the FRS, like definitely isn't over 300.
Right.
That's true. Not even possible.
Yeah, I mean, there was probably some
All
other
E-
cars that were probably
36s.
teetering.
Yeah. Could have been. Yeah, could do that. But anyways, nonetheless, awesome.
It was
Awesome
good,
time.
really.
And remember,
good
there was a
event.
Miata like in the semifinals, so it's not like you couldn't do it with Miata.
I think
Yeah, Eric Peckham.
he made it really far. Yeah,
He
made
was
it really far.
semifinal,
He was shredding.
and then Rob was right before semifinal.
Mhm.
Yeah, they
So-
can do it.
You can do it.
You just need a little turbo kit.
Yeah.
It's a little
You do
turbo.
put your
You
ass
need a
into it.
small me booster.
Well, what?
Me booster. Me booster.
Scott, are you interested in drifting at all?
I haven't been to any events. You guys make it sound like I want, but for you guys, Thompson is what, like 45 minutes away.
Yeah.
And
No.
for me, I'm driving and I go, how the hell am I still in Connecticut? I've been driving for hours and I'm still
Good
not
news,
there.
you don't even need to leave Connecticut.
Yeah, true.
Exactly,
But
you
it
get to
takes
stay
forever.
right
But what I was
in.
going to say is with you guys, Lime Rock is 45 minutes an hour from my house. So it's
Yeah.
the exact opposite.
Lime Rock,
Yeah.
yeah, that's not close.
How far
There
do you
is,
think Thompson is from you?
What?
How far do you think Thompson is?
It's like 2 hours.
Where?
Oh,
Wait, where
that's
are
all
It
you?
right.
takes forever.
I always forget what town you're in.
What?
What town are you in?
That's none of your business.
New Haven. North New Haven.
Oh yeah, it'd be like almost 2 hours. It's an hour 45 for me.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's
Yeah.
He's not
that
complaining.
close.
There's Grid Life is coming up next month at
Well, what I want to say,
Lime Rock.
just go back previous weekend, IMSA weekend at Lime Rock.
Yeah.
FCP is a massive sponsor now. They got like a 10-year deal. My boy Nathan over there hooked me up with passes for the whole weekend.
Wow.
Yeah. Whoa.
Got me baller parking in the
Whoa.
FCP booth.
Yeah, yeah.
What are you bringing?
And what?
What are you bringing?
No, it
It
was
already
2
happened.
weekends ago.
Oh.
Oh,
okay.
what did you
And,
bring?
I took the R6 up there Friday, there till 9 o'clock. Fridays are, I mean, if you like professional race car driving, like this is it. Like it's so good. I can't recommend it enough. This Friday is practice. You know, you have multiple series racing. There's multiple practice sessions, qualifying,
Should have hit your
tons,
boys up.
tons of access. Get right up on the cars. This guy, Brian Herta Motorsport, they run all the Hyundais. We were just looking over the car and he just opened the hood. He's like, don't take any pictures, but you got any questions? And we're
Boom, pictures.
checking it out.
Immediately, boom.
You know,
These
Give us
TCR
to the guy.
cars? That,
yeah, TCR, but then also GTD, GTT Pro.
yeah, I know they run the two together sometimes, right?
Yeah,
And then they
this
pass
is
together.
they're like I'm going to mess it up and Nathan's probably going to get all mad at me, but like the Le Mans prototype, the faster looking ones, they don't run at Lime Rock because they're just too damn fast.
Too fat. Yeah.
They're so
But so they call it like a GT weekend. So the top cars are like the Corvettes, Porsches, obviously.
Yeah.
What else?
Mercedes.
Mercedes. Tons of they have Mercedes are in both classes.
Yeah.
GT4, and then I guess I don't know what the other, but who knows? It's just an amazing hangout weekend. The amount of camping that goes on and just some wild stuff. People have amazing setups. They're there all weekend. They're there Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, even into Sunday. And I only went, first time I ever went was last year Friday, and it was fun as hell. They hooked up with a bunch of massholes. Matt Isgro, Josh Pettit, Derek, howdy Derek, everybody. It was
Those
great.
are homies.
Yep.
The homies.
They have all these tents. They grill, tons of food. They're right at one of the best corners in the track. It's an amazing event. So then Nathan's like, well, you got like a weekend pass. I was like, oh, let me see if we can come up on Saturday. I usually work Saturday and Sundays. So I got things settled. So I went up Saturday morning again. I took my rally golf. I got some baller ass parking again, thanks to FCP. And hung out for the race. It's a little bit more hectic on race day, but still it's great. It's kind of endurance racing, so it's like 2 hours each race.
Yep.
Again, though, you could just like walking down to the pits, walk up to the car.
Just a
like,
cool, yeah.
You know, if you want to be an asshole, you can just start opening doors and looking in the cars and stuff. Like, it's wild.
Let me get in here. Let me sit in this thing.
Yeah, it's really cool. They have to tech all the cars on Friday, so you, like all the cars on a line, and you just get to check all the cars and really into it. The sound is sick. All the cars sound crazy. Corvette racing. Jordan Taylor and Antonio
What a dude.
Garcia.
That dude's hilarious.
Yeah, correct. Rodney Sandstorm. But like that car, so it's a V8, but it has a flat plane crank, and it sounds like nothing. It sounds like a crazy Ferrari V8, V10 race car that you probably never heard, but maybe you heard on YouTube, and it's pretty BA. But all the cars, just at that corner, the corner right before the uphill, just everybody just banging down gears, bow, 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 bow,
Yeah.
Right before right before the drastic uphill.
Yep.
On that back section.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
I just love it.
Yeah.
I'm probably never gonna miss it ever again.
Yep.
No matter what, both days.
I would definitely like to check that out. That's cool.
Yeah,
I'd like the
Tobias
invite.
was sitting at home and he's like, "Oh, thanks for the invite." I was like, "Oh shit, sorry."
That's the
But,
legend of Tobias.
Yeah.
Who
you know-
changed his Instagram handle.
I
He
saw
did.
that.
Tobias Trousers.
He's not going to Wolfsgard. It's
No?
tough.
Wolfscart.
Last
he
time
talked
we did
all
that,
trash to
Last
me.
time we did that, FOMO all the time. It's going to happen again.
FOMO.
Right. That's
I hear
true.
you. But no, IMSA weekend, I highly recommend it for everybody. I don't think it's that expensive.
There's some holla at your boy.
I saw, let's see, the
You got a place we can
Glickenhaus
crash?
off-roader was there. The
Oh,
Glickenhaus
that's cool.
off-roader.
Really?
Yep.
Got to see that. Just, what are the cars? Just, who knows? There's tons of cars just hanging out there. There's a car corral. Like there's a Corvette parade lap, and just the amount of jorts and New Balance.
Yeah, tough to
things.
see.
Guys had the time of their
Um,
lives out there.
It's our kind of people.
There was like Ferrari parade laps too. There's lots of cars to check out, not just, you can go walk around and see stuff. There's a whole tchotchke area. What's it called? You can just buy all the
Swap
different
meet?
stuff. No.
just vendor lane or something.
Yeah, like a vendor
Oh.
area. It's pretty
Yep.
good.
I'm sure there's tons of Type R's there just getting heat soaked, so that wasn't cool to watch at all.
There was a Type R racing team in IMSA, TSR. They're all Latino, Spanish-speaking guys.
The TSR Cup cars are
I watched them come in off one of their practices, and they were just screaming all out. Maybe they were just talking, but they were yelling very loud in Spanish. And I was like, are these guys about to throw down in here? Well, nothing happened.
Probably the engine temps are just 1,000 million. They're like,
Probably.
we've been
We
chasing
got
this all year.
The Aston Martins, now they're coming. The Aston Martins, the Lambos,
Yeah.
two different type Mercedes. Oh, the cars.
I mean, it's one thing
so
to see
sick.
those, and it's one thing to see those full on race spec.
You walk up to it and they're revving it, they're testing it, somebody's doing something. You could just check out all the crazy stuff, where they build a car, how they change it, and then you walk across and then you watch it just going 10 tenths.
Yeah.
It's great.
Flat out. Yeah.
Yep. Highly recommend IMSA weekend to all.
Shook, how's that chair? You're right over there?
Did you see that?
So, no, it just sounds like you're
almost
I
lost
leaned
it.
back
Almost
and it was
broke it.
Well, the
Almost lost
arm
it.
gets caught under the old drawer here, and then it's it's a thing. It's a whole thing over here.
sounds like it.
Hate to hear it.
I
Got any other callbacks?
think that's it for callbacks. That was so long.
My callback was the Pete last week was talking about buying the disposable tools at Harbor Freight.
Yeah.
Very, very guilty of that. Just make sure you got your coupons ready
Yeah.
to go. I do spray glue for headliners and other interior stuff, and I buy really good spray glue, and I am not cleaning that gun.
Yeah.
I'll just buy like the one or two up from the bottom gun, and I just all done for the day, in the trash you go. I ain't got time to clean that stupid gun. Hell,
We're done
no.
here.
Hell no.
I want to do B for B.
B for B.
Sure will. Welcome back to Bucks for the Boys. What's Bucks for the Boys? That's how we monetize this beautiful Revival Motoring podcast. And what it is a value for value system where we ask if this podcast is worth anything, and we mean anything at all to you. You can hit us up at revivalmotoring.com/B4B. Hit up one of our sustainable donation plans. You can pick how much you'd like to donate to us per podcast. I think it's actually per month, but per podcast sounds better. Divided by 4.
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
be fine. $1, $2, $1,000.
I mean, $2
25 cents
is 50 cents a podcast.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. You know, we might be a little bit more valuable to your life than that one dunks a week every now and then.
I
you
happen
know?
to think I'm worth 50 cents.
At least.
My mom says I am.
If you gave us $1, we'd have like $3. That's
Yeah,
it.
we'd be swimming in $3. But nonetheless, bucks for the boys. Also, you can hit us up at info@revivalmotoring.com for a one-time donation. You can throw a message in there. We will read it on the air. You can call your friend who doesn't donate at all. Douche. That'd be nice. Try to guilt him into donating.
Real prick.
I thought of that, and I think people should give money, and then Josh usually reads them off. So make Josh say funny things. Pay money, and then Josh has to read it.
Josh has to have
That's
funny
pretty
things.
weird
He
Yeah.
has to read it.
100%.
I'm fine with that.
I know, and it would be funny.
We're fine with that. So, it's a value for value system. So we don't have any ads at the beginning, middle, or this is kind of an ad, I guess, or end. We don't just pop up on stupid shit. We're accountable to you and only you. So if we're worth it, hit us up. Do we have any messages?
We do.
We have a message.
And if you're an active B4B subscriber, you'll get some stuff in the mails every now and again. I think my wife has a pretty good system. She's out there. Once you subscribe for a month or whatever, she'll send you some random stuff.
Hey,
some
some
stickers,
randoms.
some air fresheners, things of that nature. Maybe a holiday card.
Yeah.
When that
Coupon
creeps,
from a local supermarket
creeps on
even.
closer. Right. Perhaps a Jelly of the Month club.
Yeah.
So we do have some new sub, David B.
David B.
We also have Jonathan D.
Jonathan D.
Jonathan D.
Love the D.
Hero Bucks for the Boys from JM Papalatus. And he also says just left a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So I think Corey probably has that
It
up
takes
there.
a little while for it to process, I noticed.
Has it not
Okay.
propagated?
It is not propagated. I do notice that the dates stamped when I get the emails are usually 3 to 4 days before
Okay.
I get the email.
So we are out. We don't have any new reviews this week.
No
I-
new reviews.
I do have the review that he left because
Oh,
he did
let it
leave
ride
to
then.
let's
us.
just let's just hear.
Let it ride.
So let's go. We can read that here for you. Put 5 out of 5 stars. This
5 out of 5.
podcast is the whole dick and balls.
Oh,
Whoa.
wow. I like this already.
A few months back, FCP Euro sent out an email recommending that I check out the Revival Motoring podcast.
Big shout to those guys.
And my life was forever changed.
Oh.
Josh, Chuck, and Corey, and Shook TD actually make my 2-hour commute on the Merit bearable. No longer
That's a
am I
lot.
just going 85 and a 55, drafting in a lot of cars that belong on the Fox Sports 1 as a NASCAR race. Now I'm also yelling in disagreement with whatever asinine opinion of the week these guys bring to the table. For example,
Here we are.
Perfect.
for reasons I can't comprehend, they hate the new Integra because it's ugly as sin.
Yeah.
Yet they think the Alabama child labor made Ioniq 5 looks good.
It's sick.
They got to put those Alabama kids to work. I think it's American jobs.
They will spend a solid 7 minutes jizzing all over the new Type R with its strap-on eBay wing and gaudy red interior.
Correct.
I fucking love that
yeah, I
thing.
can't even stand up right
I'm
now.
at a standstill with the Integra. I don't really know
I
where
want to see it
stand.
IRL, but I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm standing still in traffic so something kills me rather than buying it.
New
I
Type
hear,
R, though.
I hear it
Type
drives
R,
great. I hear it drives great. But
It's
it's
like
still
part SUV.
fucking,
Get the hell out of here.
still fucking
What,
ugly.
the new Type R?
No,
yeah.
the
Oh.
Integra.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
If only
new,
one
Integra.
of our listeners, Derek, who also drifts, who also works at Honda, could maybe get us into a Type R.
He said he might be able
Was
to.
that the end of his review?
No,
Oh, I was
still
gonna
going.
say, jeez.
Disagreements aside, these boys deliver literal hours of quality banter every weekend without a single BS ad for toothbrushes or AI. Yes, that's
Ooh,
a
AI.
thing. You can pull it up, Shook. Do yourself a favor and subscribe. It's the only way to know if Shook TD ever finishes his drift car. Plus, you'll no longer have to feel like a scumbag returning used motor oil to FCP Euro, as you can then take that refund and give some bucks to the boys.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
There you go. That's good.
And he also says, I sent blah, blah, blah. Got to keep Brian at NASA employed. Oh, and attached is a photo of a $200,000 monstrosity, the Apocalypse 6x6. He says that he saw this evening. So, big shouts
That's
to
crazy.
you, sir. Oh, yeah. That was just another bit of the message. And then we do have another message,
Message?
from Skylar K.
Skylar K.
congrats on the new studio, fellas. Looks great, and huge shouts to everyone involved. Also, quick callback to last week. Oh, wait.
What happened?
Oh, jeez.
Let's go on.
It fucked up when I copy pasted. Last week talks about the go-karts. The 32-pound boonie bike with 169cc Subaru four-stroke on it, and I took it up to 42 miles an hour.
Wow.
Can confirm that lawnmower power fucks.
Yeah.
Keep doing your thing, guys. You make my weeks significantly more enjoyable with every podcast you guys put out. So big shouts to all of the new subs and those who made those donations and sent us messages this week.
Thank you, guys. That's
we
awesome.
do have a way to track this.
We do.
We certainly do. Which we have tracked.
We have tracked.
We have tracked.
Bucks per listen.
BPL
Bucks per listen for
is
this
at a
podcast.
steady, maintained
Staggering.
10 cents a listen.
That's incredible.
This is our third week running.
Third week at 10
Third
cents.
week at 10.
Third week running at 10.
All right.
Listen,
I have in my notes. Congratulations, guys, on just keeping that 10 cents a listen.
Yeah.
I mean, it is impressive. It's not easy.
No.
I mean,
Definitely
10
not
cents
easy.
a listen.
Nope,
10
certainly
cents
not
a
easy.
listen.
it's
I just
certainly-
like how this guy brought notes.
it's not the highest. Yeah,
I
you
always
know,
bring notes.
It's pretty nice how he does that, right, Chuck?
Crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Now I've had notes once.
If I didn't live over 2 hours away, I'd have my own show on.
Corey,
Revival.
you, Corey, you lost
He
your,
would.
your giblet. No.
Oh, your Woo giblet. Yeah.
Yeah, pick up your
So-
fucking giblets.
Corey lost
At
his
least
blue
it just
giblet.
looks like it pops in and out.
Yeah, it does.
Easy
Yeah,
install.
so we're at a maintained 10 cents a listen. Shouts to Michael Wolf and Gil the Thrill for their
Ooh, big shouts.
in-chat donations from last week. So
Big
shouts
shouts.
to those guys.
Do you
That-
calculate those? Do you add in the chat money from the previous
I
week?
do,
NASA
from the
does.
previous week.
NASA
I
does?
take care of that.
Also, I forgot to mention, obviously, a nice way. It's great you throw us cash. We love that. Keeps us running. But also, you can donate in other ways. This is value for value. Hit us
Like
up
Levi.
Like Levi. You hit us up on Instagram. Stories, breaking news, funny pictures, sounds. We don't give a shit.
That's on the
Articles.
cheek.
Sounds.
Hit us up. Just be nice. Just be nice to us.
Sounds.
One of the biggest things
Sounds
you can
is
do.
terrifying.
We've received lots of voice memos.
One of the biggest things you can do. The easiest thing to do is just tell a friend
Yes.
about the podcast.
Yep.
Get them hooked, maybe.
Your mom.
Tell
Your
your mother.
dad.
Say hi to your mother.
Say
for
hi
me.
to your mother for us.
And also, if you really want to interact, we are on at about like 7 p.m.-ish Eastern time every Wednesday.
On the old YouTube.
Speaking
We
of,
we do have a live chat,
you could keep talking, but somebody
which we-
actually said
which we very much love to interact with. And then, yeah, I don't know, follow us on the Instagrams and stuff. I don't know.
Yep.
Keep up with us.
Anything,
Instagram.
Yeah, we love it. Anything that helps us
We have a Facebook
get this baby
group.
going.
The
TikTok,
Facebook group.
YouTube.
If you like hot dogs, you should be a member of the Revival Motor Facebook
We're
group.
taking it back slowly but
I
surely.
know, but the hot dogs took over. You would think Revival Motoring was
Yeah.
a hot dog based podcast if
Basically
you
is.
joined the
I-
Facebook group.
Part of me wants to just buy a trailer and start our own Coney Island hot dog shop in the parking lot just because. I
mean,
feel like it would be forever busy.
every single post was about hot dogs and
It is.
I didn't know people
Nonstop
like
hot
hot
dogs.
dogs that much.
Yeah, we do. We do.
I started that. Just
Alex
bringing
Boho
up
in
Becker
the chat.
on
Yeah.
the
Oh,
show.
yes. That's exactly it.
Becker's
yeah.
still going. I mean,
Yeah.
it's got like
Hot dog a
Is
day.
he really?
yeah,
Yeah.
every day. a
I'm
hot
worried
dog.
about his health.
At Mark II May Day, he cooked up hot dogs. It was
Yeah.
great. We
Is he supplementing anything?
I mean,
to equal out
it
the.
looks like he's only eating like the one where he finds time in the day. So I gotta
Okay.
respect that because
Right.
Scotty here doesn't eat one hot dog
Just one.
ever.
You go
Yeah.
for
Are
8,
you a
know.
2 or 3 guy? How many do you go?
It depends, 2
Depends
or
on the
3.
dog.
I 3
3 no fries.
3 no
Yeah,
fries.
like nothing extra.
3 no
for-
fries. You're in there, but you're full.
2 with fries. That's usually my go-to.
I never would get fries. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. I don't know.
You need crispy curlies.
Whoa.
Nobody needs to
Alex
know.
Boho in the chat subbed. Only listened to the podcast. Didn't know. Fuck, I lost my place. Didn't know these are done live.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the machine.
Welcome to the future.
Yeah,
Some
love to have
people
you here.
actually, they didn't know, and now they know. So if you didn't know, now you know. Even though we say it all the time.
If you don't know, now you
Nah,
know.
we only really started pushing it a couple months ago.
Yeah.
They can
Yeah,
listen to
well,
us.
a couple
Yeah.
months ago.
But we
put-
like
say
listening.
it all the time.
people that pop in on the chat's a lot of fun.
No, it's great.
And you
It's
can
all-
weigh
it's-
in
Say
and tell
hi.
us how wrong we are.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm at home and I'm like, oh shit, they're on. Oh wait, hold on, let
Yeah.
me figure this out. And I get it going on my TV, but then I have it on my phone too to participate in the chat. So,
Oh.
you know, like
I like that.
I like that a lot.
huffing duels there, you know.
2
Yeah.
dogs, 1 bun.
Yeah, come say hi.
Ooh, two
Yeah, I
dogs,
saw
one
the
bone.
you put the hot dog in a giant cheese slice pizza instead of a Philly taco. It's
Yeah.
like a hot dog
So many
taco,
options.
Lizzie
Oh, wow,
taco.
that's-
Very
not good.
versatile meat. A very versatile
Appalling.
meat.
Yeah, that's rough.
Did you see where you take your breadsticks from Olive Garden, you slit it down, and you turn that into the bun for the hot dog too?
Terrifying.
Tried
see
it.
the-
Tried it. It was okay.
Did anybody try the
Out there doing God's
peanut
work.
butter banana hot dog thing?
Oh
that
my
I was
God.
I have
posting?
not because there's no hot dog in there.
Yeah. It was just like I guess if you want the feel without the meat.
The hot dog that Becker had at Mark II Mayday was like a thick. It was huge. I was like, "Is this like a 1.5 pound hot dog? It's like 4 hot dogs in one." I
So
ate
one of
one and
those-
I was like, "Oh God, I'm gonna." It was literally like 4 hot dogs.
Snaps.
That's like a deep thought. If a hot dog is real big, isn't it at that point just bologna?
I love bologna.
But it just changes.
Wouldn't it depend on your size?
And if it's beef,
Because you could
doesn't
look at
that
a whole
become,
roll of bologna and think that's a hot dog.
I guess, but like, well, what if
That's true.
it's a huge
I see it in the
beef fry?
glass container at the grocery store.
I
Like,
don't-
look at that giant.
That's
hot
just a hot dog.
Yeah, at what point does it become bologna? And if it's beef, at what point is it a meatloaf?
Beef bologna?
That's a good
Beef,
question.
beef.
Is a hot dog
Beef, beef,
bologna?
beef, yeah,
Is
beef
bologna a
bologna.
hot dog?
It's the same thing.
I don't think
Can't
so.
lose, in my opinion. Corey would completely disagree.
Yeah, I mean,
You can't throw a bologna on a grill. I mean, maybe you
Yes,
can.
you can.
Yeah, you could.
Fried bologna sandwich.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
like
talking
that.
like as a whole.
The whole thing.
If you
Yeah, you
slice it, it's
absolutely
bologna. If you slice a hot dog, it's just a little bologna.
Okay. Yes, a little bologna.
I believe we can agree on the fact
Little
that
bologna.
bologna is the sliced form of hot dog.
Yeah, but it's gotta be thin. Anything over 1/8 inch is a hot dog slice. Anything under 1/8 inch is like is.
That's like an appetizer level. That's a dog slice. That's not bologna when
You
it's
want
fancy.
sliced up hot dogs? I got you.
What
Oh,
about
no,
the
you want
little
sliced bologna?
wieners there in the can?
Canned wieners? I think
Yeah.
that's
disgusting.
that's
It's
rough.
fucking-
I'm not into that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
can't eat
sure.
those.
Yeah, that's not my.
I mean,
By no means, I didn't mean to bring it up.
Pigs in a blanket. I mean, who's not
Delicious.
into those? Correct.
What is the pigs in a what is that?
The little in a little dough roll.
Cocktail wieners.
Cocktail
Oh,
wiener
okay,
in a little
right.
dough roll.
Okay.
What they are, Josh?
Wiener
is
bombs.
God-
Vienna
yeah.
sausages. That's what it is. Vienna sausage.
That's in the. There's no breading
no blanket
attached.
for that.
Yeah, I don't
Right.
know about that.
Right.
Yeah, you got the blanket.
Canned wieners.
Do people go hard on the canned wieners?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, oh,
What'd you
yeah.
say?
Yeah, they just crack that can like a
Yeah.
sardine.
ju-
and start
literally just.
popping 'em
Matter
in.
of fact, somebody I think Shook knows pretty
Ooh,
well.
Tim Connor says
Big
bologna
shots.
has no casing. I think it does though.
Bologna has a casing.
Bologna's cased, otherwise it'd be all over the place.
There's literally Hormel's bologna, no casing, because there is casing. Little bologna. That's my.
Well, I mean, with the
Loaded.
hot dogs, there's casing hot dogs and
There
non-casing.
is right because
Yeah.
there's
And I
hot
call them
dogs.
snappers and no
Yeah.
snappers.
I don't
And
like
I
that
don't like
snap,
I don't like
Soggies?
snappers.
There's some that plump,
Soggies.
some that plump when you cook them, some
Fucking
that
hate that
snap,
snap.
when you chew them.
I like it when they plump. Big fan.
Yeah, but when they snap, it's like I'm eating human skin. It freaks me out.
No, they got to snap.
All right,
That's
you
you,
guys talk
that's
about
you think the
bologna, I'm gonna take a
snapper
leak.
is?
I just imagine.
You think it's human skin,
human
dude?
flesh.
You
Wait, who do I know that does what? What was that?
Who do you know
Our
that? Who?
buddy, Mr. Scene Points.
What does he do? He does a lot
Pretty
of
sure
weird
he
shit.
likes the canned.
He's a
Little
he's a can
Viennas.
dog guy.
Canned dog guy.
You know what, Josh? I'm like gonna have my wife buy them next week because I can't remember the last time, and I can think of myself. Did I like those?
You just rip
I
them
like
right out of the
everything
can.
else.
They
Yeah, you
pre-cooked?
just
I am-
right.
I like
Never.
everything else bologna hot dog related. Let's try
Why
some
not
Vienna
give it a shot?
sausages.
My problem is I don't like like it's cold and it's in water. That's like
gross.
It's just gross. I
I'm
can't.
not like a big
you
hot
never
dog guy.
you never raw dogged a dog like right out of the package straight in your mouth.
No,
no.
that's crazy.
Oh,
That is crazy.
That is
what are you
I-
talking
crazy.
about? It's like eating bologna.
If I did it, I was
Wow.
probably
No, it's
like a
different.
young teenage kid. I can't remember doing so because now it just kind of grosses me out.
Guilty.
I
Now
just
this
fucking
week,
opened my mouth.
Guilty.
Oh Jesus!
Dude, you did you rip one this week?
Quick snack. What is it, like a cheese stick? Just pull it out of the fridge.
Exactly.
Yeah, you
Get
peeled
out of
it.
here.
It was a little wet, and I rolled it in a paper towel, drop it off, and it just bite right in.
So I
bro.
can say I've taken one, put it in a paper towel,
That's
rolled it up,
crazy.
put it in the microwave, warm it up.
No.
No, that's a terrible
What the
idea.
fuck is
A
wrong?
true
I'm outta it. I'm
raw
leaving.
dog. True raw
What
dog.
is wrong with you?
Straight out the back.
You gotta grill them.
Buddy, at one
You gotta
point,
cook them.
Plug 'em.
Not boiling.
You can. No, boiling is. Yeah.
No, you can't.
That's-
You just ate one of raw glizzy.
Oh, I'll
straight
eat
out
it
the
anyway.
package.
I don't care.
It was dripping wet and you sucked it down.
I just told you I tried it with a paper towel.
yeah, no, he toweled it off.
tried
it. I let it air dry a little bit.
You should've
I'm
used
gonna
a
take
hair dryer.
I'm gonna take a video
I
of
was
me
just
doing
like,
it.
just like Tim Connor's, hot dogs are in fact pre-cooked.
You think you could
Yeah.
take? Yeah, that doesn't make it better. Do you think you could take a heat gun and plump a hot dog?
Yeah, for sure. Matter of
It's
fact, you
gonna
could
get hot.
you'll boil the
Would.
skin.
I would.
It's
We
like
gotta try
putting
this.
it in the
I mean, what do you think they do at 7-Eleven? It's just on a roller.
When John Stairs was talking about raw dog and a hot dog, I thought he was eating it like not cooked or whatever, and then it was just without a bun, and I was like, oh,
Oh
whoops.
yeah.
Oh, I love that. You
I
were
guess
like,
I'm in the minority.
there are people like me.
At least I don't wipe standing up. Jesus Christ.
Oh God. back in that.
On that note, I want to get into.
You missed the disgusting
Anyways.
conversation. Glad you missed it.
That's B for B.
Yeah, these fucking psychopaths eat hot dogs wet.
Y'all are fucking gross for eating hot dogs in general.
Also, I've never seen Sam eat hot dogs out of a can, but I promise you, with every particle of my being, if he fucking even cracks a can of hot dogs in front of me, I will slap them out of his
I
hands.
hope he listens to this, and I hope he does it.
Dude.
I hope he pulls one. I hope you're in his car, and he just pulls
Don't
one out
make
of
promises you're not going to
the,
keep.
the door card
Because
pocket.
I will shove a Vienna sausage so far up your nose, you
I'll
won't even
karate
know.
chop the can right out of his fucking hands.
On that note, let's cue the other boys. News.
Boys, I got news.
Yep.
A two-liner. Seeing we have a previous owner here, the new Porsche GT3 RS, nonetheless, will debut on August 17th. So get both your puffy vests and money in order.
Yes.
That is all.
I
Everyone
think.
get excited.
Yeah,
They
I think.
have like custom tires.
What's
Pirelli.
up?
They have they got them to make. Let's see, Porsche got Pirelli to make special tires for it. Trofeo RS.
special tires,
Trofeo
cold.
RS.
Yep.
Do you need a VIN to buy them?
Who knows?
Probably.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I've had
Chuck,
Pirelli's on for me.
You've
Pirelli's on for
seen
me.
a 992 up close? Have you driven a 992? Been around the 992?
I have seen
'em.
one. I haven't driven one.
It's the biggest effing car.
Yeah,
ever.
they are very,
But then
very big.
when you get inside, you're like, this is a small car. And I
Really?
don't know. It's like
It just wraps itself around you.
it's just I don't know. It's too big. It's becoming un-Porsche.
Oh boy.
In my
Silence in the
opinion.
room.
My first live Chuck news. Love that.
Nonetheless, yeah, I mean that's that. I'm sure it'll be exactly what you think it's going to be. So
Yeah.
that's really good. Do you guys not have news? Because I got more.
I do.
Yeah, I got some. I'm just kind of teetering around.
All right, I got another one.
Hit it.
Toyota, Suzuki, and Daihatsu are teaming up to build a 1-liter sports car.
Hey.
Pretty sure Daihatsu is a division of Toyota, but whatever. Let's put 3 in the title, right? Goal is to create a viable 2-door sports car. The chassis is a Toyota GA-B from the GR Yaris. Suzuki is donating the 3-banger 1-liter turbo gas motor. And it drives the front wheels from the Swift, but it's driving the rear wheels on this. It's either rear engine or mid engine. They haven't quite figured that part out yet. They're trying to make 150 horsepower in a light car. And Suzuki, best news of the day, is donating their torque converted automatic 6-speed transmission. So that stinks.
Direct shift or
No,
Really
it's just a torque converted automatic.
Ew.
Should be fancy looking in the $20,000 range. It's not going to come to the U.S., but they didn't say that yet, but I'm promising you.
If it's cool, it's definitely not coming.
Although it's automatic only, so maybe it will come.
True.
But yeah, that kind of blew the whole deal up for your boy.
That's the only time we'd get it. They'd be like, this car's so sick. It has everything that you ever hoped and dreamed. And guess what? It's automatic. So you get it. And we're like, thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Japan.
Thanks, Japan.
But nonetheless, that could
Thanks,
be cool. The
Obama.
renders of it are cool. It looked just kind of like that Alfa Romeo thing.
The 4C?
It kind of looks like a 4C, yeah.
Little 4 cheese.
Also an automatic only.
4C.
So yeah, I got that.
My slice of pizza was good.
Okay, I'm getting my last piece of news.
Not as good as
Hit
a
it.
hot dog.
New Type R, the final power figures,
Yep.
officials, are here.
What do we got?
326 horsepower,
That's what I guessed.
310 torque, and that's from the K20. This is the Japanese one. These numbers are, though, from an official leaked Honda brochure photo. That's 10 more horsepower and 15 more torque than the previous JDM market Type R. And last time the U.S. got 10 less HPs, so will history repeat itself? Find out here in the Revival Motoring Podcast whenever we find out.
So wouldn't it be with the same amount of horsepower as the factory then? Last one?
That's the last
Here?
year.
No, this is the last. The Japanese one got more, so it's
So 10
It's
less
always
would
10
be what we
less.
already got.
Correct.
10 less would be what we got on the previous one. No. Maybe. I don't know. I can't do that math.
That's math.
I'm too confused.
It's a lot of math. It's a lot of
A
math.
lot of math.
Yeah.
A lot of math.
Well, it got
You
technically
can't
it
find
got
10 here, neither here nor there.
10 more. The JDM one got 10 more than the last JDM one, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So the U.S. one will get 10 more.
Yeah,
than the
so-
Well,
other
last time the
Woo,
U.S.
that
got
math was hard,
last
Josh.
one the last one which had less power, the U.S. one got 10 less power than that.
Yes. So this one, the
It's
U.S.
still getting 10 more.
the U.S. will get 10 more
10 more,
than
But
the
10
last
less.
one,
but 20 less.
but 10 less
So-
from the JDM
yeah.
one. Yeah.
10 more, but 10
I
less.
saw,
Yes.
I
10 more for 10
saw
less.
where the
it's a cancellation, boys.
Yeah.
Honda Access, the accessories company, already has the carbon fiber rear wing option.
Yeah.
You can buy accessories, save a good,
2 pounds.
yeah, some.
You gotta
some
shave that
silly-
weight. Gotta shave that weight.
It's all about the
Yes.
Carbon fiber.
Shaving
Big
breath.
carbon fibre. The new Ford Mustang will debut at the Detroit Auto Show. Honestly, didn't even know that was
know
still
what that one
happening. The S650 in September. Sorry, the S650 Mustang will make the 7th generation pony car icon, coming to production in early 2023.
Was the picture that somebody posted on the Facebook of it real?
I don't know. There's been a bunch of different renders, and I
looks
don't know
real
what to
bad.
believe, to be quite honest.
I hope it's not that one.
Question one was a hot dog in the render.
Yeah.
No,
There was no on Facebook.
Was there a banana for reference?
Was there a snake painted on the
I
hood?
had something else too.
How was that car?
Same as last time. Was
Is that your biggest regret of purchase?
Nope.
No?
No.
That's good. That's good. That makes me happy.
Like of all time?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, not even.
I mean, it's got
close.
God's motor.
What's
in it, so.
Quick aside while Josh dives in for that, but what's your biggest regret of car purchase?
Brand new Mark V GTI zero package car with no options. I really should have got some options.
Should have sprung for the
I
option
sold
at
that-
all.
I sold that shit within 90 days.
Mark
Really?
5
Wow.
GTI
That
zero
was a
option
quick-
car.
Yeah.
Like crank windows still or what?
No, just like no satellite radio. I can't remember what else.
no heated seats. No.
No, but I did love the kicker was obviously white, but then the plaid fabric seats. were
Plaid,
like,
yeah, cloth
when you
seats.
sat in them, you're like, these seats are really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it had to go.
What did we get replaced with?
Mark II, 16 valve.
Sick.
Priorities.
Perfect.
Let's see this headline: California cities ban new construction gas stations.
Oh yeah.
When faced with sky-high prices of a commodity, the best thing you can do is work to increase supply. However, some cities in California have decided to do the exact opposite, rejecting proposals for dirty gas stations as they dream of pollution-free cities full of clean EVs. It's a policy decision which some are praising, but could cause some horrific consequences for residents. According to Yahoo, leading the charge is Petaluma, a city in Sonoma County. It has banned the building of new gas stations in the city last year, a move which has spread to other parts of the Bay Area. And whoever wrote this article, I'll cite you in a minute, but they did say, I'd call this type of thinking a type of social cancer, which I do agree with.
You mean California, the state that regularly has to have rolling blackouts because they don't have enough electricity to power all the houses?
Yeah.
Is not going to have gas stations to power all the extra electrical cars.
Correct. Can't build
Actively in a
anymore.
drought.
Yep.
Perfect.
So as they expand further away from the cities and more people, they're just not going to build gas
As
stations.
they expand further away from reality.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I can't wait for it to be illegal to defecate in the town you live in.
I can't wait for the
Right.
quake to put that state in the ocean.
Yeah.
I actually thought that was probably already a law. Like
That's
you can't start a new junkyard. Like if you wanted to start a recycling junkyard,
Yeah.
like you have to be grandfathered
I could
in.
see those things, but like gas stations,
I
What are you
mean,
going to do with the junk then? Just leave it in the streets?
I mean, they
who
do.
knows?
defecate on it. You're just going to just shit right on it.
I've
That
been
was
there,
from
too.
Motorious.
Motorious.
Written by Steven Symes, if you want to look at
Written
that
by the
article.
old Spielberg. The
Yeah.
California resident, I'm sorry for everyone else. Thumbs forward. Thank you.
Yeah. Big shouts, buddy. Maybe you can just shit on the street and put that in your tank.
Damn, that's cold. Wow, that's cold. Wow.
Shots fired.
Hot take.
Hey, it's not his fault he's there. He's just got to deal with the fucking craziness.
Okay, well, let's talk about more lunacy. GM and Ford want to deploy self-driving vehicles without any steering wheels or brake pedals.
Love it.
Hold on. Wait.
Ford and General Motors want to be able to deploy self-driving vehicles without steering wheels and brake pedals.
I mean, they're really trying to depopulate the planet
So what's
by any means
so-
possible.
So they're going to put a gas pedal in still or
So
a
the two
or power
automakers
pedal?
have asked the NHTSA to grant exemptions to deploy a limited number of self-driving vehicles, limited meaning 2,500. So not really.
That's enough
that
to cause a
limited.
ruckus.
That's a lot of missiles.
Both companies filed two separate petitions, very similar to each other. Neither automaker has gotten the approval yet, thank Christ.
No, they will. If
in-
the NHTSA has proved anything, it's
Yeah.
that
They're right
only
on-
approve bad ideas.
Right on
Well,
top of things.
In
yeah.
July 2021, Ford submitted its petition. Automaker said that it intends to deploy a self-driving, ride-hailing, and package delivery vehicle in this decade. And they find that having active driving controls and communications would introduce an unacceptable risk to safety. It's so hard to even read this because it's so ridiculous.
You remember how
It's called Newspeak.
about maybe 2 months ago or so, our good buddy Andrew started sending us videos of those robots who deliver food on
Yeah.
the campuses?
You mean
I
Peep in the
picture that.
Woods?
If they want these things as package delivery, these things
Yeah.
are going to be crashing all over the place, into people, onto people, crashing into themselves, getting stuck in the snow, anything, you name it.
So, Ford spokesperson said that the petition is an important step forward, helping create a regulatory path that allows autonomous technologies to mature over time,
Oh boy.
eliminating controls and displays that are only useful to humans.
Buy
Well,
all the
what-
carbureted shit you can.
This is insane.
Yeah.
The NHTSA administrator, Stephen Cliff, said that they will carefully examine each petition to ensure safety is prioritized and to include considerations of access for people with disabilities, equity, and the environment. So that means, we're just going to say yes to this.
There's equity there.
Yeah.
It's
how?
the end of the world
It's-
as we know
Yeah.
it.
What's equitable about? Oh, because no matter who you are, you can die in one of those things.
Yeah.
Right.
I get it.
So
With dignity, sir.
You can be a good driver and die in that
Yeah.
car.
GM did specify that their self-driving vehicles would have no steering wheels, mirrors, turn signals, or windshield wipers.
Fuck them. Who needs them? You know?
Let's see. GM wants to deploy a vehicle called Origin. The vehicle had no steering wheel, and then doors that resemble that of a subway.
Do they realize they're just going to, like,
I'm envisioning that.
just get rid of themselves?
I'm
by doing
envisioning
things
that
like
thing
this?
from Total Recall with the little sliding door.
Yeah.
with the fake
The
little
taxi guy, yeah.
welcome. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that spins its head.
If this goes through, they're not getting rid of themselves. They're just like producing a whole different thing that requires.
Well,
It's coming, boys.
but I mean, if that's the ultimate goal is to produce those things and
We'll be
take
dead,
cars
Chuck.
off the
Don't
road,
worry
you know what I
about it.
mean?
I
It's
hope
just
so.
like at some point, what's going to differentiate Ford versus GM's fucking,
The chime that plays when you step inside.
turd of a autonomous vehicle? Yeah, that's it. Just the chime and the interior. Of it. I bet on that autonomous vehicle from GM, the interior is still going to fucking blow.
It's still gonna rattle.
Still going to suck. Green LEDs everywhere. Just
Textured
rides
plastic.
like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No upholstery.
Yeah.
Those
Big
bitches.
shouts.
Son of a
Big
bitch.
Show's thumbs forward. He said he went from New Jersey to California. You can tell, he makes bad decisions.
there you go.
You can always go back.
Yeah.
Armpit of America over to California.
It was a good change.
I mean, there's still poop on the ground no matter which one.
Yeah, I mean,
Depends where you are in New Jersey. I've seen
Yeah.
some real nice parts in New Jersey.
I have heard there are some
Has
I
been
like
rumored.
Jersey plenty. I'm
Wooded
just
areas
making
in
a
Jersey.
joke, guys. Relax.
Yeah, supposedly they have the best Philly cheesesteak.
In New
Apparently.
Jersey?
New Jersey.
wow.
Oh.
Care of Anthony.
That's a bold move.
Care of Anthony Bourdain. He's the one who said it.
True.
And I
Wow.
stand by
Bold
my
man.
mans. Stand by my mans. Let's see. Shark, you got any news?
No, sorry.
Okay.
No news.
Hey, you
He's
figure
still-
out how to put that chat so it's a clear background?
It's a Twitch plugin, so I
Oh.
don't know if it's a YouTube thing. The one
Seems
that I
like you might
saw
be
is a
able to
Twitch
figure it out.
plugin.
He's still hard as a rock from last week's Type R.
Yeah.
unveiling.
You know what? So I've seen some renders of it, and it does look good, but like
Renders of what?
the Type R, I sent some of them to like the group chat and stuff where they lowered it and put it on wheels.
Yeah.
Looks good. I think I need to see it with some aftermarket parts, but I think
Why
I'm
not just leave it alone?
I think I'm in on the 10th gen one more.
Really?
Oh.
Like D red pinstriped and not those wheels
Right.
and slightly lowered. So like 18 by 9.5s or 10.5s, 10s.
So the car, but modified.
Didn't
Yeah.
the previous gen had 20s? And
yeah,
they-
awful.
and now they went down to 19s, but you want to go 18 with some meats?
18 with meat, yeah.
I agree with that.
What about
Yeah.
17s?
Never. That looks awful. You can't do 17s. Well, first of all, you can't do 17s on a Type R. It'd hit the brakes.
Okay. Hey, don't
And
yell.
second of
Hey,
all, it would
don't
look
yell at
like
me.
Don't have to yell.
if you took
Yeah.
dog shit
You're
and
so
put
mad
axles
about
and
it.
wheels on.
Definitely don't have to yell.
Yeah, excuse me. Don't raise your voice.
I don't know why you're yelling.
Trash.
I don't know why. Let's see. This article comes from The Drive.
The Drive.
I don't know if any of y'all, I'm sure you are
Shouts to Pete.
familiar with LA's 6th Street Bridge.
Oh,
Yeah.
I seen all about this.
Yeah.
So apparently that was closed for a while and then reopened.
They tore it down.
Okay, so they rebuilt it, I guess, now?
Yeah. What do you call it?
Magnus Walker shed a
Magnus
tear.
Magnus Walker is like that's
Played
like
the
his
little
claim
violin
to
down
fame
there.
on that thing.
Well, now
Speeding across it.
the
Yeah.
LAPD has announced on Tuesday night the indefinite closure of the 6th Street Bridge due to ongoing illegal activity. Since its opening on July 10th, the bridge has quickly become a hotspot for dangerous driving. The bridge has already seen crashes and carnage, with drivers doing burnouts or lining up to race on the bridge.
Carnage?
The past weekend saw the
Good
bridge
word.
closed 3 nights in a row as police attempted to disperse crowds at street takeovers. Plans to curtail this activity involve installing speed bumps on the bridge, said LAPD Chief Michael Moore.
They talked to Providence Mayor.
A center median is also being considered on a temporary basis. These measures would make it difficult, if not impossible, for drivers to execute large circular
Sure.
burnouts they can
Oh, no.
Chuck,
on the bridge,
Chuck,
reducing.
I fuck's sake, do your job.
Russian bots.
We're getting attacked. We're getting attacked on the
God.
chat.
We're getting Russian bot in.
Oh no, that.
Not this again.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
there we are. Love chat. Love you.
Actually,
Did anybody jump a Tesla on
I
the
can
6th Street
report
Bridge?
that too.
Sixth Street Bridge is yeah, I mean, maybe the cops should just leave them alone, you know? Let it happen.
I think natural selection will
Shut
sort
itself down.
out. Yeah.
Let's see. According to Moore, the bridge is attracting people trying to find their 15 minutes of fame. Oh, why did that start? Maybe because somebody tried to jump a Tesla and everything went
Maybe
viral
somebody shut the
after
bridge
fact.
down. Should have left it up.
Yeah.
By engaging in risky activity and posting it on social media in this vein, the city is also considering installing fences on the bridge's arches intended to stop individuals from climbing up for a better view of the action. Hey, I say fucking let them climb.
Yep.
What goes up must come down.
Hey, let him hang.
Influencers appear to be flocking to the bridge in droves. Video from a YouTuber, German in Venice, shows all kinds of wild antics. We see stunt cyclists filming themselves as they ride in the middle of traffic.
12 o'clock, boys.
Corvette driver hanging out of the open roof while a chase car films from behind. The city has already taken emergency measures to quell the activity. Workers installed special extra-large ceramic dots. Okay, that's
Ceramic
basically-
bots dots?
Yeah, so basically big dots on the road. Down the center of the bridge, which do literally nothing. All they do is just add a little bump when somebody's doing a donut. These are intended to make it difficult to execute rolling burnouts across the bridge span without incurring damage to the vehicle.
Yeah, let's
German.
get
Vehicle
truck
will be
guys.
fine.
Yeah, truck
Yeah.
guys.
You know,
will show up.
honestly,
That bridge is
You know
sounding
whose
more
fault
and
this
more
is?
like Ocean City Highway.
Yeah,
there.
you know
That's-
whose fault this is, right? This is their fault for making the bridge look good.
Yep.
Right, so now
Shouldn't
it's a
have added
beacon.
all the lights. Shouldn't have added all the fancy arches.
Yeah, now it's a
If
beacon.
you made it
of-
a generic bridge,
Should have made a shitty old bridge and put some arm
Hey,
guards on it.
Probably should have just left the bridge alone.
one.
Yeah.
And then
Might have needed some help.
structural repair. You
This is
can
why
do
we
that.
can't have bridges.
Yeah, that's why we can't have nice
If I
things.
said it once, I've said it a million times. These bridges going to ruin us. Yeah, just let it play. I don't know.
Yeah, interesting. Just
I
an
think the
interesting-
novelty will wear off.
It's an
Welcome to
interesting
Thunderdome.
time. I
It's only
keep
been
hoping
open-
these takeovers will just run their course.
Why
But then
not?
we keep getting sent videos of people running over other people, flying out of the windows.
really-
I enjoy.
I
every
really
single
enjoy
one.
when people get run over at a
It's
takeover.
just
I don't.
Oh.
I don't. Because I'm like, oh my
It's
God.
nature
So,
taking its course.
yeah.
The one
I
guy
usually
gets
try,
flung
like-
out of the car, and the next round time, the donut goes right over.
Oh,
him.
yeah.
my
Before the
God.
video starts, I usually try and pause it, and I'm like, pick the person out of the crowd. Like, who do I think is
Ooh.
going to be the one?
Oh, that could be a little game.
Who's the
That could be a little game we do on the podcast.
and then it turns out it's the driver. He managed to run himself over.
Yeah, the Scooby Doo ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody else got some news?
The only thing I had was that Hyundai agrees to pay $19.2 million in fines for ruining credit scores for incorrectly reporting payments. So
That's not good.
they really fuck some people
Wait,
up.
so people were could be paying their payments on time and they were reported late or something?
They were incorrectly reported some loans and leases as delinquent.
Right. Wow. That's
That stinks.
not good.
So, yeah. That's Hyundai Capital America serves 1.7 million U.S. drivers across the entire portfolio of the Hyundai Motor Group, which includes Hyundai, Kia, and Genesis. So, yeah, that's definitely a bummer for some people who were paying their bills and Hyundai
Care
said
about
they
their
weren't.
credit.
Yeah.
Care about their credit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That actually happened to me at Honda where I made a payment. I got a letter in the mail saying I was delinquent, and I called. And I fought with this woman for like 2 hours. I'm like, bro, I paid it. I have a receipt for it. She's like, you didn't. And then they ended up, whoever processed my payment, I had 2 Honda accounts, one for a Ruckus, one for a car. They processed it on the Ruckus.
We're gonna revisit that. We're
gonna circle back to
But
that.
that I had a Ruckus?
No, that you affirmed a ruckus.
I didn't affirm
He just
a Ruckus.
affirmed an exhaust.
I didn't affirm a Ruckus.
So-
I financed it through Honda.
Okay. So
I legit didn't even know you could do that.
It's a Honda Motor Company vehicle.
Yeah,
You know,
you
okay.
definitely
I
can.
honestly don't know
You
how
probably
people
get a
get
Honda loan on
ruckuses.
a lawnmower.
What do Ruckuses cost?
It was like $40 a month, something super stupid cheap.
This guy,
You like
$40
pay it
a
off.
month will do anything.
Yeah, fuck it.
His exhaust only cost him $40
Right.
for interest for the whole thing.
Yeah, it's a good deal.
$40
Unless it doesn't pay it off by end of term, in which case he gets charged interest on the whole thing every
but-
time.
After long deliberation, they ended up fixing it, and then they paid a month of my my Ruckus. But I think it did end up affecting my credit, and then they had to like do a whole thing to fix it.
Well, yeah, because it'll show up as a late payment, which
Yeah,
can be a
Which
negative.
is bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
This
gonna
is
be honest.
bullshit.
I'm gonna be quite
You
honest.
always give him the easy ones.
The whole system's fucking bullshit, but
Yeah.
we got to deal with it.
I have
Uh,
some,
The independent group that did the kind of audit on everything, they deemed that Hyundai provided inaccurate reports 8.7 million times
Wow. That's not like
across the
That's
2.2
not
million
That's-
open accounts. So
that's
that's
not
roughly 4 times per account between January 2016 and March of 2020.
wow.
That's
Interesting time when this all stopped.
Yeah.
That's not
I
great.
wouldn't want to be in that like accounting department. You know,
Dude,
like
yeah.
it's because it's not like Ted just had a bad day on a Friday.
Yeah.
They were all said they had all Fridays.
And
Yeah.
always bad. Yeah.
So, I mean,
some of
that's,
that software is bad, like incredibly difficult to work through too. So I can only imagine how long that's going to take to get a.
What a nightmare.
so I don't know where
Who's
the beep's
beeping?
coming from.
I think it's my computer.
But yeah, so
oh my God. it's beeping
if for
everywhere.
some reason you've got a Hyundai that's financed through Hyundai, I don't know, maybe take a look. Maybe
Take
they
a look at
fucked
the
you.
old report.
Yeah, just take a peek at your invoicing and
Yeah.
make sure your payments are on
People are
time. Check
opening
your
up.
credit score.
Opening up late payments envelopes today while they're listening to the
Right, just like, are
Thursday
you
morning, like
fucking kidding me?
Yeah. So, shouts to Hyundai. You guys doing a good job out there.
Yeah, nice work.
Oh, thumbs forward. He's just in it today. He says, let's see, Ruckus for the win, $3,200 new. He financed a Ruckus and a Grom.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
that sounds about right. It was so cheap. You could get 50cc or 110cc's for like $48 a month too.
Ruckeye?
No, like a CRF 110.
Yeah,
But then-
400 a month
gonna-
can get you a real bike.
Yeah, but 110s are cool.
How
My
much-
buddy there, Kevin McDorkle,
Yep.
he bought a Ruckus, and then he modified. He goes, "You should buy one and join my scooter gang." And I was like, "You're the biggest loser ever.
Yeah.
Never in a million years."
Ain't no Boosa, kid.
Yeah, should get a
I
boost to show
wouldn't.
them up.
I can't
He
picture.
has real motorcycles, all
I can't
different
picture
types.
him on a little Ruckeye.
Exactly. He put some exhaust on it that I was like, "Oh, turn it off."
Yeah, they're bad. The 50cc's or 49cc's are brutal. Like with me on it going up a hill, it was like 20 max.
Yeah, man, my man Pudva in the chat financed a Ruckus, 2 of them, and 19 to start his credit right. I love that.
One each.
You know,
for the
honestly,
girlfriend.
that's
That's
Smart
not bad.
finance.
That's
man.
not a bad
That's a
way to go
finance
about
guy.
it. If
Yeah.
you're going to pay it on time, that's not a bad way to go about it.
Yep.
I mean, they had,
If you can afford it,
they
yeah.
wrote it a bunch.
Did anyone see that they had like the 110 dirt bikes in the X Games?
Yeah, they started that last year.
Oh, the KX 110s?
Yeah.
Oh,
The
those things are
110s
sick.
are
really cool.
Yeah,
They're a
people
blast, man.
backflipping them and
Haha,
stuff.
you're ugly. My Ducati was 125 a month. Now we're getting to some real decisions. Now we're making real calls.
Well, the problem is that Ducati, that was $125 a month for 20 years.
We're
Yeah.
gambling on credit and life
Yeah.
with a Ducati.
You don't have to pay it off if you die on it.
Yeah, that's true.
Your family does.
Somebody
I bet
does.
the rate's
right?
really high.
Yeah, great can't
Yeah.
be great.
Not a good APR.
Ed's friends with the guys that rode the Ruckuses from Connecticut to Jesus Christ.
My God, we're getting attacked again.
Oh, we're back.
The love bots are in the chat.
Don't worry, it's just a best adulting site.
Yeah, we do not have a coupon code. We are working on
somebody
it.
posted if there was a discount code, Revival Motoring discount code for the site. And I was like, "Oh, that's funny."
Get in touch. We'll hook you up.
I
I
Well-
have some new. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
fire away, dude. Bring it
lots
up.
of VW shake up at the top there.
CEO is
So-
out, right?
Well, in America, Volkswagen America, the president of Volkswagen America, he stepped down to head the new Scout EV program, whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like a guy from South America came up and is running Volkswagen America now.
Okay.
But within a week later, the head of Volkswagen Global, the whole world,
Yeah.
he got the boot. And he was super EV guy. He got elected or however it works, got appointed because he was super into EVs and after Dieselgate, blah, blah, blah. And, but apparently he had some software issues and he bumbled. They didn't handle it right. And then,
And
the
then
Porsche family and then the Peach. I don't know. The old people who used to own most of Volkswagen. I want to say it was Ferdinand Peach.
Yeah.
Can't even say it, whatever. Those two existing families were really unhappy with him. And they gave him the shit can. They got rid of
I
him.
mean, I think the final straw was the Pirate Lady and the T-Rock.
Probably.
was-
Probably what it was.
That was the one.
And but now they're talking like, oh, maybe they're not going to go so hard on the EVs because that guy was running the show and he didn't want to talk about anything but EV stuff.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny that the Volkswagen American guy leaves to go to the EV brand, but then the guy who's pushing all EVs gets shit canned a week later.
I think it's because they started. That guy started promising quality, and they're like, "Listen, guy,
Right.
let's,
Yeah,
not,
'cause what
let's
was
not do anything fucking
The
crazy."
big
Huh?
statement they made was that they were
It was
going
like 6 to 8 months ago. Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
gonna make
it was-
quality vehicles.
but it was quality and like
And
luxury.
luxury.
Yeah, quality
Yeah.
and luxury.
They were going to push towards that luxury
Something happened
side.
that the Porsche and Pike, Peach, whatever, freaking
Yeah.
whatever.
They said leave the luxury and race and nice
Who
stuff for
knows?
Porsche. You just keep building,
So he got the axe.
Just disposable.
The old
vehicles.
shit.
Yeah.
They put out these new Ardeons yet with the fucking 300 horsepower engine? Oh my
The
god,
R?
they're expensive.
Yeah, Ardeons are wild anyway. Didn't we look that R1 up and it was like, oh wow, that's like 60 or something? Wasn't it
It's about
absurd?
50 grand, yeah. But you know, that's not a cheap
I
vehicle.
don't think I have any other news.
No, I don't
Mike,
think
we're
so
tapped
either.
out on
So I got-
news. All right. You guys wanted to get into
Let's keep this train moving forward.
Main
main
topics.
topic? I think it's this.
Oh, real quick, we don't. Guys don't talk about tubes or social.
Oh,
we
yeah,
can bring
if you
that
got
up
it.
for sure.
Let
yeah,
it rip.
If you got it, I didn't.
I
Yeah, I don't think I have any YouTubes.
very happy. Earlier today, Mike's dance work. Got
Yes.
himself an Audi Quattro.
Yeah.
Attaboy. I don't follow him enough to know what motor he has for it. He says his Patreon, they all know what he's doing, but
Okay.
I don't know what motor he's doing, but he bought a blown motor
Yeah.
Quattro, and I completely support that 1,000%.
Yep.
And then Chuck, I can't believe you're leaving for this one, but do you guys follow a page on Instagram, patina.research?
Yeah.
Yes.
Tina Research. Great follow.
Is it just amazing? Damn, son, where'd you find this? Like, that is the ultimate generation of race cars nonstop. All the German stuff he posts, the Japanese stuff. If you're not following
Oh, it's a great follow.
patina.research, you are losing out.
Yeah.
It is. I only found it maybe a couple months ago. I guess I saw it, but I never followed. And now I'm following, and I'm way into it. And like, I don't know, what do they have? Like GT racing in Japan.
This
They
is
got
them
Yes.
drifting
so-
like the Togue, like
There's so much. It's just
It's not all drifting. I'll be honest.
No,
Like if
no.
it was pure drifting, I probably wouldn't be interested. But it's a lot of circuit racing.
it's
and then
motorsport as a whole.
those
Like the best part of
90s
motorsport.
and early 2000 cars. Just
Yeah.
this
right
is
up
all
my
Group
alley.
B stuff. This is like
Yeah.
a promo video for the engines. I mean, all the stuff on here is just, super
He posts
quality
ad
content.
for like old ads for Advan wheels and stuff. Like all the stuff. It's great.
this like 92 like Civic Coupe.
Yeah, everything
Yeah.
is sick. So sick. Some Porsche thrown in there because Japanese
good
love their
measure.
Porsche stuff.
They
yeah.
sure do. That'd be a great episode.
And then, in case anyone else doesn't follow a guy called Rod Emery.
I don't. If you don't follow, you got to be living under a
Correct.
rock.
This guy's like, I don't know. I want to be Rod Emery. I want to be Rod Emery.
Let me
Like,
tell you, his wife.
yeah.
Good God.
What?
Oh, she's a lovely looking woman.
Did you see her in real life? Or
Yeah,
something?
I did actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
She looked. I don't know. It's like she. I see some
I stopped
pictures
in
and
my
video.
tracks.
Really? She was just. That was your.
The
That
clouds
was you
opened
all
up.
day. That was you all day. You're like, yeah, this is me. That's
Clouds
whatever.
opened up. I wasn't sure what he was staring at.
He
but
has
there
a
was just
daughter.
sunbeam.
He has a couple daughters. I don't know, but Rod Emery. It's almost like he's like one of those not a self-help guy, but one of those
motivational.
Exactly. He's like a motorsports motivational guy on Instagram, and I love him.
Yeah.
Isn't Patina Research one of our listeners? Patina Handle?
No, Patina Handle.
Patina Handle.
It's the same guy.
Is it the same guy?
Is it?
No way.
Yeah, he's bringing his car to Wolfstar.
Really? I didn't know it was the same
No,
guy.
this guy's Cali. I'm pretty sure he has a yellow E36 on T37s.
Yeah. They're the same guy.
Pretty sure he's from Cali. All the good stuff comes from
Patina
Cali.
Research, patinahandle.com.
Patina.research?
Yeah.
Really?
Wow. Well, it's just all just coming
I
together.
bought
Yeah,
a steering wheel off the guy.
Because I know the
okay, cool.
Patina
He's the
Handle
best.
guy.
Maybe
He's
I'm
the
wrong.
best, goddammit.
Is he coming to, what do you call it?
I think so. Unless I'm,
Where is
thinking,
he from?
unless I'm thinking about different guys. Patina Handle and Patina Research definitely the same guy.
Where's
We've
he from?
definitely interacted before.
The ones we've.
Montreal, Canada. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
100%.
Raph. There we go. Raph
Okay.
cleared it up
Yeah.
for us.
Big
Yeah,
shouts.
I've talked to him a bunch of times. He was
'Cause
trying to
didn't
get me to
we-
bring the E24 to Wolfscar.
Didn't
Because his
he,
is magnificent.
Yeah.
Didn't he give us some cup holders?
Yeah,
to
he
run?
makes a cool
Okay,
cup
yeah,
holder.
that's what I
Yes,
thought.
you're
Shouts
right.
to Patina
Yeah.
Handle.
You're right. He does.
Who is
man.
Patina
Okay.
Research?
Okay.
And
Big shouts, even more.
Ramongo, yeah, Ramongo. What's his name?
Dang, local guy.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
the
I know
best,
we
man.
should get him on here. It'd be great.
No, he's
Yeah.
great. I mean, he was trying to. If you look up his E24, he has like an
Yeah.
M635 like mine, and his is whoa.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind some cup holders.
That's an
for the
intimidating
old-
M635 that guy's got right there.
What are you trying to scrounge over there?
I said I wouldn't mind some cup holders for the old E36.
Well, you talk
Buddy,
to your
you
boy.
are- You a
dude,
long ways
yeah,
away.
Exactly.
Yeah, you might not need that right now.
You get that thing all set together, I'll buy you that cup
You can just
holder.
put your cup on the ground in the garage.
That's crazy.
Oh my god, it's funny.
I usually
And then
just
another,
jam it in between the seat. You know?
you guys promote it, but not enough. The Tobias and the MX and the Miata video, Jordan Miata.
Oh yeah,
Josh,
Yeah.
you're killing it, bro.
Thanks,
you're
buddy.
killing it.
Thanks,
you're
buddy.
killing it.
Those are
That
genuinely fun
Josh-
to do.
Josh. The Tobias one, like I was messaging you right away, and you're like, "Yeah, we did that yesterday." I was like, "What? You got it out already?"
Yeah, once
is
he records
great.
it, it's like boom.
Cranking them.
Yeah, it's just a matter of
Great.
honestly.
I mean, Tobias is pretty good too because he can just keep it rolling, and you just got to keep rolling, and you probably clipped minimal stuff.
matter of fact, in that one, not to get too inside baseball here, but I have a camera I got, I don't know, 6 months ago, small little one, something a little bit more than a GoPro, but not like my photo camera. It's a Sony ZV-1, and the thing's great. Shoots 4K. It's got a little mount for the microphone and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, this is perfect because it's very easy to just throw in my back pocket, walk around, shoot a bunch of stuff. For not whatever reason, but during that shoot, I was shooting in 4K and that thing just kept overheating. And I think it was just because
was 1,000
it was like
degrees
a
out.
million degrees out.
Yeah.
But the problem is it doesn't give you any warnings or anything. Yeah, that's exactly
It
it.
just said, "I had enough." Boop, boop.
It just stops recording. And it doesn't shut itself off. It just stops recording.
How did
So,
you get
like,
Tobias to stop talking?
I didn't. I didn't. We skipped around and went. But he was good sport. He understood. So a couple of those things we had to recover. But I changed some settings, and there's actually a stupid setting in there. It's like to save itself from itself, basically. And I guess you can turn that off, which I did now. And Jordan's was fine, but
Well, I just want to add also the Corey one was great too.
yeah,
I had a lot of fun
it
doing
was,
that.
it was,
He's back.
Was great.
There you go.
oh, he's on it. But
Tim
yeah, those
Connor's
are
Tobias
super.
Bubble Guts.
super fun to do. It's great because it pushes me to, obviously I like shooting video, and I obviously like shooting photos too, but like now it gives me a reason beyond the magazine or something like that to shoot photos. It's like, oh no, I'm here to photograph this car and make a video about it. So it just pushes me to just, stay active, if you will.
If you're gonna shoot a car, there's got to be some video to follow along, bro.
Right, exactly. It just makes
There you
sense.
go.
Yeah.
You got something we can film?
Yeah, when you come to my house,
Perhaps.
let's do
you
like
know
a
what? We
3-parter,
should.
bro.
We need to
Dude, the
just put it
10-foot
on the
sign is
schedule.
lit,
I
bro.
know.
I
That's
saw
we're
it.
waiting
Oh,
on
that's
that.
crazy.
Lit.
That's awesome.
Tobias came, just started cracking my ass, like, "Let's go, we're doing this. I'm not leaving until this sucker's on the wall and lit up." And he
I
just
know. It was like that old man
barking
hangout.
orders, it's boiling hot, but we got
Yeah.
it done.
It made it happen.
And then just everybody, Corey Civic is sick.
It's cool as hell.
Cool, right?
It's
It's
super sick. Like, I'll be honest, in the video, you can't always tell how nice a car is in a video. I mean, like Tobias's, I know his cars and they're flawless, but in the Corey video, I was like, okay, that thing could be a rat here, rat
Yeah.
there. I just saw it up close, and that son of a bitch is clean, and like he can only make it cleaner, and I'm really into it. Now it's an EG, right? We went over
EG.
this point, right?
Yeah.
The EF is my ultimate favorite,
Yeah.
but the EG is right behind it, and he's got it in the right color.
White.
Yep.
He's got little bit of carbon here and there. I dig it big time.
Tasteful.
Yeah, I dig it a lot.
Quite
I've been
jealous.
driving it. It's been my weekend daily.
That's the only thing with Hondas. I kind of like torque, and they don't have any.
Well, I was like,
Just a whirly bird away.
Look at Dingleberry. He's not even listening.
no,
I heard you. I'm just not gonna poke it.
You're
with a
not going
stick.
to.
I was waiting
like
for a response. Yeah.
viciously trying to figure out how to
Kill the
get-
bots.
Get rid
Shook.
of the best adult dating
But
site.
yes, if anybody's
Code
not
Revival at checkout.
on the YouTube looking at stuff Revival's putting out,
The
you're
Russians
losing.
are infiltrating us at the very least.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
We're getting infiltrated right in
Yeah.
the butt.
Just
Ain't
Go
right.
on to YouTube, watch them.
The Jordan one's really good. 'Cause I
I-
got to hang out with him for a little bit before Josh and him recorded, and he's a great kid.
yeah.
I
he's
mean,
awesome.
I don't even care if you put it on YouTube. Like, come to my house. I'll pay you to film all that stuff just for like archive's sake. It's
Yeah.
so good. Like when I watched it, my wife watched the Tobias one too, so it was hilarious right there. But when I was done, I was literally jealous. Like, oh, I want that for my
Buddy, we're gonna have
cars.
to,
Like,
we'll have to do
I don't
like
even care
3 or 4 separate videos for you.
whatever. But like,
Yeah.
I don't even. You don't have to put on YouTube if you don't want to. Like,
No.
I
Oh
just
no, that's
want it for
content, buddy.
Archives.
Yeah, we'll all come down. We'll stay
yeah.
for a long
So
weekend.
good. I'm just saying, it's so good. I was
yeah.
messaging Josh like, "Fudge, how did you do that?"
How's the owl?
The owl is gone. He's gone.
Hate to see it.
I'll show you a picture
All
later.
right, show me a
but,
picture later.
one morning we came out to look in the owl hole. We're like, "What is that?" And you look, and it was a raccoon's head sticking out of
Oh wow,
Got him.
hole.
it's a bit.
And I was like, "Oh man."
Stairs has been fighting some bats. That's been pretty crazy.
We had some bats at our house too when I was remodeling it. Bella and Edward, we named them.
Yeah, he had around 60 of them, I think.
Oh, that's no bueno.
Yeah, oh yeah. This is a full
lot of
infestation.
bats.
I saw a bear like 2 blocks from my house, and it
That's-
was effing big.
Bear Collins.
And I pooped myself, and then I was like, "He's going the way away from my house, thank goodness."
Which is
Yeah.
good.
Bear Collins.
Did you leave your
Yes.
trash out?
I don't.
Brown bears.
But you
they're
know,
afraid
my
of humans.
asshole neighbor does. Like Monday is trash pickup, and they put that shit out at like 11 a.m. on Sundays, and I
Yeah.
just want to go and start throwing it down their driveway like you piece of shit.
Maybe a bear will.
Green
someday.
Lava Productions gets us. It'll be like Kevin Smith's Prince documentary. Where you just keep it in the archives forever.
Right, forever. Yeah. Unreleased records.
Yeah.
But for YouTube, if you
Bunch of
people aren't watching these feature videos on different cars, you're missing out.
Thank you, buddy. They're a pleasure to do. Let's get into our main topic unless anybody else has anything. Shook, you ready
We're
over
good.
there?
Does Scott have listening devices in his bathroom like Prince did?
What?
I don't know.
No.
Okay.
So you can listen to a record uninterrupted.
No, he had recordings. He had recording devices. So
recording
he could be on the
gear.
can and belt out
and
some
just
lyrics.
fucking do. That's
Yep.
pretty good.
That's how
Well,
he hits those highs.
I'm gonna play one of my hits. Here we go.
It's time
Main topic. We are deep in the episode for main topic start, but we're going to bring it around, I promise. This week's main topic, we just decided to pick a couple of the biggest automotive blunders. Blunder could be a vehicle, could be a whole, Watergate situation. Could be releasing a CEO that has the wrong idea. Could be whatever. Pretty much we left it up open-ended for us to pick a couple of these things and go from there. We also left it up to the listeners as well. We have some of those. I'm eager to read theirs and see what they chimed in with. So, does anybody want to start us out?
I'm in.
Start.
You ready?
Fire it off.
Yes, please.
I get 2. I don't know if we're going to get through 2 each, to be honest.
Yeah,
So
honestly,
I'm going to go for the
even-
most unique one
Yeah.
that I got. And I know it's kind of it was a big story back in the day. I think my old man told me about it, and then I kind of forgot about it. I was like, this would be cool to talk about. And that is the diesel cars that killed diesel in America. Automotive blunder.
Is that Chevy?
Oh, we're gonna get deep into this. Ben sold diesel passenger cars for a long time. Nobody gave a shit until the 1970s, where the boys in Detroit finally noticed, and GM decided to have a stab at the diesel market. And this would in fact lead to changing Americans' perspective on diesel passenger cars forever. So GM totally ignored anything they ever learned from their trucks, Detroit Diesel, and decided to give the Oldsmobile engineers free reign to handle this on their own with hardly any time and hardly any budget.
Perfect.
And so they were cutting costs while they were pressed for time, and that's the way GM works best. So what they did is they stuck with the same stroke and bore as Old's existing 350cc gas engine, 350 cubic inch gas engine.
CI.
CI, yeah. In order not to retool anything, even though diesel motors usually have about 3 times the compression, But GM didn't want to change the bolt pattern on the head, so they left it a 10-bolt head. And did the Olds engineers let this GM restrictions get them down? No, they did not. In fact, they sent it.
Press on.
The initial test cars had engine blocks explode whilst trying to merge at highway speeds. So what they did is they straightened the block, but they left the 10 bolts in. And this is literally just a bunch of cars GM had. It's not a specific car, but we'll get into that. They claimed in their marketing material that they get 30 miles per gallon and 700 miles per tank, which never actually happened, on all these cars. So it was an option for most of these cars to get a diesel engine. Head gaskets blew regularly because the 10-bolt structure wasn't enough. But it let them change them real easily because it's only 10 bolts.
Right. Quick and easy.
But as they kept on changing these, they kept washing the pistons, so they would slowly destroy their cylinders. Between head gasket replacements, they also didn't spring for a water separator, which allowed moisture in the fuel, which was a big problem back then. It would get in the fuel system and just rot from the inside out or kill the injection pump, which was hilariously expensive. And even if she held together, against all odds, even if your beautiful diesel GM held together, they made 120 horsepower and 220 pounds of torque at peak performance, which none of them ever hit. So it just sucked to drive. It was noisy, smoked, and smelled. And nonetheless, they put these motors to market. They offered them in 29 different models.
Oh, my God.
Olds, Chevy, GMC, Pontiac, and Cadillac from 1978 to 1985. Therefore, almost the entire American car buying public of this generation was exposed to these motors in one way or another. And this literally trashed the whole idea of diesel passenger cars to the entire American public until Volkswagen was then able to do it later, more recently. But that's why...
Semi-successfully.
That's why forever there was no one in the States ever wanted diesel cars because GM took the cheapest possible fucking way
and just gave
and
it.
just fucking went with it.
Oh
And towards the end, they made a diesel V6 that was fairly okay.
Yep.
But
Too late.
Nobody would buy them. And by 85, they were just like, no diesels. Every other American car company was like, there is no fucking way we're going like GM did.
I can't believe for 8 years they produced those vehicles.
They just made
and just kept
as
it
many
going.
of them as they could. And that you could buy a Cutlass, whatever you want. It could be diesel. And they were all shit.
That's fucking crazy.
So it's, it's just a funny story that I remember being told back in the day. And my dad was like, oh, yeah, GM fucked the whole diesel market up. A lot of fun. It was a real automotive blunder. And it was only then preceded by Volkswagen just cheating on diesels. But they kept together. People liked them.
Yeah.
Nobody ever liked these.
I can go with a quick one. One of my favorites, and this was, it was always a joke I never really understood as a kid, but I knew it was a joke until I was old enough to understand cars can explode.
Yep.
And that is the Ford Pinto.
Oh yeah, that's a classic automotive blunder.
So most car manufacturers put the fuel tank ahead of the rear axle, which is logical in case of an accident. However, the Pinto's designers put it behind the axle, closer to the trunk. This essentially painted a bullseye in the back. In case of an accident, led to now infamous reputation of Pintos exploding at the slightest contact, while the actual number of ruined Pintos is lower than believed. This idiotic mistake was the reason it became a disaster. So it is, folklore, but it actually did happen.
There were bumper stickers for Pintos back in the day that my old man told me about. He was a big car guy back then, and they said, hit me and we'll blow up together. Which we should reprint. That would be really funny.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm just trying to, let's see. Based on historical documents, Ford first performed rear-end collision testing on the Pinto way back in December of 1970, months after it was currently in production. At first, a total of 11 crashes were conducted, and in 8 instances, the gas tanks ruptured and immediately burst into flames.
They're really little cars, too, Pintos.
Yeah,
Very
they're tiny.
small cars.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me just, wow. And this is...
You back it into a parking stake and just explode it.
So
amazing.
Not to get super, morbid here. How many people died because of the Ford Pinto? 27 to be exact. 27 deaths was tied to the vehicle, though some estimates are far higher. That's confirmed at least 27.
That's more than monkeypox right now.
27.
It's about-
27.
That's pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I once made a few
We're at 5.
I once made a few comments about Camry and a certain disease that didn't turn out too good. So
You know what? Taking that back.
Yeah. Let's be careful. Corey, do you have something ready to go?
I certainly do.
Okay.
And that is the Mercedes-Benz R-Class.
Oh, yes. I forgot about it. That's my favorite one.
The Mercedes-Benz R-Class was a vehicle that really had no definition.
Bring it up, Shook. I want to see.
Do something. Mercedes marketed it as a quote-unquote sports cruiser.
Oh,
but
this
no one really
fucking
knew.
thing.
Is it a wagon? Is it an SUV? Is it a crossover? I mean, it was almost identical to I believe it was a Chrysler Pacifica of the time, which was an MPV, which is a mad
Dude,
people
it's a
van.
minivan.
So Mercedes-Benz wanted to move 50,000 of these globally, 25,000 alone in North America per year.
Yeah.
They cited that the 2008 recession was the problem as to why they didn't sell. However, the ML class of the exact same year outsold it by over 90%. So clearly, there was still money to be spent with Mercedes.
Right. Just not here.
It did equally, if not even worse, in Germany, which is astounding.
I can picture that.
Wild thing, ton of room in them. Really nice inside.
Huge inside.
Shook,
I
can
was
you
actually
try to
just
pull up
reading.
a
It's your mom's
interior?
minivan.
I was just reading through some of the numbers here. Where are we at? Let's see. I had some of the old for sale numbers here. I don't know where they're gonna pop up, but
Show us the back, man.
yeah, you can kind of get a view of it. All the seats folded down. It's quite crazy inside.
Wow.
That's crazy.
It's a lot of room. It's a lot of car, a lot of room.
A lot of car, a lot of room. But anyway, so like Chuck had just said, they were actually pretty nice inside with a lot of room. I mean, notable options for this car were 3-zone climate control, 3-zone, keyless entry, parking sensors for at the time 2005, 2006, kind of crazy. Rear seat entertainment, which we just saw, you can check out.
Very tight.
Automatic air suspension, which I'm positive failed immediately.
Yeah.
Panoramic roof, which I'm sure was a nightmare. Bi-xenon headlamps, which would have been great in 2005. And heating packages for the front and rear, but only second row, no third row heated seats. I mean, the car had a ton of luxury in it, had a ton of room, a ton of space. It had Mercedes' more reliable V6 engine in it. It just didn't do anything at the time.
Mercedes, and Ricardo Texera in the chat just said it, they made an AMG R63 with a supercharged V8.
Yeah.
So it was effectively a supercharged V8 minivan.
Yeah.
And those are worth all kinds of money now.
And it just...
Which is hilarious because they're fast as shit and they look terrible.
I remember at the time, Mercedes put out a public apology.
The CEO apologized
for this vehicle.
Yeah. What did they make it for 2 years?
No, they made it from 2006, but it was a 2005 model as a 2006, or 2006 model in 2005, till 2012.
Get the fuck out of here.
They made it for
real?
6 years. I believe it was the past 2 years, they were selling like single digits per year.
I'd buy an R63 right now.
$36,000.
Yeah, they're bigger money than they should be.
Yeah.
Mrs. Who would look good in one of those. Yeah.
Dude, imagine that. Imagine
Kids.
that. I wonder what the toe cap is. This could be the play.
Yeah.
You slam that thing on bags and some blades, you're done.
At the time, it just didn't go anywhere. And I remember I was working actually for PacSun at the time, and I had to go work at the Rentham outlets. And I pull in and I'm parking. I'm like, what is this Mercedes? What is this thing? And it was one of these vans, and I'm walking around it just dumbfounded. Just like totally befuddled, like what is this thing? And after a little bit of research, when I got home on my at-home computer, because didn't really have
Go
any.
home to the PC.
Yeah, get home to the PC. Wasn't even a laptop; it was a desktop at the time. Doing some research there, I was like, "Holy shit, what is this thing?"
Shook, I just sent a link to one in the Discord. If you could pull that up, because this one like looks the business, if you will.
Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah.
Look at that
Bravas?
thing.
Does that look
Dude, they hit hard.
Yo,
and
those
I
wheels
get-
look sick. Those
It does.
hammers.
It actually woo.
I mean, it's 100%.
like a happy mistake.
Without the suspension lifted a little bit, it's 100% a minivan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the time,
But
this
it's
thing
a
was
good
most
minivan.
certainly a failure. But
They could have
It
moved.
aged. It aged
200
well.
200 AMG examples.
It aged brilliantly.
Worldwide.
Yeah. I would say it aged well, for sure. I mean, think about at the time, the C classes, they were cranking out.
It still kind of looks like Radass.
Six
I mean, I like that it's low and on big wheels, but it really is it's 100% a minivan.
6.2 liter
Not
V8.
wonderful.
No,
But if you gotta have a minivan,
that's the one.
that's the one. Like, there's
If you
no
bring
better.
up like a Chrysler Pacifica from the same year, it's the same.
yeah, but if they
vehicle.
make a Hellcat minivan, it's still not going
That's-
to be as cool as that.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Hellcat minivan.
I was like,
Tedward in the chat, so underrated. He's absolutely right, man.
Big shouts, yeah.
What's Tedward doing over the chat? My
Oh,
God.
he's just
we get botted again.
he's here for the love chat XYZ. I think we know who it is now.
Yeah.
they keep making new channels, so
We have Tedward back on. He's the best.
Yeah.
Why
That
do
was a
they
really good
care?
time.
Like,
I don't know. They love us though. We're big in love chat XYZ.
Yeah. So shouts to Tedrick. Yeah, super underrated at the time. Obviously, was a blunder at the time. Something that aged well, but just stuck in my memory as the moment in time that failed.
Those things are sick though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such a funny
Low
thing.
key,
The
turns out-
the apology for him, magnificent.
And it was one of the things where, as I'm kind of diving and grabbing some information on it, I'm like selling myself on like how fucking cool it is. I'm like, well, it's too late now. I have to
Yeah.
commit and move forward with this. So
I mean,
I'm happy I
even
did.
even one just from looking at that Bring a Trailer, one sold in 2016 for $50,000 still. Like that was
Ceiling.
an outlier, but the rest now currently, whenever they come up for sale, they're somewhere between 35 and 40.
Wow. I remember at
I
the
mean, a
time.
lot of
like,
car for that kind of money.
It is a lot of car.
A lot of car.
Versatile, powerful.
A lot of interior.
So, car sale numbers. Their biggest year ever was 2006. They sold 18,000 cars.
Oh wow.
It then dropped off heavily from there. 2008, 7,000. 2009, 2,800. 2010, 2,900. 2012, they were down to 1,400. And I think production stopped in 2012, but they were still sold as new models in 2013, 14, and 15, with 30, 8, and 4 models sold respectively.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
Wow.
2015 was a strong year with 4 models being sold as new.
Yeah.
But it was two.
Four.
It was two of the old ones sold as new.
Yes. Kind of like homie buying a Viper.
I got better
Viper.
numbers on my
Yeah.
next one.
Yeah. Scott, what do you got for us?
You got one?
I have one that, you do your research. It depends on you read. But over the years, I've done tons of reading. And the way I've read enough articles that it was bad. It did not work out. And that is the Porsche 959.
Wow.
They are designing this car. They are spending multi-millions of dollars, R&D, new all-wheel drive systems, new suspension system, all this stuff to obviously refine a 911. And they are going to make this car. Bunch of customers want to buy them. Obviously not in America. $225,000.
Yeah.
But how much does it actually cost Porsche to make each one?
I'm guessing $600,000.
$500,000 it cost them. So they were losing money on every single one. Now they want to go
losing $275,000 per
between
vehicle.
225 and 275.
That
they
sounds
were
like
losing.
Porsche that generation. That was their move.
Correct. So it
Yeah.
depends on how you read the articles, but they built like 337 of them, but they also wanted to go racing. So they went racing with them for the first year with all the technology. They all
car?
broke down. They all broke down.
Yeah.
No, none of them could ever finish a race. So the next year they took out their fancy all-wheel drive, put in a real basic race car all-wheel drive. They finished some races.
Yeah.
The next year they got rid of basically all the tech they'd put in the car, and they were competitive finally.
Oh my God.
So obviously they had to stop making them because they're losing so much money. A few years later, rich ass dudes basically said, how many spares do you have? And they built, I think, like 6 or 7 of them. But shortly after that, the 964 was going away. They came out with the 993, and then they almost went out of business. And it can all be related right back to the 959.
959.
The
And
money
the motor,
lost.
the amount of money lost, and we ended up with a Boxster.
Saved by the
and
Boxster.
fried egg headlights.
Wow.
Saved by
So-
the
Saved by Volkswagen, saved by plastic, saved by Boxster,
Cheaping that
cheap
baby up.
ass car.
Yeah.
And
As opposed to the wood floors
Are
of the
there?
964.
I wonder if there's anything at all developmental, technology wise, that they did take from the 959 eventually.
yeah, they got
They did.
like
It all went into
ABS
the
got
turbo
better,
wash.
right?
Okay.
All-wheel
It
drive
was water
system.
cooled. They took the air cooled motor and just put water jackets over
Right.
the
So
stuff.
a lot of stuff, did
Right.
come from it, but it pretty much killed them.
It drained their bank account to almost no recovery. Now it's
I
not
have the number here. So if there were 337 examples of 959 produced, and they let's just say 250,000 per, they lost $84,250,000
Just on those cars.
just on
And
the
this is
959.
before like a dealer would mark up. Well, I guess Porsche never gets the money in those dealer markups anyways, but you weren't selling in America, so the people were paying, I'll give you the 250 for your car, but it was costing Porsche $500,000. And that's on top of the multi-millions they spent in R&D to get to the point of that car.
Right. Tooling, all whatever stuff they have
much
to do
stuff.
to the
Like
factory.
each
Right.
corner has like double.
84 million is just money lost selling them.
Well, selling.
Correct.
Remember, they were building it for Group B,
And that's
and
an
then Group
84
B got
million.
canceled.
Yeah.
84 million back then, late 80s was, at least double now.
Yeah.
So, crazy that and they were hurting.
Yeah, they got shit canned when Group B got shit canned. They had this car for it, and then just never got
Yep.
to run it.
Yep.
That's
it was
amazing.
Group B. The 959 was supposed to be Group B stuff, but then Group B, another failure point.
Yeah,
Group
it
B
just
went away.
And like,
then
well,
they were
we're
like,
millions of dollars into developing
They
this fucking
tried
thing.
the Dakar
Let's go
rally.
to Dakar. Yeah.
Right. So
Let's go do something it wasn't designed
to
to
me,
do.
it was just, and then
That's crazy.
You have Bill Gates, the amount of money he spent to try and bring it in.
Show and display
stuff
started
like
with that.
Yep.
So just using like whatever inflation calculator, the first one that came up in Google from I just did 89, whatever, from 2022, that 84,250,000 is actually 201,324,000.
And they were
So it's like a
didn't-
$250 million.
At that point, they weren't owned by Volkswagen yet, or something. Like
So,
they
right,
were
they're
their
just
own little
operating.
Free
company.
balling.
Yeah.
And the fact that the plastic ass 996s and
Just came
Boxsters
along and
saved them.
Absolutely made it accessible.
The arms of an angel.
It's all about the numbers, people.
Well,
keep pumping those numbers.
I'll tell
up.
you what, from one technical tour de force to the next technical tour de force failure, I've come across a Pontiac Aztec.
Shook, how do you feel about that?
I'm not even going to say it's bad. I'm going to get into it.
Every fucking thing that I read, like if I Google, like worst cars ever, this, that, what are the most biggest automotive blunders? It's always number one.
I didn't look it up online because I was, not cheating.
I want to hear more. because-
Nonetheless,
let's go.
the Pontiac Aztec was marketed as a sport recreation vehicle. It was built on a shortened minivan platform, which might surprise you because it's such a beautiful car. Dan Neal, one of the greatest automotive columnists of all time, wrote this about the Aztec. The Aztec violated one of the principal rules of car design. We like cars that look like us. With its multiple eyes and supernumerary nostrils, the Aztec looks deformed and scary, something that dogs bark at and cathedrals employ to ring bells. The shame is, under all that ugliness, there was an useful, competent crossover. The Aztec was styled under the direction of Tom Peters, who would later design the Chevy Corvette C7. According to the analyst in 2000, Business Week said the Aztec was to signal a design renaissance for GM and to make a statement about breaking GM's instinct for caution. They certainly did. The interior space on this car is bananas. That's crazy. You could fit a 4x8 sheet of plywood in this thing, no problem. It had a pull-out cargo tray good for 400 pounds that rolled out on built-in wheels when removed from the vehicle. Had a cargo net good for 200 pounds. A rear center console that doubled as a cooler. And a tent/inflatable mattress package that came with a built-in air compressor and all kinds of specialty racks for it. So this is where it's a failure, because a lot of people like them now and they're hilarious for camping and shit. GM forecasted sales of 75,000 Aztecs a year. They needed to produce 30,000 annually to break even in production.
30,000 annually.
Whoa.
Okay.
Their best year in 2002, they sold 27,793.
Oh, they're almost there.
So close.
The pricing was very high from the jump and had to be slashed immediately in 2001 because everything it competed with was worth. So here's the production numbers exactly. The year 2000, price was too high, 11,201. 2001, I believe that was close to the best year ever, 27,322. 02, 27,793, biggest ever. 03, 27,354. 04, 20,000. 05, 5,000.
We're falling like
06,
That's a significant drop.
06, 347. And the final piece,
yeah.
if we're looking at this, in 2007, they sold 69 Pontiac Aztecs.
69 Pontiac Aztec.
Was there like I obviously it'd be impossible to find this, but like was there like a really funny joke about the Aztec in 2004 and then the
I
next
have
year
no. I think
they
people
just
started
completely
noticing. And then when it came back out in Breaking Bad, people were psyched on it. It was supposed to be one
Right.
of the best car castings ever.
Yeah.
And if you look at it now, I was gonna say it doesn't look as ugly, but it does.
It definitely does.
But you can, I guess, it's basically the precursor to the BMW X6. I mean, everything looks like this now.
It was too early for its time.
Yeah.
It was just,
Go on,
the
but
amount
not
of-
forgotten. Look at that cool guy.
the overlanding nerds now and the whole,
Oh
I got
my
a
God.
roof on the top of my car. I got a tent on the roof of my car.
I got a roof
tent
on my
here.
roof.
Your tent attached to your car is because of the Aztec.
I appreciate how the wheels match the gas cap, the
Yeah,
tri-spoke
buddy.
gas cap. A lot of effort there. A lot of rubber.
Got Lee-Son in the chat. Please refer to the Aztec in its true name, the Urus Mark 1.
That's true.
Very, very true.
Rivian stole a whole bunch of stuff from the Aztec.
Not to mention the headlight on top of headlight type deal, but I think
just
that's
that
just a
multiple
corner marker.
eyes.
Yeah.
It's bad.
So, and this gentleman, what did he say? People like cars that look like themselves?
Yeah, cars that look like
Yeah.
people.
That's exactly what I don't
not
want.
Not like golems.
Not even at all.
It is weird that they did the double.
There's no
grill.
smiley face. It's just multiple mouths, and
It's like
here's the tent. We're looking at the tent right
Yeah.
now.
Looks like somebody's covering a body that's in the back of the thing.
Also great for covering bodies.
it looks like-
4-speed automatic.
Oh my
It
god.
looks like somebody's like printing it out, and then the printer fucked up, and then printed the front of the car.
It like
again,
stretched out the print.
yeah, like right away.
Yeah.
It was like me. Oh fuck. me. All right, there it is.
Yeah, Pontiac Aztec lost money the whole time it was out,
This was on my
Yeah.
list
and
too,
they still
but I didn't
pressed
get to
on.
research
They
it.
still pressed on for 7 years.
So can these be had for a deal then?
It's super cheap.
I
Yeah.
wonder if there's like a
2004
warehouse-
Pontiac
How much
Aztec,
rust is
98
under those lower plastic body panels by
All.
the doors?
All.
It's got to be pure
all the
rust.
rust.
98,000 miles for $7,000.
But like, do you think there's a warehouse of them somewhere, just brand new, just sitting?
Nope.
No, I don't think so.
I think that warehouse is on the
2004.
bottom of the ocean.
Like
Pontiac
that
Aztec?
ET game that they made that was so fucking bad, they just buried it in Nevada because they had too many of them.
Buddy, we got some mint
That's like
ones
that
here.
Nickelodeon GAC that they buried under the Hasbro parking lot.
There you go.
Did they do that?
I can't comment because I'm sure we'll get sued.
But
But you do a little
2003.
research.
I'll do.
Oh my god, hold on. I didn't. All right, that means standard. Never mind. I thought they actually named it that. 2003 Pontiac Aztec STD.
Yeah, they didn't make a lot of good moves.
So this one's 200,000 miles. You can get it for $2,200.
There you go.
There you
That's
go.
a
That's
deal.
probably an $800 car.
Oh, there's a
but in
purple
yeah.
one.
$800 car all day.
post-COVID world. It's,
Right.
Well, they heard this podcast, and the value is going to go
Right,
up.
it's
so.
just bumping. Oh my God! Here's one for $3,900.
They're always good to make fun of.
just over 100,000 miles.
That's what I have. That's my
How
second.
do I make one look like this? This is pretty.
You don't.
Yeah,
you
you
don't
just
do
don't.
that.
Who's
I think you do
making-
mushrooms and go look at an Aztec.
who's
I don't think that's
making
real.
wide body kit.
That's
Nobody.
a
It's
render.
not real.
That's
It's a
100% render.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anywho.
I can't get over how
You're
bad
next,
this is.
Josh.
Okay, so one, there's a couple, and I kind of want to call them related, but I guess they're really not because one's definitively a manufacturer who I'm very familiar with because I've lived it, and the other is a manufacturer using components from somebody, which is the Takata airbags, which is still an ongoing issue. My understanding is that these airbags, the clock spring can fail on most of these, and then when it does, it can actually grenade the airbag into somebody's face
Yeah, they're called
along with
claymores.
shrapnel.
No bueno.
So
great.
not a good thing.
Not great.
I believe this is, let's see, it started in 2013. A series of accidents exposed their airbags were faulty, which either failed to deploy properly or sometimes not at all. And I believe there was another instance when actual shrapnel was coming out. 19 different car companies had to issue a stunning 42 million recalls over the next several years. Needless to say, this affected Takata so severely that the company went bankrupt in 2018. But the effects of this blunder are still being felt across the industry. My wife's car in particular, I believe the airbag has been replaced twice because there's not an actual fix. They just replace
With another Takata.
with another Takata. Yeah, just a fresh clock spring.
Fresh shrapnel.
And the reason I say it was kind of linked, it's because, you know, we have a Volkswagen who I believe my TDI, obvious reasons with that one, but also had that clock spring or airbag replaced. So ownership of I don't know what these things are, B7 Passat. I don't even know what they're considered, but like a 2014
They're
to
in
20,
everything. They're in everything.
But like ownership of a 2014, 2015 Passat has been, interesting to say the least, because I dealt with it with mine, which was the TDI, and that whole blunder, which folks I'm still getting. I literally have one right now, like a Bosch, here, cash this check for $12.89
Nice.
because we owe you money still. Gigantic blunder that seemingly is never going to end, both to the Kata side of things and the actual TDI side of things.
Dieselgate.
Yeah. If anybody's unfamiliar with Dieselgate, I believe
under a rock.
I believe it was exposed by some college students that were
Fucking losers.
that were doing either
Let me-
a report or something, and they were testing these TDIs or Volkswagens. I don't even think they were from the U.S. I think they were from a different country. And, almost too good to be true. Wow, these TDIs are really good. They get this much, MPG, and they only put out this much, NOx gases. This is incredible. How did Volkswagen achieve this? Turns out they didn't. or they did, just not the way they say they did. Basically tricking the ECU, or not ECU, tricking whoever would test the vehicle to be basically put in a test mode when, the OBD2 port was plugged in. Because when it was not plugged in, it would operate in a different manner. And that's ultimately what was discovered. Now, I can say from ownership, my TDI got nearly 700 miles to the tank, and it was awesome. And Volkswagen offered me such a great deal that I just sold the car back because it was, an offer I could not refuse. And again, VW has had to pay, probably still in some instances, many countries, many different people.
People
over
went
the
to
course.
jail.
Oh yeah.
Do people want those
Really?
things now?
So
Unmodified?
now, so I don't. Technically, you can't get them unmodified unless
So you never brought yours in for the recall?
somebody never brought theirs in. Now
Which case,
I
can you
don't
get
know.
big money for them?
So the thing is, the stipulations back then were, hey, if you deny all these things and you don't allow us to, in my case, it would have been an ECU flash because I already had the DEF fluid.
Right.
But on some older ones, let's say the Mark V ones, they were going to install a different ECU and the DEF fluid. So there was some actual hardware installation as well. But if you didn't go through with that, you had to sign a bunch of paperwork denying that you were going through with that. And I think they even put stipulations in saying, we are not responsible when ultimately this car gets flagged and you're no longer able to register it. Obviously, because they're cooperating with the federal government and noting which VINs are
The federal government was
affected.
like, it has to be destroyed.
Yeah.
It wasn't a fix for one of the generations. No, you're not fixing it.
So probably
You
an
have to
earlier,
destroy them all.
earlier one.
Yes.
Potentially even, because this went back to Mark IIIs, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, that whole thing, I love Volkswagen. I have a 10-foot Volkswagen sign in my garage. But the thing is, shortly after that, they checked everybody. And everyone was
Turns
cheating.
out, right, turns out.
But it's all Volkswagen's fault. Mercedes, BMW.
If I recall, Dodge
GM,
recently.
Yeah. Everybody was doing it, which
Yep.
is a complete bummer. But I'll tell you, Corey, this is the best, for you. At that time, Volkswagen was just about to buy into Formula One.
Yeah.
Red Bull and Volkswagen had like an unsigned agreement that they were going to become technical partners. There would never have been Honda coming back. It was going to be Volkswagen, Red Bull. It was going to be amazing. And when that shit hit, Volkswagen's like, ooh, sorry, we got to get out of that. We have to get out of WRC.
Yeah.
They had to get out of everything, and it ruined
Pulled out
everything.
of all the motorsport
So that's
stuff.
why my most angry point is it could have been VW still in WRC, winning championships,
The
and
Polo.
it could have been Red Bull, VW, freaking.
My God, the gear you would
Team
be draped
F1.
in.
Oh my God! I
Oh,
would be-
head to toe.
Oh, it would have been the best.
Head to toe.
No,
Volkswagen
no.
F1 gear.
Props to Honda that came along, and I know a lot of people probably weren't watching F1 back then, but I'm reading all the articles, everything, and oh man, like
Did you see the thing
would've
today?
been so good for what F1?
Porsche,
What, them getting involved?
50% stake in Red Bull. I don't know how true it is.
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't
But
see
there was
that.
I
info
heard
about
that was
Audi
coming-
was buying Sauber.
I know. I
Audi
heard that
was
was coming on the
partnering with
pipeline,
Sauber.
but I didn't know for what year and for what extent.
So I know there was like motor development stuff, right?
Yeah.
I think that we talked about that before, but today I didn't. There was an article I read, like a paragraph regarding, or there was a handful of Red Bull, I guess, posts that explain the Porsche situation. But my understanding is they're purchasing potentially 50%.
Cool, but it could have been years and years ago, and it was VW. It wasn't Porsche. It wasn't
it was
Audi.
Volkswagen.
It was going to be a Volkswagen power plant in the Red Bull.
Yeah.
They were still racing WRC, and you took away my VW Motorsport. You sons of bitches.
And here we are, still fighting.
Just
it.
because some hippie dudes want to get 50 miles a gallon in their Volkswagen. It was barely polluting. Have you seen the trucks on the road? Have you seen
Right.
those people in Altimas?
Rolling
There's
coal.
no catalytic converters in those Altimas. They're all cut off.
Yeah, they're definitely all cut off.
Not to mention, things probably not even registered or insured.
Of course.
100% not.
Yeah. But yeah, quite the blunder that, we still see to this day. The effects of,
Oh, it's huge.
it's honestly crazy they survived, truthfully.
I like, oh, you're into Volkswagens? What do you think of the diesel? And I'm like, get the hell.
Yeah.
Just like,
Right.
I was like, first off, you know anything about cars? Get the fuck away from me. Two, go fuck yourself.
That's amazing.
Just saying.
So Red Bull, along with its junior team, AlphaTauri, will likely run Porsche-branded engines starting in 2026.
There you go.
Yep.
Air cooled.
That's cool. Yeah, air-cooled.
It's going back old school.
That's definitely cool.
What other
your next car?
blunders do we
What's your
have?
next one, Corey?
My next one actually is pretty short and sweet, and actually ties into something Josh talked about earlier, and it's the Ford Mustang 2.
I love the
they-
Mustang
Oh,
too.
what a-
Ford
yeah.
Mustang 2. So, in my personal
Show
opinion,
Dirtmobile.
Ford relied
Similar to
too
a Pinto.
much. It is actually based on the Pinto.
Exactly.
So Ford relied too much on the name it built for itself in the previous generation.
Is anybody doing that nowadays?
Yeah, to think that
Ford
they
will never
could,
ruin the Mustang name ever again.
they could
Oh,
sneak
go to the
in
Cobra Shelby version.
a
So
more
sick.
fuel efficient, ugly version.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah,
The Cobra's the
It's
play.
the right color.
that is that's just atrocious.
Give me a real side shot, Shook. This really doesn't get it home.
I mean, for
Oh my god!
Yes.
it's
Talk about performance, baby.
for someone who rides real hard for Ford, I can't get behind this. That's for sure.
Me neither.
This is rough. This is real rough.
It's hilarious.
Yeah,
we
Did it
go.
have a 302 in it?
Little aggressiveness there.
Maybe
I think it was a 289.
289, whatever
Still.
the fucking motor.
Well,
was.
have I never paid real attention to the Mustang 2? I didn't realize how terrible looking they were.
Oh man, the interior.
Whoa.
Yeah, it
That's
was
fire.
Interior
That's-
hits, dude.
that
Not
is-
Papa
great.
Smurf.
I'm into
seat
that.
looks
Look
like
at
a
that
toilet
two-spoke
with a-
steering wheel. Oh.
Now
Look at that e-brake.
it's
Yeah.
now this obviously this
Looks like
generation
cork.
being the second generation is bookended by the great generations of the first and the third. The first being obviously the first generation of the Mustang is the greatest one ever, and the third generation being the Fox body. So I mean, this is the ugly duckling of the family, both visually and performance-wise.
Was the motor as bad as the Fox body?
This was even worse.
Yeah, this is with the
Low
air
bar.
pump attached
Yeah.
for emissions, pumping
Oh,
extra
oh,
air.
right, because it was 70s. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that makes
This
sense.
was all about
Gas
fuel
prices.
efficiency. Yeah.
That's
And-
when they just murdered all the muscle cars.
Yeah, they all took them out
This
back
is
in
Ford's contribution.
old chop the balls off.
Like
And-
the old
They brought him
71.
to the Murder King.
Yeah.
Here's a hilarious. Even the V8 model that showed up in 1975 wasn't a stellar performer. Its 0 to 60 time was 9.6 seconds.
There we go.
It did the quarter mile in 17.5 seconds
Oh
at
my
78
goodness.
miles an hour.
78.
78.
Yep, a whopping 78.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we hit that in the parking lot in a smart car today.
Yeah, this is just this is probably in my eyes
Hard days.
one of the biggest ones for me.
I mean, even the emblem, like, way to take, the prancing pony and just destroy
I
it
mean,
by putting a 2 behind it.
You've got your Gen 1 is just it came out guns blazing, it outperformed, it outsold.
Dude, the low spec models like the non-Cobras are so hard to look at.
Yeah.
Like that middle one right there, the 76,
base,
right,
right
there,
there,
base. Like, look at that thing.
Look at those beautiful
The
markers.
fact that even has, I'm more okay with like the Mach E having the Mustang name attached than that is.
Is that King Cobra?
That's a classic
78
Mustang.
King Cobra Mustang
Do you like
2.
the Joe Dirt one? Didn't Joe Dirt have a sweet one?
Joe Dirt had a Superbird.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but wasn't one of the guys in Joe Dirt, was he a Mustang 2 guy?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. We can Google Joe Dirt Mustang too.
I guarantee I could find one with a painted Cobra on the hood.
Yeah.
I'm just blown away that the seats look like a toilet with like a Walmart seat cover.
Yeah.
over it.
You've got a 4th gen with a Cobra on the hood.
That's what I'm saying.
I miss her.
No,
Joe Dirt,
no,
Mustang
there wasn't a
2.
Mustang 2 in it.
Daytona Superbird. Yeah, I mean that.
Superbird's
just,
fucking killer.
Yeah, I mean, say less.
Great movie. Gotta rewatch that.
The fact that I know the real life Joe Dirt. Shout out to Pete. He's the best.
Big shout.
Slinging those fireworks out in Wyoming.
Oh, it's so good. Scott, you got another
My
one?
next one, it's a little long. It's not cars.
Doesn't
It's-
matter. Let's hear it.
And it's got a story attached to it.
Okay.
Okay. And I don't think you guys know about the story.
Good, because I'm out.
As everybody knows, I got myself out of debt, and then I went way back in, and I got myself an Audi RS6 Avant.
Got an
Not a
offer,
cheap car.
couldn't refuse.
Correct. Amazing piece of equipment. Mark II May Day. It's freezing cold. It's 50 degrees. It's pouring rain. Nobody showed up. They didn't have any balls to show up. Still went. Had a good time, but it didn't fulfill my Volkswagen need I needed that time. So the next show coming up was Helen, Georgia, Alpine Vag Fair. Alpine Volks Fair. I can't remember what it's called now. But anyways,
It's the one in
in
Helen.
Helen, Georgia. I've been down there before. It's a great thing. Call around some buddies. I find a place, say, F it. I'm going for a week. Now,
Wow.
Right. What it means to go for a week is like tons of work to get done so you can go for a week.
Yep.
So I bust my ass for 2 weeks. I'm getting everything in a row. It's going to be a full week. I'm going down. The first night, I'm going to visit Paul in West Virginia. I got a hotel halfway there. I'm going to hit Tail of the Dragon on the way there. And then I'm
Yeah.
going to hit, Helen for the week.
It's
Whatnot.
a solo trip?
This is all solo.
Oh,
Nobody else
wow.
can go. I don't care.
I didn't get a phone call.
Well, who knows?
I would have rode shotgun.
So,
Me either.
so
all right.
That's
I'm on
tough.
my, so
That's
then my brand new car.
Yep.
It's probably, I don't even think it had 20,000 miles at that point.
Brand new Audi.
Brand new Audi.
That's a
And,
problem.
cruising, leave the crack at dawn, make it to about mid Jersey. I pull off, get me some Wawa, 'cause Wawa killing it.
Oh,
Yeah.
always.
Get back on the highway. Bing. Some light comes on. It says like sport diff error or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck? Couple more miles up. Bing. Battery malfunction. Well, that's not good. So I pull off the highway and I'm like, do I turn it off? Do I turn it off? I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm in a good spot. I'm going to turn it off.
Was a good spot an Audi dealer?
I'm going to turn it back on. Can I finish my story?
Bad spot.
So I turn it back on. I hit the button. Nothing happens. There's like a 2-second delay, but then it starts. And then it says, bing, sport diff error, bing, battery error, bing, starter error. And I go, motherfucking fuck shit. I'm so pissed off because I want to get to this show. So turn around. I quickly Google, where's the next dealer? How far away south or how far away north? I have no faith in the car. I'm angry already. It's early in the morning still. It's maybe like 10 a.m. I turn around and start heading north. I call the dealer. What's the deal? They're like, oh, just whiz right in here. No problem, sir, with your brand new car, even though I didn't buy it there, whatever. Some dealer in Jersey. Pull in there. They check it out. All right, pull in there. They're like, it's going to take us an hour to check it, whatever. Give us some time. Guy comes back exactly an hour. Mad props to the dealership. They diagnosed it. But they diagnosed it so fast because it's a common problem of a starter generator. And if anyone doesn't know what a starter generator is now, because of the world's worst automotive blunder feature, biggest bit of bullshit.
I know where this is
Oh
going.
my
Auto
God.
stop start
Yeah. Start.
has now ruined my vacation. And I try and turn that shit off every time I'm in the car. And every time I feel I do it, I hit the button because I forgot. But I always turn it off. But here I am. So what do they say? Bad news. The part's on back order. Well, how long? We're like, all right, so I'm not getting my car back to like, how long? They're like, it's probably going to be a month. I said, excuse me? I just paid how much money? A, I'm not going on my vacation. B, I'm not going to have my car for a month. Like, who? You guys paying the payment for that month? Like, what the fuck?
Right.
But ended up spending the entire day at the dealership because they didn't want to give me a loaner because I'm in New Jersey and I'm going to Connecticut. They specifically told me their loaner can't go to Georgia. So then they say, call Audi of America. So now call Audi of America. They say they'll call you back in 2 hours. I was like, 2 hours? Take to call me back, whatever. The dealer then says, they're going to try and find your rental. Let's try and find your rental. me and the dealer, Nice People's dealer, there's no rentals available within 100 air miles, which includes Newark Airport. There's not a single rental available. So now it's, I go out to lunch, come back, still waiting for the call. I check with all my Audi buddies. Yes, it's common. They go bad all the time. The starter generator. Like there's coolant going through it. It's attached to the back of the motor.
Going through it?
Yeah, because it's the alternator and the
Everything
starter.
in an Audi.
It's like not motor out, but you got to take the car real apart. So Derek is telling me this.
Apart.
Like take it apart a bunch. So I'm freaking out because like I don't want anybody taking the car apart. Derek's fuck with me. Oh, that's a motor out job. And I was like, what? It's like, oh, I'm just kidding. So anyways, Audi calls back and is like, oh, we'll find you a rental. We'll call right back. The lady, and I was on like a speakerphone with the people at the dealership. She rolls her eyes. Another hour goes by. It's now 4:15, 4:30. I've been at this dealership all day. And of course, there's no rentals to be had. And they say, sorry, Mr. Norton, you can't take their rent. They have to give you a rental. And you can't go to Georgia with the rental. You have to go home.
What if you went to Georgia anyway?
I don't know how they would have who knows? But I was so mad and having like blood pressure issues at that time. I was just...
I'm happy you didn't invite me.
Well, at this,
you know what?
I haven't owned...
You're thinking about me. Yeah.
I haven't owned a new car in forever, and everybody's like, this always happens. I go, what do you mean? They're like,
Right.
Every new car breaks down.
No, it doesn't.
Not your Beamers?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Not any cars I've ever owned.
So people are telling me, oh, this happens all the time. And yeah,
Audi
parts have
people
been
are
on
telling
back
you that.
order since 2020. So I leave my car there, drive home. But the whole time driving home, all I'm thinking of is like when Cadillac,
What
they're
was
running out of
what do they give you
chips.
for a loaner?
I got a A5 Sportback.
Right.
And
Could be worse.
again, RS6 has ruined me for life because I'm driving home in
Absolutely.
this poverty spec, this terrible A5 Sportback piece of
Which
shit.
is definitely like
This is-
$65,000.
Definitely a flying car.
And the lady's like, it's not an RS model, but it's the best we got. And by then I was like, let me get out of here. But I was just raging the whole way home.
Did you? They gave it to you to keep for them to repair that thing in a month? They give you that for a month?
Volkswagen America on the phone was like, give him one of your loaners. He can keep it however long
Should
he
just go
wants.
straight to Georgia.
I was so mad though. Like I couldn't decide.
Knowing that
And
they
one of the
told me I
reasons-
couldn't go
well,
and I'm going anyway would have made me
I
feel
had
better.
driving
Yeah,
stuff planned
exactly.
down
Would've
there.
fixed it.
2 mountain cruises. I had Tail of the Dragon. Like,
And
I was
A5
so
Sportback
mad.
would have done great.
and I'm still like a dozen hours away from there. Like,
Oh,
it's,
yeah,
sucks.
it's an eternity.
and like I'm trying to get my phone to program like at the dealer, and I almost started punching the dash because I'm like,
Oh my God.
So because it's 4:30 now, I'm gonna be sitting in traffic for 16 hours.
You have to go up through New York City
just to get
home.
back to Connect. Like
Oh
it was
my
the worst
God.
day ever.
And you really admire traffic.
Big traffic
I was
guy.
just telling them on the way here, like losing my mind in traffic. But yeah, lose them. And I'm thinking Cadillac put out like a press release that they didn't have enough semiconductors, and the first thing they're going to do is take off the auto stop start feature because they didn't have enough chips. And I'm like, everybody celebrated. Like, who wants that? How
Nobody.
much gas are people saving on the auto stop start feature?
It's not. It's just a fucking-
terrible.
No, it's a
the
numbers
worst
game.
blunder. It's the worst thing ever, and it left me without my car for 2.5 weeks.
And it's a selling point.
2.5 weeks?
2.5 weeks, a special box came direct from Germany with my VIN number on it. They called in the morning and they said,
That's not
it just
bad.
got here. It will be fixed by the end of the day. What do you want to do? They're very nice, this dealer. Oh, I can't remember, but they were like, we will meet you halfway if you want whatever. And I was like, let me check. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to be there 2 minutes before you open tomorrow. My car better be ready. So I left at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Got there as they opened, got in my car, like drove home. But like, I don't know. Like, I feel like the car is tainted now.
I was going to say, you get it right. It's
I would sell that thing
tainted.
cheap.
Well,
It's really
and-
let it go.
You sell that
Cheap
thing
to
at a
my wife.
loss.
Tell my wife.
another funny, Audi basically sends me a thing once a month. We'll buy your car back for basically the price you paid for it.
Yeah, 100%.
They'll buy it back.
You should give it back to
And
them.
the whole time I'm like, it's got 23,000 miles on it in 16 months. Are you sure you're going to buy it back of that? But
That solidifies my argument with my wife all the time, and I'm not buying her Audi.
Yeah.
Because it's just
Now-
going to fail.
Now, in a hypothetical world, you sell it back
like,
to Audi.
I'm actually a little warm right now telling the story. I'm not even kidding.
That would,
can
piss,
see
that,
you.
that would make me
I am-
so fucking angry.
And dude, like I vented some people online and shit because like I was so mad. Like my car was broke. I had this whole trip planned. I
That
worked
sucks.
my ass off to go on the trip, and like I brought a spare tire in the back. Like
Dude, my
worst thing that's happened is I'm going to shred a tire and I could just stop and get it fixed. You know,
Right.
Nothing stopping
you
me.
didn't
in
have
this
like
trip.
vacation continuation insurance from your.
No, I had to actually pay. I got a discount on the condo I rented with some friends because someone else took a bunch of the nights, but I still had to pay.
Dude.
I don't mind that. But.
Yeah. No, some policies do.
yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh,
A bunch
I
of
didn't
collectors do.
research.
In a hypothetical world, you sell the car back to Audi. What are we buying?
You buy a Mercedes E63 and never
The
let
Mark
you down.
260 valve, like I said.
I'm gonna buy 10.
I don't. I don't.
Just buy one.
No, that's the thing though. Driving home with the car, getting it back, I was like, "Oh, I really love this.
Right, this is the thing.
nicest thing I've ever driven."
Yeah.
But I was also thinking too, like, where do I go from here? When this thing hits,
To be
how
honest,
many
you fuck
K,
yourself.
You
and
set the
mileage,
bar.
The mileage, I got to get that
You go
factory
Bentley.
extended warranty. But where do I go from here? Because it's all
you go
downhill.
Bentley.
What ownership experience could be worse?
Bentley.
Bentley. Yeah.
Nah, it would probably be at the same level.
A Batanga?
So I'm gonna take it to Derek for its 30K tune-up. He promised me he's gonna inspect
Treat it
everything
right.
that
He's
was
going to
touched.
treat her nice.
I'm
Yeah.
sending him pictures of their seat with everything they did. I goes, did they do it right? I'm just bugging the fuck out about it.
It's true though. You're kind of at the mountaintop.
Yeah.
Everything out there, everything beyond that is just like an
Well-
extraordinary. It's just to show that you have money.
No jokes.
Whereas that car's just like the last of the best.
Yeah.
I think I would go the complete opposite, and I probably would find a Mark II to
Land
daily
Cruiser.
and just make sure it has air conditioning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can't get by with basically anything with air conditioning. I'd rather pay nothing and have a Mark II with air conditioning than
Pay it all. Yeah.
But yeah, the
That's-
A5.
that sucks.
And it's funny, you just talked about this dealership experience because I recently dealt with a dealership experience that I found a little peculiar. They've been nice, but I found it to be a little odd. And it's not even a blunder. It's totally unrelated. But so my girlfriend drives a Mini. You've seen it. It's great. Recently, she's had this error message when she puts it in park to secure the vehicle with a parking brake because there's a transmission error. I was like, oh, this is like, that's not good. That's not good. Get into the dealership. Dealership calls her back in like 2 or 3 hours. I was like, oh, that's pretty quick. I must know what it is, whatever. They're like, yeah, you need an entire shifter selector unit. And I'm like, an entire shifter selector unit? Like the whole thing? So I start looking it up, and then I find that, oh, yeah, the dealer said I needed that. They quoted me $2,000 to $2,500.
It's not under warranty?
This isn't covered under
The
that.
powertrain
Yeah.
warranty, whatever.
I'm like, okay, fuck. I mean, I guess it is what it is. Well, I keep digging and digging and digging. It turns out inside that shifter selector unit, there's like a spring with 2 fingers on it. And that spring, when you put it into park, it like will snap the shifter selector into its spot to lock it in. That spring over time breaks. It's just a spring inside. But
So the computer thinks it's not all the way in.
yeah, so the dealers, instead of taking the time to take it all apart, have just been replacing the entire unit in its entirety.
Ugh, lazy
Right.
bums.
So I'm like, okay, well, that's shitty, but like maybe we can figure it out. Like we've got a lot of people here that I can help figure it out.
And it's going in park, so it's not rolling
It's going
away,
in park,
so, like,
fine.
Who cares?
We put it in park, and I was like, listen, I'm just going to try and push it. It's not that big of a car. I'll try and push it out of the driveway. If it rolls, I couldn't get it to go anywhere. It's definitely in park. But the car doesn't think it's in park or all the way in park. Okay. But it's just an annoying message that pops up. Okay. So let's talk to the dealership. Call them back in the morning. Ask them what the deal is, how this happens, what the deal is. So we go through, and she has them on speakerphone, so I can like listen and definitely yell something from the background. And the guy's like, like we got this mini program, or we got great customers. Now this is our 3rd mini. Like they can see that good customers. We're gonna help you out. We're gonna help you out. Mini will cover up to 90% of the bill. I'm like, how are they gonna cover 90% of the bill? That's crazy to me, right? So they come
Because they're
back.
going to replace the spring now.
Because they're gonna replace the
Like
spring.
sons of bitches.
Exactly. And I'm like, as soon as she hung up, I said, those motherfuckers, they are gonna just replace the spring because probably the entire selector unit is probably on back order. And now they're like, instead of getting stuck with this car,
They're
and
looking like heroes.
She's in a 2023 clubbing JCW S all 4 insane mini. They're just gonna replace the spring. So it turned out to be like literally nothing for them to replace it. It was way more than 90% they covered for the entire job, and they cut it back. And I was like, "Is like the whole selector unit new?" She's like, "No, definitely not." I'm like, "Those motherfuckers just put the spring inside, and they could have just done that to begin with, and they had to give you some bullshit line about we're gonna save the day because you're a great mini customer." Which I mean, to be fair, she is, but like, just be honest. Hey, spring's busted. We're gonna pop a new spring in there for you.
No, but they look like heroes.
Yeah.
It's
Trying
what
to
is it?
keep a
It's
customer.
under promise, over deliver.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's like literally me walking into the server room at a town, unplugging a server, going back to my desk, and then waiting for people to complain, and then
Yeah.
being like, "I got this."
Yeah.
Walk in, plug
I'm
it in, be
here
like,
to fix everything.
And the
Is
guy,
that-
good now.
Are you love chat XYZ in the chat? Is that why you're doing that?
Yeah.
You're trying
Yeah,
to
I'm making myself
Yeah.
look busy.
and the guy on the phone was like, "Who's your favorite mini service advisor?" I was like, "Oh,
You
God."
are daddy.
Yeah.
This dealership was actually great, and I
Yeah.
didn't buy the car there at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
The only other thing I noticed too was there was the manager man. There was looked like a 19-year-old kid worked there, and a dozen attractive young women doing every other position in this dealer. And I said, "Who does the hiring around here? Like, what is going on?"
Sounds
Like-
like every ice cream place ever.
I was like, "This isn't Hollister; it's an Audi dealership." What the
Have you
hell is-
seen that Hollister documentary? It's
No.
wild.
No,
It's
but-
wild.
Yeah. But
Why didn't you just fry this guy real time on the phone? Be like, motherfucker, I looked it up. It's a spring. It's a 50-cent spring.
I was getting to the point where I was like, okay, well, now I know he's fucking like, I know what the problem is. I know what they should be doing. But then when they were like, oh, we're going to cover 90% of the bill, and knowing what the bill was and knowing what 90% of it was, I was like, we'll pay that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And then it ended up being probably like, if I did the math, like 93% of the bill they covered.
So-
But they didn't cover it. It's just the spring.
No, they
When
just
he said-
charge you 100 times the cost of the spring.
They charge us for 1 hour labor.
yeah.
1 hour labor is
So
what
when
they charge.
he said, who's your favorite mini dealer, was the work completed yet?
No.
Okay, because if it was, I would have grabbed the phone and been, give me that fucking thing.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. And she was all concerned. She's like, I'm going on vacation. Like, I had to take my car with me. I'm like, you'll take that car wherever the fuck you want to take that car, and they'll get it back whenever they want.
I would have been like, hey, hold on one second. Called Mini of America.
You know what? If I got like a mini JCW mini loaner, I probably would have been like, "Fucking, I'm going to Georgia anyway."
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? You gonna arrest me?
It's
Right. If you're telling me I
nice
have
house
this
call.
Meanwhile,
car,
I can't get my phone to attach in the dealership parking lot. I'm about to punch the dashes with all my might.
and that's the thing is, if they're telling you can drive the car for a fucking month, okay. Hey, I drive a lot. That's why
I
it
don't-
has 5,000
Yeah,
miles.
I would have
We're gonna
taken
get it
I would
back.
have taken the Easy Pass out of the car, thrown it on the side of the road in Jersey,
Picked it up
and
on
just
the way
fucking go.
back.
Yeah, go anyway.
Fucking go.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Pay-
auto
pay
stop.
by plate.
Long ass story. Auto stop start is a
One of the
terrible
biggest-
blunder.
Yeah.
I
One of
explain
the
to people.
worst.
People ask, "Oh, you're a car guy? Do you know with the car?" And I tell them all the time, I go, "Dude, there's a button and there's an A with the most of a circle around it. Smash that button. Oh, I was wondering what it's for. It's for. I said it's for the auto stop start.
Turn that shit
Does it
off.
stay off on your car if you
Get-
turn it
no,
off?
It's a law in America. You have to hit it every time you get in.
They don't make a module
No,
that like, works
my
around-
car.
You can.
My car it stays off.
You sure?
Positive.
On every car I've ever been in, even certain Volkswagens and Audis had a hard time coding it out.
Yeah, it's the same with my M5.
I was going to say,
It stays off.
mine is, oh yeah, I can turn mine off.
And actually,
Really?
yeah,
Yeah.
the Mini
My
has
full-
it too, and you
my
can turn it off.
RS right, but and it's so you
Off.
turn the car off.
Off.
Dude, every car I've owned, you have to freaking hit it
Yeah.
every effing time.
It's because the Germans.
My wife's Honda,
You had to change
Ford
allegiances.
Focus RS, Audi RS6 Avant, all the new cars.
It just
And
in
the
order
RS
to turn it off in the Mini, you had to go into like the menu, like,
Yeah.
internally, and turn it off there.
Guess I'm an idiot.
Either that or the car just.
or is it just you're just getting fucked by these
I
guys.
was
You
gonna
know,
say
it's
there-
fine.
you can't
Super
vag comment.
annoyed.
You can't vag comment, but you can air it out on the stock bags.
That's true, but no, Derek doesn't know how. I asked my guy.
And he would know. Yeah.
Right.
Want to get into some blunders from the
Yeah,
listeners?
what do they got?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
interested to hear what they have
We
to
got some
input.
pretty good ones. Let's see. Andrew Shutter just writes,
Shutter.
not bringing the Golf R/M3 wagons to the States. That's
Yeah.
a pretty big blunder.
I don't think it's a financial blunder though, because
No, it's just
it doesn't affect them at all.
yeah.
yeah. To
If
them,
it was, they do it.
they would probably lose money.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, they would
bringing
100%
them to,
lose money.
to the U.S. Spanish English. Biggest
Spanish
blunder is late 90s, early 2000s Honda Acura V6 auto transmissions.
Oh my god.
Are they bad?
Oh
Chick
yeah,
agrees.
and they're in the TL that I sold. And I remember how I was like, this thing drives mint, whatever.
Yeah.
Until it doesn't.
Like the day
Yeah,
before I
immediately
sold this
doesn't
fucking
drive
thing,
mint.
my friend's like, the transmission's doing a weird fucking thing, man. I'm like, what do you mean weird?
Tell
like-
me more.
He's like, it's like it finds third, but it's like fourth, maybe third, maybe fourth. So I took it for a ride, and I was going up a hill like half throttle, and the shit was like, I'm like, oh yeah, this kid's gonna come tomorrow, baby. Let's get this thing out of here.
Baby's gonna get out of here. I love that.
Let's see. S14 OCP.
That's OCP.
Biggest blunder is anything to do with Will I Am.
That's exactly
callback,
100%
good callback.
correct.
Agreed. Let's see. S14 OCP again. Audi e-tron camera wing mirrors. I don't have any experience with those.
Unfamiliar. So.
So I
There's no mirror. You probably just look at a screen.
Is
It's
just the
very-
screen.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds crazy.
Let's see. Kevin 401.
Kevin 401.
Biggest blunder, Burble Tunes.
Yeah, that's aftermarket, but that's correct.
Let's see. Sam Joey, no bigger blunder
Sam
than
Joey.
Mitsubishi's understanding of their customer base.
You know what's funny? I had a deep thought about that. It's like these car companies, like, because one of the worst cars, I guess, when I was researching was the Nissan Pulsar. In 2014 or 13, they were like, "Fuck yeah, we're gonna make the shit out of this fucking thing," and they released like some concept of it, and it looked okay. And they're like, yeah, it's going to be sick. And then it came out, and they were like, we gave it an abysmal motor. The interior's trash. And you guessed it. It's automatic. And not only that, America, fuck you, you're not getting it.
Yeah, not happening.
So, like, do these car companies not know, like, if you just made, like, a cool base model, cheap, like, couple hundred horsepower rear-wheel drive car, like, we're going to buy the fuck out of it.
Tell that to the Tiburon. Not the Tiburon. What
That's
was
not
that?
a cool car.
Genesis,
The Genesis.
Hyundai Genesis.
Hyundai
The
Genesis
Genesis is
itself.
like borderline cool, not cool. And I think it's like a Mustang thing where like Mustang guys are like, yeah, I'm going to put bullet wheels on it. And we're all like trash. And everybody hates
But was
Mustangs
that one-
because of it.
Was
Dealer
that one
markups
too
kill a
much?
lot of 'em.
Right. Was that one too much at the time? Because I barely ever see those things.
Genesis?
Yeah.
I only see him at Lock City.
Yeah, there's
Right,
only
there's
a couple
one
that
there.
hit Lock City, but there's only two that I know of.
FRS, BRZ.
But
those
it's
things
like,
are pretty successful, though. Those things are kind of all
guess.
over the place.
just like look at old shit. I mean, look at it. Like we're
Supra.
chasing that copium. Like we want a shitty rear-wheel drive car to make not shitty. So offer us a cheap car where you guys make a ton of money.
Right. You want.
They
We're
can't
taking
do-
out the sound deadening
I
to make
see.
it more racier, but
I
really
see what
just
you're saying.
saving money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do it.
Right.
Do
Like-
it because somebody will pay $17,000 right now to have a shitty couple hundred horsepower rear-wheel drive car.
What's a cheap? I was going to say because
Miata.
Camry's not even cheap anymore.
It's not
but like,
cheap.
you want a Camry level rear-wheel drive car.
Miatas aren't cheap.
No, nothing's cheap now.
There's nothing cheap. Like you guys are you're too much
I
money.
think cheap's a relative term.
What else you got, Josh?
Something. Yeah, I don't know.
Chevy SSR truck thing from Vraxis.
Just the truck thing.
Truck thing. Let's see. Let's see if I have any
Leased it in the chat.
blunders.
CVC
I have
transmissions.
one. I
in
have a
general.
funny one for John Stairs.
Okay.
Mark IV VWs.
Big blender.
Dude, just the amount of plastic they put into them and how many problems they had with so many plastic pieces. Like
Yeah.
the whole car was a test bed for Mark V.
It's wild to see how terrible a
Look
lot
at-
of components are on
Right,
those
but if you
things
look
now.
at a Mark III and
Yeah.
what's plastic on the car,
Yeah.
and you look at a Mark IV and what's plastic, holy shit. They were like, take every part of this car and see if you can make it out of plastic.
Wasn't even
And
the
it did
water
not go
pump
well.
plastic?
They are now, which is a problem, but
Great.
Let's see.
Oil pan.
I thought you'd like that one, Chuck. Oh, we got fresh ones.
Oh boy, jeez, these
Your
bots,
boy's back.
bots don't quit. Let's see.
I like how the emojis change.
Pat
Just put high user on the channel.
I do.
and yeah, it's just
Oh, they
different
just create
users.
another one?
Yeah. Pat Polinzak 11. Would you
Oh,
consider
it's-
the
yeah.
2004 Chevy SSR a blunder? I think you
Sure.
and a
Yep.
few other
Same with
people
the
would.
HHR or whatever.
Yeah.
It is.
Let's see. 10 years. Let's see. Charlie.crw. 10 years from today, what is the Pontiac Aztec of 2022? Oh, good
Then
question.
reading euros. Everybody knows.
No,
What
I
is
mean, no, it's the Pontiac Aztec was like a achievable
it was
vehicle.
achievable.
The Acura.
Integra?
The Integra.
Integra.
Let's see. Hardcore again blunders, wheel bearings, and head gaskets on Subarus.
There you go.
Yeah, just Subarus.
Let's see.
He's living that technician life now, so he sees a lot of strange shit come through the shop.
Oh boy.
Storm and Norman. Biggest blunder, C8 Vets only coming auto.
Yeah, it stinks. The Alpha 4C coming only auto killed that car entirely for me.
Those Alpha 4Cs were at IMSA
Yeah, they're cool as hell. Besides the fact that they're only automatic.
True.
IMSA. That must have been a small car out there.
It's in the TCR,
Okay.
but it has sequential transmission. Bow, bow, bow.
Oh, I bet it sounds
Yep.
unbelievable.
Unprofessional engineer. The
Unprofessional
biggest
engineer.
blunder is going to fill your oil after draining it and forgetting the drain plug.
That's a strong blunder.
Oh,
I
didn't tell you guys this.
Oh, here we go.
It
What'd
was
you-
one of the
what'd you
weeks
mess
that I
up?
wasn't here. It's the same but different. I did an oil change, and I was in an incredibly large rush just to leave because I was so fed up. So I did my oil change. I
You
lowered
got
the
owned
car
by an
down.
oil change?
Huh?
You got owned?
No,
I was-
I just
I
had a
was
long day
on a
before
Honda?
that, so I'm rushing to do this oil change from 8 o'clock at night. So I lower my car down, and I'm pulling it outside, and I'm hearing like this noise, and I'm like, what the fuck is this noise? Oh, I did brake pads.
Oh.
So I'm like, are my brakes making a noise? I get out. There's a trail of oil from the garage all the way down the driveway because I lowered my car in the bucket and drove.
You
the bucket.
Yeah,
you lowered your
that was
car
my
onto the
automotive
bucket.
blunder.
You didn't
I mean-
hear?
Yeah.
I didn't hear it, and the windows up, and then it didn't make a single noise until I hit a bump. It was like, and I was like, huh, is that my
I mean-
brakes? And I got out and I looked. I'm looking in the brakes. I'm like, I don't see anything. And as I turn, I see this enormous trail of wet up to the garage. I was like, fuck!
Have you guys,
Like,
in reference to him, very young, I had a EF four-door Civic at
Yeah.
the time. Have you ever spilt like a quart of oil?
it's a
Oh,
lot of
yeah,
oil.
it's terrible, dude.
It's
Yeah.
an
a lot of oil.
enormous amount of oil
It's a lot of
Yeah.
to
oil.
be spilled. And
Yeah.
I remember much younger going, I didn't spill 5 gallons. I mean, it was 1 quart. It was Exxon Valdez in my parents' driveway.
Chuck might remember this, but I did an oil change one time in an old Vance Works, and I just pulled the plug and let it drain into the oil catch and just
Okay.
like walked away. It was brimmed up. And I just
Overflowed it.
I owe
Unbelievable.
5 quarts to the ground.
Overflow. Oh my God, it's so much oil.
And so much, I had to go buy
Oh my
the
God.
most kitty litter possible.
Yeah. It's an
I need
unbelievable amount of
150
oil.
pounds of kitty litter.
Yeah, yeah.
It was insane. I was like, Jesse's gonna lose his fucking mind.
That's funny.
The marks are still there to this day. I think.
I have,
well, we
I have an
some-
honorable mention.
Okay, and I was going to say we do have some unblunder related questions as well.
Those was good as well.
I have an honorable mention blunder. Universal fit arrow wipers. You piece of shit MFers. Quit putting those on your old cars.
You didn't say anything when you just looked at the Civic.
So you love them. They look good.
Yeah,
No,
right?
it's terrible.
One beautiful piece of just
terrible.
engineering.
Do you know what? I didn't notice them. I got to give it to
Exactly,
you.
because they look good.
No, they don't. Universal fit arrow wipers.
I think it's because
automotive blunder.
they sit so low and tight to the hood.
Yeah,
Huge
it
blunder.
really modernizes the look of that thing.
Yeah.
What's that? A 2015?
People come up to me and they're like, "You're crazy," and other people are like, "Oh, I agree. They look like." I was like,
You flip because
Best.
spoon make
They
arrow
perform
ones.
so nice though.
nope.
They perform so good, dude.
Oh,
Just the cleanest of the windshields.
Yeah.
cleanest of the
My
whites.
CRV's got the Scotty's, the ones he likes.
Yeah.
Sucks, dude. I'm gonna replace them next time. I
How
take the
old
car
are
out.
they? When was the last time you cleaned
Dude,
the windshield?
I got them like when I got the car, so they're not even a year
I have
old.
a feeling you're lying.
Nah, they're trash.
It looks like somebody's just wiping your windshield with a wet
It's
cloth.
terrible. It's terrible. I don't get. I'm gonna get rid of them.
An oily rag.
I was just saying
so
oil,
bad.
oil-soaked cloth. A couple quick questions here. Jordan MX_5. Big
Jordan
shouts to
MX5.
Jordan. He just writes, "My loss was a fluke. God bless."
You got robbed.
He told me he got first last place.
yeah. Yes.
First last.
Yeah.
Great last.
Great last. Had some really good qualifying laps though.
And his lead run was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sigma_Woodcraft. What is the worst pizza topping? Hint, it's anchovies. I can vouch for that. I once accidentally ordered a pizza that had anchovies on it and I didn't notice.
How do you accidentally order anchovies?
It was a stupid new pizza place that had fucking stupid names for their pizzas.
Oh, I
This
hate
one was
that.
called anchovy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one said fish of tomorrow. I don't know.
Do you guys in Europe they put corn nibbles?
Yeah, corn on pizza
Oh,
hit.
See,
Yes.
corn, anything. Corn's great.
Okay.
Corn
Yeah, it's
anywhere.
on pizza.
Corn on
Like,
pizza
but
is spectacular.
People in America order corn on their pizza, or was
No.
it's a
I mean,
Europe
I
only
do.
thing?
It might
I
just,
thought it was a European only thing.
yeah.
I make pizza at home, hit it with the corn.
I just, anchovies are
Also,
like the worst tasting thing ever.
Al Forno does corn on their pizza and it's
trash.
fucking killer.
And if you see a liege, that's the Italian.
So that's the thing. I think it was like a hit. It wasn't anchovies because I think it would have stuck out to me.
It's just a salty small fish.
It was just a name that I didn't recognize.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I can-
yeah, fuck it, that sounds good.
I can
Yeah,
agree.
because it
Salty
usually
small
comes with
fish.
spinach and like they try and make a spinach pie.
I was gonna say I think this was like spinach feta and something else.
Yep, and they were like, yeah,
Anchovies.
Alige. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
Alige,
Yeah.
it's like a something, and then you eat
Yeah.
it, you're like, ugh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And-
it does suck on pizza.
matter
for
of
sure.
fact, I think it was fuck. What are those things called?
capers.
No, not capers. They begin with an A.
Anchovies.
Animals?
Nope, not anchovies. Fuck. They're like a.
Anteater.
What are they
Nope.
like?
I can't even explain
Andromeda
them right now.
Galaxy.
Can't even explain them right now. Some you can use them in pasta. Begins with an A.
Inshamama.
Nope. Fuck. I can't remember.
That's all I got.
Pat Polisnesek 11
Oh, man, yeah,
again.
you can't get his name. That's
No.
Polish as fuck.
He just writes Liquid Death, Mango, Chainsaw, Arizona Tea, Peach, or LaCroix. LaCroix.
Arizona.
LaCroix is at the absolute bottom unless it's limoncello.
I take the death.
Arizona.
What Arizona was it?
Arizona Tea, Peach.
Peach tea? Nah. I'm going with the liquid death.
Yeah, Liquid Death for sure.
That's a skateboarder thing.
Liquid Death.
Started.
Is it a skateboarder?
It started. A bunch of skateboarder guys started like almost as a marketing thing.
Oh, because I heard
And all you
that Pat Moore
suckers
started
fell
it.
for it.
Who's a pro snowboarder.
Well, yeah, but
But he's just.
that-
I brought it
the
up. He's just like
skateboarding
one
sports
of the
stuff
guys
is where
that got into it.
they were all the people who like took the sponsors
going.
to get it going out there.
Good for them.
Here's a good one to end on. The Jackalope 89. Yo, artichokes. It's fucking artichokes.
Artichokes
That's what
are
I was
great.
talking about.
Attaboy.
See, that's what I thought was
I
on
love
the pizza.
artichokes.
Turns out,
Artichokes are killer,
Pickled
dude.
artichokes.
turns out, I
Any
just
type of artichoke, dude.
read it too fast. The Jackalope 89. Yo, anyone else mad as fuck about the Choco Taco?
Nah, I just had one for the first time yesterday, and it's so mediocre.
I was.
Did you see Aiden's post? He's like, I don't know why you're all so mad at it. It's mid at best.
It is. I was like, I've never had one before. Ice cream truck pulls up. I go to Choco Taco. He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, I'll take it. Crack it over. I'm like, this is so regular.
It's more.
I'll tell you what, I feel bad for everyone who loves them because that sucks that it's going away. But like, I don't got any feelings towards a chocolate
If they
taco.
loved it so much, they should have fucking bought more of them.
It's
That's-
more
that's
of
right.
a staple of just
You know what's
the
on the truck.
gluttony
You
of
know
the
what's on the
U.S.
truck.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that
I believe the taco's a
is this
Mexican
because
treat.
is this because of what do you
CERN? Yeah, CERN.
is this because of
Oh,
CERN?
it's CERN.
Right.
The
It,
issue
it
Like,
changed Choco Taco
There was
sales.
just never Choco Tacos.
Kyle ordered one last time the truck pulled up.
Yeah.
I got him a Choco Taco. I was like, you know what? That's a classic.
The issue is people just took it for granted. They're like, if I want one, it's just always
Yeah,
it's
sure. It's always on the truck.
Well, you're fucking wrong.
Right now it's not.
Now it's
Yeah.
a free
Your
market.
negligence.
I'd
is
love to
causing
see.
downfall.
I'd love to see the Choco Taco sales. Like, can we get those sales
Dude, someone's
numbers?
going to come fill that hole in the market.
Is it like
Choco burrito.
is it like one of those AMG
Yeah.
Let's go Choco,
Choco
burrito.
burrito? Is it like one of those AMG R's where only like 36 sold last year? That's
Yeah.
why they canceled it.
But they were spectacular.
Yeah, it was 36 people were stoked. I think that's going to do it for us this week.
I think that's perfect.
Yeah, I think it's a great place to end.
Bring on the money.
Thanks for
Everybody
having
in
me.
chat.
Yeah, thanks for coming out.
Thanks for coming on
Taking
down,
the
buddy.
risk driving that thing up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
My
Glad
God.
you made it, buddy.
I hope your starter generator survives the drive home.
Me too.
They put a
As-
Toro in that bad boy.
As always, a pleasure hanging out with you and shooting the shit and hearing your stories. So big shouts to everybody in the chat. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We will be back next week. A little bit of a different schedule next week. I think we're going to record on a day early, I think.
I mean, I'm good on Wednesday.
No,
I'm not
Josh
going to be
isn't.
here.
You're not here on Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm not here.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so Tuesday would probably
Tuesday's
be the best
cool.
day.
But
Okay.
this way, we still have content for everyone heading their way to Wolfscart. We'll see
Yep.
you there. Come swing by the booth. Buy lots of merch.
Buy
Yep.
the
We
merch.
can
Come
before
see
you
us.
get home.
We should have that in hand. I was just working on that stuff again
If
yesterday.
we don't have merch, don't come by the booth. We won't be there.
No, we will have some. We'll have some stuff to sell still. We'll hopefully have a bunch of new stuff as well. So, as always, thank you for listening. Don't forget to visit our YouTube channel where you can like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Always check out some other shows brought to you by Revival Motoring, Talking Motorcycles, Topics on the Stairs, the Circle Jerks podcast. Go visit our website for the B for B where you can subscribe. Stay tuned. We will see you soon. See everybody at Wolfscott. Peace
Later.
out.